Live and hello and welcome to Hot Dice. In the room I have with me Jordan to my left with his Chaos Space Marines. Say hi, Jordan.
Hello, Jordan.
And never gets old. And to my right we have Josh on his Space Wolves. Say hi, Josh.
Hello.
That's a respectable member of society. And of course in the commentary room we have Ben Lane. Say hi, Ben.
Good evening, everyone.
And a new commentator, guest commentator, we have Mr. Nathan. Say hello.
Evening, everyone.
My
Josh, this is my
brother.
second go around, mate.
Oh, right, yeah, but, you know, I think we had to remove that one because it was inappropriate. But anyway, here we are. joking. You can see the players are now frantically working away at their deployment here. They're not. They're trying to clear the table. But just to give you an oversight, it's going to be 2,000 points. This is WTC layout. So you will see, as we talk through the lists later, which map we're playing. It's a competitive game, although there are some strange lists being played here today. Jordan wanted to bring something fun.
Josh's list is definitely a try.
But yeah, what we'll do is we're going to go through the mission. We're going to go through the deployment.
That was before he drew Josh, I think. He went for the fun list.
How'd you play 40k?
Yeah. So guys, if you just want to roll to see who's attacker and defender.
Missed.
You
Good
keep
start.
That. You can, I won't one again.
Sick.
And who won?
And me.
So Jordan is going to be who? What do you want to be?
I am doing the first infiltrate, whatever math that means.
Okay, so you want to infiltrate on first.
Yes.
So, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to cut to the table view here. So you can see the layout here. What I'll do is I'll just bring up this in the background.
Let's 2 5-mans. And that's it.
And while they're doing that, we're going to talk through the lists and then ask them afterwards to describe their deployment. So any comments on this, Ben?
I've got 10 men that can leave.
What a game we have in
And they can drop in your turn one.
store.
The Blitz and 2 5-man Raptors, yeah.
Two potential league winners.
Not
going
believing that
head to
deep
head,
strike
so
there.
I think it should be a really exciting match. Purge the Foe is an interesting one. I think we all know second turn is hugely powerful in this mission. If you can dictate the objective score in the kill and kills more, gives you a good opportunity. So big first turn roll.
Yeah. It's going to be a bit of an interesting one, I would think. Do you think the smoke and mirrors thing will come into play here much? When it's turned to come up for me, Ben, I've kind of like it's often a bit of a nothing burger, that rule. Do you think these guys are going to be trying to make best use of that, and how do you think they do it?
Rhino of Death doesn't scout.
Yeah, it really depends on armies. I think neither of these players are hugely reliant on big back game heavy artillery pieces. So whether it has a massive impact, I think we tend to see a lot of people, you already kind of have an idea of what your opponent's going to put into deep strike or reserves, and when they don't put that one thing in, they stick it on the board instead. I think it's fair to presume it's going to move, but I think it can be useful if you can try and draw your opponent to a different side of the table. But I think we might not really see it come into play this game.
Actually, as you were talking there, I think I may have come up with a little bit of an edge case here. So, in terms of the list, dipping into that very quickly.
Yeah, I can bring those up on the screen quickly. So, which one would you like to go through first?
Well, it's a bit of a comparator, really, in that both players do have infiltrators. So, Jordan has a single unit of Nurglings that he can bring in, and I think Josh is running 2 units of scouts. In terms of who gets the first turn, in terms of who gets to deploy something first, so Jordan gets to deploy first, I think, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Yeah, so to make maybe best use of smoke and mirrors, what he could do is he could chuck those Nurglings down to try and deny a little bit of infiltration play out with those scouts, and then smoke and mirrors them back up later for a little bit of secondary play. So, because if under normal circumstances, he'd commit those Nurglings forward to maybe stop some infiltration. And then, because of the rule of the mission, he'd be giving up kill for 4 points straight away almost on those Nurglings if he uses them as a deny tool. Smoke and mirrors might let him get away with that this time around. It depends how he wants to play it. Or as as Ben said, he might just maybe chuck the obliterators down as a bit of a red herring.
Why don't we take a moment to go through the lists then? So I've got them up on the screen here. Hopefully you can see those. What's this? Jordan admits to himself this is a bit of a meme list. The detachment is Dread Talons. He wanted to see if he could make it work, have a bit of a challenge this league. He says it doesn't work, but he's been performing very well through the league, so undefeated so far. Let's just take a quick look at this, and please interrupt me as we go through it, guys. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Chaos Lords and a Cipher, so pretty character heavy. You can see where the punch comes from for this list.
I'll let Nathan certainly is obviously plays a similar army as we know, has tried the same detachment. To quit a meme list, I think, is a bit unfair. I think CSM in their entirety at the moment are a strong faction, and any combination can go and perform fairly well. So I wouldn't say it's a meme list. I agree it's perhaps not optimized to the maximum, but there's certainly some very strong synergies in this list, which I'm sure Nathan will go into in a bit more detail.
Yeah, so Dread Talons is one of those detachments that it's not one of those the things that's going to be particularly competitive. When we started the league, Jordan and I decided we were going to try and use most, if not all, of the league to try and see if we could get this detachment to work. And I think by the end of round 3, we settled into something that maybe could be considered. You can't see the air quotes I'm putting up around the word competitive, but it's pretty good, and it served us both relatively well. It definitely worked very well for Jordan as he's undefeated.
So why don't you talk us through it, actually, because we've got it up on the screen, so we can probably talk through it as we go, but how does it work, this list? So with the Chaos Warriors, it's got 3 units of Legionaries, Cultists, 3 units of Raptors, one of which is a 10-man, and 2 units of Noise Marines, some Rhinos in there as well. So what's the play here?
So the detachment rule is essentially it's battle shock manipulation. It's not a particularly strong mechanic in 10th edition, but it does have its moments. So it's like the Chaos Knights rule, where if you are within 12 and you're under strength, you have to take a battle shock test in your command phase. In addition to that, if you are within 12 inches, you are... Oh, actually not. I think the battle shocks at -1 are board wide. So there are opportunities to manipulate battle shock, try and pull people off primaries, get rid of that OC, negate those stratagems. There are some synergies in the list. He's gone for classic sort of MSU. Chaos Space Marines do well with multiple small units anyway. But with Dread Talons, you want to try and fill the board a little bit to be able to trigger those recurring battle shocks. And using small units of Legionaries with last cannons to chip away at things at range, to get a couple of wounds off a vehicle here and there, does start to get the ball rolling on that. Raptors, for those of you who are Nightwolves fans, you probably already know this, they are the bread and butter. They drop in, they have a -1 aura baked into them already, which means that when they're within a certain distance of Raptors, you're looking at a -2 to battle shock, which is huge. This detachment has a stratagem that allows Raptors to deep strike to within 3 inches, pick a infantry or mounted unit, and trigger a battle shock out of phase. So drop a unit of 10, this is where the 10-man unit really comes into play, with the 4 melter guns. You drop them in within 3, you pick an infantry unit, force a battle shock test, then you start spraying your guns everywhere. Melter guns into vehicles, pistols into infantry units, and grenades if the Lord's in that unit to hit something else, and just get those wounds spread across the opposing army, which may then trigger some battle shock tests in your opponent's turn. But it can be a bit swingy, even if you're modifying a battle shock to a -2. Sometimes people just roll 9s, and something that I've definitely experienced throughout this league is that when you want that clutch battle shock test to go in your favor to trigger some of the stratagems or to pull them off objectives, doesn't always work out that way.
And those Noise Marines are there to boost that, right?
Yeah, definitely. So Noise Marines are a bit of a niche choice if you're outside of the Emperor, if you're outside of playing Emperor's Children, because they're not necessarily, you know, your standard battle line units, but they allow you to pick a unit that you've shot at and hit, and immediately trigger an out-of-phase battle shock in the shooting phase. So if you're desperately trying to battle shock a specific unit to trigger either the re-rolling hits and wounds in shooting stratagem, or +1 AP in melee stratagem, or just to get rid of their OC or negate their ability to do their own strats, Noise Marines give you an additional opportunity to do that. So with Raptors dropping in the movement phase, a Noise Marine shot, and then a battle shock in their own phase, if you've done some damage to them, you can hit something with 3 battle shock tests over the course of a battle round. So there are opportunities to really focus specific things down if that's what he wants to do.
And having played NIDS at WTC, I absolutely adore battle shock manipulation. I think it's so powerful. It keeps, you know, subpar armies fighting. So I'll move on to Wolves, unless, Ben, did you want to say anything?
The only thing I'd mention is I think it is a powerful thing, but it is also army dependent. There are some armies that their whole army can fail a leadership test in their opponent's turn. It doesn't really impact them, doesn't impact them too much in their turn. So It's good, but I think, like Nathan said, there's a reason why this detachment isn't played at the highest competitive level, and it's because generally, if you can pick who's going into it, you can negate quite a lot of tricks. So,
Fantastic. Really good point. And so on to Josh. We can't leave Josh's list out in the cold here. The only thing here, it's lots of wolves, but there's some odd choices in here. So looking at it here, it's Bjorn the Bastard, as I call him, comes down and gives the entire army a huge buff.
Oh, he's nightmarish. Yeah.
It's horrible.
I learned that the hard way in a game against Josh on Thursday. He's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, you got Logan, you got Lieutenant with combi weapon, Ulrich the Slayer. So lots of name characters in there. Some wolf battle leaders here. Thunderwolf. I wonder where they're going. 10 Bloodclaws. Rhino, 2 Blister Dreadnoughts, which is unusual to see, but I can see now 130 points, that is a steal. So if you can't deal with them, that's a nightmare. Scouts, obligatory scouts for scoring, and then 3 big... Oh, is that only 2 big blobs of Thunderwolf, actually?
Just the 2 big blobs after the points increase, yeah. He's had to make some slight changes to the list as a result of them.
And only 2 small units of 5 Wolfen. So what are your thoughts on this, gents?
I'm intrigued at how it runs. I think generally I've seen some Space Wolves list with a Ballistus in. I've seen a few gravitate towards triple Vindicator and Ballistus, or there was a couple of lists that went at the weekend very well, and they were running triple Redemptors. I've not seen anybody running just 2 Ballistuses, which, yeah, I mean, for the 260 points, I'd be interested to know what the decision behind that is. But having seen Josh play, I'm sure he has something up his sleeve. So I'm really intrigued to see what he does with them. I think they're 2 very solid backline shooting units that you're probably not going to get near all game. So let's just see what sort of damage they can do.
And
That's my concern.
It's interesting to see, on this, it's tipping point. So there is a very close point here for charge. First turn charges are possible from those 2 corners. Just don't know if that's visible on the screen there very much, but let's bring that up a bit here. There's a lot of super L's here, but again, not that much range here, except for those blisters. Some good staging points all around, I think. The wolves will struggle to move more than the raptors, but they're also harder to kill, so...
Yeah, there's not too many shooting lanes in this map. There's shooting lanes, but because of the way the L's are positioned, both players have their kind of expansion objective. They can just sit on all game and not be shot. So that makes it quite tricky to compete into that. So it's going to be interesting to see how the game goes. I do feel like, looking at these 2 lists, I do feel like the Space Wolves have a slight edge here. I think they've got...
I'd agree.
Yeah, I think they've got the survivability. They've got the ability to move out and pick up units when they want to. They've got, as we know, lots of 6-inch consolidation tricks, so they can jump onto objectives. They can jump back behind buildings. So yeah, really good game. I think this is going to be a good one. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think there's going to be. I think Jordan is going to find this a little bit challenging. As someone who's played a bit of Dread Talons over the course of this league as well, one of the things that really helps them shine is their ability to find gaps, drop in, and maneuver. The combi weapon lieutenant, the Wolfen squads being quite cheap and flexible in terms of how you want to use them. Josh is going to be able to screen out quite a lot of those areas where you would like to drop in under normal circumstances. So getting those raptors into prime positions to be able to trigger multiple battle shocks, or maybe even get the obliterators into a position where they're able to hit the right target, even though they do have the non-line of sight shooting, which does give it a bit of an edge. I think with those ballistas hanging back as well, it'll be quite difficult for Jordan to find a gap to sort of twist the knife, so to speak. It's also worth noting as well, Jordan's taken a very interesting twist to his list. So generally speaking, Predator Destructors with Last Cannon Sponsons is your go-to CSM shooting. It's dirt cheap, it's super effective, and it does quite a lot of hard work for you. He's trying something slightly different, where he's bought War Dog Brigands. Now, I've not got a lot of experience of using those. I'm not super familiar with how well they do in sort of Knights lists, and I've not gone up against them myself, so I don't know how well they'll do going into this. They do provide a bit more armor cracking with those Demon Breath Spears, but it'll be really interesting to see how they sort of match up in the slot where Predators or Vindicators tend to usually sit.
What do you think, Ben? If at all, I think we've lost Ben on the mic there.
I can continue to waffle. That's fine.
No, it's fine.
No, sorry.
Oh, here we are.
I've just had. So we've had a few people are saying that the sound quality is not fantastic tonight. So I was just checking to see if there was any obvious issues.
May I ask what the issue is?
The sound as a whole seems quite low.
Okay.
Across the board with
Well,
high settings. There's no. So just to feed that back, so we want to obviously make sure that we have good coverage for the game itself.
Right. Well, I'll edit the background programs a little bit. Let's see what we can do there. Okay.
Anyway, sorry, I missed your question.
Yeah, so we've got.
I was talking about the Brigands. Ben, they're sitting in that slot where usually a Predator Destructor with last cannon sponsons or the Vindicators would sit in, and I'm just wondering how they'll do, because they sit in between in terms of point cost. The Predator's like 130, 140. The Vindicator's up at 185. So these kind of are a mid-price point option.
I love them, to be blunt.
Oh yeah.
I think certainly in most Chaos armies they have a place. The Carnivore tends to get leaned towards that pure cheap threat, but Brigands can just, especially in this mission in Purge, Brigands can just pick up infantry for fun. That extra AP on their shooting can be really effective if you can get them out of cover. Those 2 melter shots maybe don't seem too threatening, but when you can move 12 inches and suddenly get into melter range, they can be very good pieces. So I think for the points cost, they are very effective if you have an army that doesn't have traditional high anti-tank. They don't have the range of a Predator, but personal experience, I'm yet to see anybody perform particularly well with Predators. I just don't. I haven't.
Well, you've clearly not been watching my games then. No, they've done okay. They're consistent. They do what they say on the tin, and they've got the range to keep them relatively safe. But they're not. They for the points that they cost, they tend to just do a job, and that's fine. Maybe if Brigands maybe are a bit punchier, if you can afford the extra couple of points to bring them in, maybe that is a direction that needs to be explored.
Absolutely. The AOC and the massive movement on them can't be ignored. That gives you a lot of flexibility very quickly if you just need to suddenly stick AOC on an objective. With its shooting can be enough to flip. So I think they're a good use. You're absolutely right. Predators have a place. If I had the extra points going and I could squeeze a Brigand in, it would probably be my preference.
Okay, so I think we fixed the sound now. So hopefully that's great for everyone. Oh, it's always a bit of a teething issue, but it's fine. We haven't missed too much, I think.
Yeah, the report that's a huge improvement. So
my biggest concern here, Ben, is that the Brigands perform very well, and I have to dip back into my pocket again. That is the downside here. I've just picked up a unit of Horus Heresy jetpikes, and Fabulous Bill for my next list. So the last thing I need is to go out and buy a set of Brigands to augment my Chaos lists.
Well, I would certainly say wait until December when we get the next balance slate, because they're starting to appear everywhere, and we know what happens when everyone starts doing that. So
yeah, I'll try and resist the impulse.
So let's take a moment to catch up with the players and see how they're getting on. So, gents, just talk us through what you've done so far.
Deployed.
I have deployed in a way that I think is optimum to stop.
And have you started the first turn without us?
No. We're just doing
Okay,
the
good.
last units.
I was going to say, because those wolves look like they're on the outside of the deployment zone.
I've deployed in a way that I won't get punched in the face turn 1.
Right, let me just get rid of the get rid
We'll
of
go.
the screen capture.
We're going here. Just so you know, if you move within 9 of me,
Hey presto, there we go. We should be able to see the whole thing now.
As well, or
No,
is that when you're
that's
Gladius?
that's just his ability.
Because you're not Gladius.
I'm not.
So you fully deployed now?
No,
Jordan?
one last unit for me.
Okay.
I've got a unit. I have 5 Legionnaires, the brave fellas that live for not very long. And these guys are like 8.
Yeah, move 8. So you can go 26.
Ooh, lovely. Ballistas can shoot like a las cannon at me, maybe.
Hell yeah.
And you've got no long range
His
poker.
missile launchers are okay.
Slick string 4.
2d6 from 5.
Oh, AP.
0 if I do a blast version.
Okay.
Or it's 2 missile launchers at strength 10, AP 2. And
So
2 lads.
So, like, submarines may die.
Yeah. But then I have ballistas out there.
You do. And I think you'll kill like 3 legionnaires.
Hmm.
So that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
The mind games have started already.
Oh, well, these two, it's all mind games. They are old opponents. They're probably quite frustrated that they've drawn each other in the league because they play each other constantly. So
I love a good Josh.
They have both brought
It's
slightly
not the one I
different.
wanted, it's the one I got.
That's the same J.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if
In a way
people
that-
push for that early 4 points on Purge. I think in the previous iteration, when you could pick up kill and kill more in turn 1, it certainly made the second player a bit more aggressive.
Yeah. It depends on where the infiltrations go. If as Jordan went first, I can't quite see where his Nurglings are. But if they are in a position where I think they're hidden in the building right behind the objective, actually. So if he doesn't smoke and mirrors them back up, and Josh gets first turn, I don't see why you wouldn't throw a squad of Wolfen or some scouts in just to pick that up early and just start the ball rolling, and then maybe bait something like a unit of legionaries out of Jordan's backfield. The other thing that I think we need to be cognizant of in the Space Wolves list is that one squad of Blood Claws in a Rhino. They've got Ulrich with them, and for those of you who maybe aren't familiar with the combo, I'm not sure how prolific that is in most Space Marine lists. I went up against it on Thursday, and it's absolute filth. So they get re-rolling 1s to hit and wound off Ulrich normally, I believe. If they're targeting a unit with a character in them, I think it's full re-rolls or something like that. Basically, he deleted a squad of Terminators with a Sorcerer in them with the Bloodclaw unit on the charge.
sure.
So it's quite a tasty little piece.
I was just going to say quickly, we'll get the players to just go through their deployment, what unit is where when we start, so everyone watching can follow along.
Ideal.
I can put a Rhino.
So for the newer players watching, I think this is always fascinating
last
to
cannon from the
watch
Rhino
2
pods.
more experienced players on stream. You can see them pre-measuring each other's units here, checking the range they can shoot them at, looking at how far they can move, how far they can charge, not just purely focus on their own deployment and where they're putting their units, they're also considering the threat range on their opponent. And that can make a real difference as a newer player to the game or less experienced when you don't fall into that trap when you find out that your precious unit can be charged turn 1. Or you've just left yourself available for the Reeses among us, and your Rhino's poking out just half an inch and gets picked up turn 1. So good to see from both players there.
I've made that mistake more than once. It happens to us all. You don't quite get the angle, especially when you're a Chaos Space Marine player. Everything's spiky, so the spikes can get you in certain situations.
And what's happening here is that they're moving, deploying something, and going, "Can you see me here?" And they're going, "No." Okay, good. Then could you if you move here? Yeah. It's get that into your heads, people. People watching for the league, for looking prospects for WTC. This is the standard we expect, and it sounds difficult to think about it, but trust me, it takes all the thinking out of the game when you're actually playing. You're doing it all now, so you don't have to do it in the game, and you less mistakes.
Absolutely.
It's looking quite interesting. So it looks like both of the brigands are sort of hidden in decent spots where they can move out of those super Ls and get line of sight. The Dreadnought's doing the exact same thing, sort of mirroring that deployment.
While we're talking about Rhinos being killed turn 1, I've just noticed both Barry and Reese have joined us in the chat, so welcome, chaps. Both have well and truly popped their Rhino cherries.
Nothing quite like losing 75 points immediately for no reason, right?
Absolutely.
Well, and all the advantages Rhinos give you.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got 4-inch moving Death Guard that then sit in the deployment zone rest of the game.
Oh no.
Other than that,
I mean, I think Josh is doing his best here to try and hide these wolves as much as he can, but with the best will in the world, there's only so much you can do.
it's an 8-man blob and they're on massive bases. You are going to struggle to hide them all, but he's still. That's a terrifying prospect. So as you can see, he's got that big blob right on the line with Bjorn there to put out that +1 CP cost to strat bubble all around them. You don't want to go near that, really, do you?
Well, what's this deployment telling me is there's some early aggressive moves planned here, because otherwise they're kind of blocked in for some units here.
Yeah, because as they're mounted, so they are going to have to go around. So I'm wondering if, depending on who gets first turn, whether there's an early commitment from Jordan here, and maybe he tries to use his nerdlings or cultist units to block off those charge avenues early to box the wolf, the Thunderwolf cavalry in. But from experience, that doesn't tend to work.
Okay, so hang on, players are picking up dice. What's happening here?
Could be an early smoke and mirrors fake here from Josh as well.
So you're ready to go. Okay, so could you please just talk us through your deployments? Who wants to go first? Josh?
Oh, I have to go first. Okay. So I deploy scouts and enemy objectives in case I get,
So where are they? Just point to them on the table for us so people watching can see.
In case I get area denial or deploy Homer or anything like that.
Yeah.
One scout on my safe objective, because it's just safe objective, you should hold it.
Really?
Yeah. Split my wolf cav behind the terrain, one bit further forward as like a first wave, second wave ideal. Ballistas on home because it's hard to kill and can poke out and shoot and actually do stuff while it's on the home. 2 wolf in a bit, one a bit further up the back there to maybe try and protect the scouts, one a bit towards the middle to try and contest this objective if he puts anything.
Nice trading unit.
Low knock guy over here, just in case anything comes down and melters my ballista at 3 inches.
Don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about.
And a rhino over here with a 10-man Bloodclaw unit of death. That's a bit outside my deployment zone.
So that's your rhino with your blood claws, 10 man. Okay.
To maybe contest this objective if Jordan, goes on to it.
Can't contest me a battle shock.
Fighting talk.
You killed me though.
And Jordan, what have you got on the table and what's in reserve?
I've only got a little bit in reserve. I've got a lot in rhinos, so I've got 2 5-mans of raptors and 2 men obliterators, which are
in reserve.
I think that they'll have deep strike. To utilize my 3-inch deep strike rules, my battle shock shenanigans. On the board, I've got 2 rhinos with a chaos lord with a 5-man legion marine each, and then 2 noise marines, 1 each, so they can jump out, do actions, advance and shoot, and just force battle shock in weird places. Got a 5-man of legionnaires with a lord on foot, being very optimistic about their life's problems. In front of them is Cypher leading the way to just be a bit annoying, and I want Josh, if he gets to use a strat this game, to have to pay 2 CP for it instead of 1. Followed up by 2 brigands, which are going to hopefully shoot something. I've never used them before, and they hopefully, hope they kill something at least. But I think the way this is going to play is Josh is going to completely kill me off the board, but I need to make sure I get more points before he does that, without letting him score too much myself. So
I love that. That's full plan. That's planning ahead.
He's going to kill me. I know he is.
Yeah.
It's whether he kills me fast enough that matters.
Yeah, nice. I like that. Okay, good. Josh, any insight into your strategy other than run at them and hit them with the wolves?
I don't have much shooting, so
that's battle shock is a strat.
That's my battle shock. Or it gives me a 5-up 6-inch leisure bar, which.
Oh, that's good.
What tailored?
I am tailored, totally.
All right then. Well, just test that dice cam with a hand.
Test it.
That's right there. Before we do that, it's frozen on me because we're in the ice zone at the moment. There we go. That should be live now. And roll a dice for us, please. Then.
First turn.
Jordan is the blue, and Josh is the white.
I didn't want that.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Jordan did not want to go first.
I don't believe in them.
Okay.
Big first turn roll that.
Wall or off the wall? You can't get a full inch away.
CSM down is turn 1.
You did, yeah.
This unit is going to.
Guy at the corner or guy not at the corner? Your choice.
Guy not at the corner.
Sure.
That is
You have a
unfortunate.
movement for
That
it, so
means
it's fine.
that
Thank you.
Dread Talons are a more fragile version of CSN than most CSN detachments.
Just so you know,
This may mean that
Yeah, for
Jordan's
the big
forced
area,
into a
dunno.
position where he has to show something first,
Going
depending
first
on what
in
secondaries
kill
come
one,
out,
kill
and
more.
that's not something he ideally
Bugger.
would want to do. But then if
Right.
you've got a unit of 8
So,
wolf,
I don't
Thin
scout.
wolf cavalry just
So
ramming
I'm
itself
going
down your throat, I
to
suppose that's less of a concern
get
because
going.
you're going to have
Good
to
luck,
do
have
something
fun,
about that
sir.
anyway.
All right. So the friendly handshake.
Handshake as well.
Could you please
No.
Here we go.
give me not area denial and not mark for
Oh
death?
yeah, which one
And
are you
we're
on?
drawing them.
I'm the attacker, so I'm
Oh,
red.
We'll do that one because that's your
Sure,
choice.
sure. I'm a
Jordan needs
green
these to be
man.
kind.
Put 'em here, right?
Yeah.
The
Allow
first
them to
one
stay
is
hidden
area
well.
denial. And just push it right up into push it right up into the top there, please, Josh, and square so we can see them on the cameras. Please.
Yeah. Good.
Perfect.
So I said, don't draw area denial and mark for death. You drew area denial and mark
Yeah. Well, you put it into the world, so it's your fault.
What is mark for death, my friend?
This
Oh,
dreadnought,
Yeah.
that dreadnought, and that dreadnought.
Give me the scouts, man.
Okay, so it turns out Jordan's going to be doing areas denial and getting a CP at the end of the turn.
There you go. It's not always a bad thing.
So
Not
the problem
always a bad
is,
thing.
You get 2 points.
I can't
No, I
quite
don't,
tell. How
because
close
I give
are
area denial.
Josh's...
I go forward and give 2 points.
Yeah,
Are they
Then
scouts
you
or
kill
wolfmen
the
in the
rider,
building?
You get 4.
I mean, you do it with no.
Scouts.
They
Hang
don't
on,
hold
So is
just,
there-
I'm just
is he-
updating the time because we should be on 15 minutes
True.
right now.
It's just a unit. Wolfing can do area
But then I
denial.
give you 4
thinking is
points.
that-
Yeah.
Are they close
Well, you might
enough
not kill
to
them.
stop
True.
free
Maybe somebody
area
will
denial?
try.
They're going to be oath.
I imagine.
No,
they will
he's
be.
scouted back now, so he
They're gonna
is
get
not
charged by
denying
the
area
wolf.
denial, which
Yeah.
makes you wonder why he did it.
I'm holding my sheet first, too.
It's bait.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
There's a good chance that that's bait. Area denial will force... Because you can't get area denial by not having something of your own in the middle. It's going to put Jordan in a position now where he has to offer something if he wants to score some secondaries, and he kind of does need to get big area denial considering his second one,
So,
Mark for Death, is not something he's going to go for.
so let's hear what they're pondering here. What is it, Jordan?
So area denial is horrendous because if I get 2 points, because Josh and I have both deployed in a way to block big area denial, which is always having a unit within 6. I've got Nurglings.
Well, no, because you have to be within 3.
You have to, and I have to be within 3, but an enemy has to be within 6 to stop big. I think.
No, you still
You
get
get
little
small.
area. Yeah, you get
Yeah.
small.
Yeah,
Little denial is on
I get
top.
small.
5.1.
But then I give him 4 points for kill,
Yes.
which
yeah.
is horrendous.
Yeah.
So I told Josh not to draw me area denial and mark for death, and the first thing he drew was area denial and mark for death.
I'm going to shuffle my deck.
Blast. So I think I still give it you. So I go 2 points down, but I do get a unit on the board.
Yeah.
And I can be rather annoying with it. So we're going to move some happy little Nurglings.
Happy.
Tell you what, we'll advance them. A 1.
You know what's going to happen, Jordan?
They know they're marching to their death.
You're
They got one.
going to put enough stuff out to actually kill.
Are those the
wolf and
Nurglings?
shoot
Oh,
them.
those
Yeah.
poor green little fellas.
when was
this
I
is
ever
what
gonna
they're
have to
for.
shoot them?
Infiltration denial
In
and
what
just
world
absolutely
in, right?
sucking up a
You got
charge.
noise marines. They do something, right?
They are strength 5. They do.
They're only on 4s.
Fantastic. These raptors can be a bit annoying now because you've. What's your max change of blood? Oh, you can get out 3, move 6, advance and charge.
Yeah.
Is
And charge 4.
is that unit of
Nine,
10? Is it the 10-man unit of Raptors that's on the field, Josh?
27 is my max.
That's correct.
Lovely.
Okay, and the Lord is in that
I
unit.
mean, I'm.
The Lord is in the 10-man unit of Raptors at the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a potential here. So one of the things we didn't touch
No, I
on the
don't
list was
touch
the
this yet.
enhancements. So the enhancement that
Right.
the Jump Pack Lord in Jordan's army has is called Warpfield Thrusters, and it essentially gives the unit uppy downy. So he can use that unit to do secondaries, to opportunistically drop in, do some battle shock tests, hit and run attacks. It gives him some flexibility. He also confers grenades on the unit as well, which can be quite handy in a pinch, and he does hit reasonably well with a power fist in melee. So he could have some shenanigans in mind.
Didn't think I did because I went first.
So,
You
question.
like shenanigans.
Here you go, Ben. A question from the players already. Can you sticky an objective on turn 1?
It depends on the wording of your ability.
Oh, it depends on the wording
So,
of the ability.
So, Some armies and units can, some units and armies can't. So if it says if your unit holds an objective at the end of your command phase, it depends if it is your command phase has to end for the objectives check to take place, if that makes sense. So it all depends on the wording. If it says at end of your movement phase or end of the end of command phase, yes. If it just says end of I'm trying to think which unit it is.
Well,
Is this for CSM?
yeah.
Yeah, in this instance, CSM, the cultists have the sticky objectives, and that will trigger at the end of the controlling player's command phase. So, as long as they start on the objective, they apply whatever weird chaosy stickiness they do to that objective.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. It is very specific to the units now.
We're going to say yes, you can stick it turn 1.
Perfect. Hurrah!
Yeah, in this instance,
We'll probably be proven wrong, but there we go.
I am fully confident, and in 5 minutes' time, someone will copy and paste it into the chat.
Yeah, at the start and end of every phase, an objective check takes place. So as long as the unit started on it and it specifies end of the command phase, the objective check would have taken place at the start of the command phase.
Saying Grimnar, go away.
Okay, so as expected, Jordan's
I'll
being a
give a
little bit
pill,
cagey
but-
here. I think he's been very cagey, but I'm not entirely sure what the threat range is on that massive pile of dogs in the middle. But he's pulled a sort of screening line
Good at any other thing.
around the
not
brigand
gonna shoot
at
you all
that bottom
combat.
corner, just in case there
This
is a
guy's
long
advanced.
bomb charge. He doesn't want to lose that turn 1 by mistake, so that's
For a 4?
a smart way of playing it safe. And then the rest of his
Let's go
army
get
sort of hidden
killed.
up behind the other Super L up in the top right corner,
I don't
just
think I care.
securing
if
his
they get charged,
expansion
to be honest.
objective, securing his home objective, and playing it
Okay.
relatively
you'll kill the
cagely, which I think
Legionnaires,
is the
maybe
right
not
thing
kill
to do at this
the-
point.
Character.
Depends what I put my over, right?
I can make it in a way that your 2 CP charge.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
For advancing
It looks
charge,
like
you can use
Nurglings in the middle of the
advancing
board.
charge.
I do it.
Yeah, he's been forced into it through area denial, so I think
do it
he's
when I roll to
he's
my
comfortable with the fact that he's trading.
after I roll my advance.
He's trading 4 victory
That's
points
not
for
No, no.
giving Josh
I guess
kill,
do 12 inches.
but
That's
he
what I
needs
will
to
check.
start scoring secondaries
mate.
because you can only score 50 points worth of well, you only get to see X amount of secondaries per game. So if he just lets that wither on the vine, he's going to start falling behind.
Yeah, if you can pick up the 4 points for denial, then it's potentially worth it. I guess
Just after you
said
make
it's-
a fallback room.
it's 5 points for a big area denial now, so you would
Yes,
still
it's
give
when
him
you-
1
it's
point
when you
more than
declare it
Josh
when
if he
you're doing
gives
your
up the
movement.
4 on kill.
So you'll do it
You
in the
can
movement
score
phase.
kill
Yeah,
on
so
turn
just
1,
after
just
is
not
I
kill
roll the
more.
dice and then
So I guess it's a
do it.
1 point deficit. I guess the big question is
Might have a
sacrificing a
sacrificial
squad of
cipher.
Nurglings for 1
What
point
he's given to me. I want him dead.
worth it or not?
True, but
Maybe there's a bit more to
I
it
think
than that.
Legionnaires
If,
are more
if those
important than
Nurglings are on that objective, they are annoying to shoot off the board.
Yes and no.
do a lot more
They've
killing
got a
than
6
that.
Dice is
invulnerable
very good in
save.
combat
They're
arms.
4 wounds
Not when
per
you have
base,
17
so it's an
CP.
awkward amount of wounds for high power weapons to take them out.
Grenade,
It's
grenade.
likely going to require some sort of melee unit to clear
Yeah,
them
we
off
have
the
laws give you a free
objective,
one as well, right?
Okay, so we've got
which
some
is
movement.
maybe
Yeah,
what he's going
move
to do.
across.
Because there's a Rhino staging
I can't
behind
make
that
it
first
across,
building.
but I'll
Maybe
get
he'll
shot
pop
by,
out
like,
with that Chaos Lord and
Abolethus
Legionnaires
and
unit and
some-
go for that
Yeah.
counter
and
punch.
frag grenades. What if
That's
you
a
give
right
me a
look like a shadow.
ballistas
Hmm.
for
Yeah,
some
That's
Legionnaires?
because it's Jordan's paint scheme.
It's night time.
It's night time.
We are
Wow.
knights. We are the knights.
We are the Night Lord.
Night Lords, yeah. Black with black highlights, I think, is Nathan's scheme.
We have omitted the normally has to be painted rule because we wanted to get this game on the stream because we've missed some great streams from some of the top players in club, and this is one we wanted to see.
I'll advance.
I wish you told me that before. I spent 4 hours painting gold trim on Sunday to try and get them ready for Friday.
Boo hiss.
Well, actually, who is battle ready here?
I would say the difference here is that neither player is battle ready.
Neither of them are battle ready, and neither of them give a
Whereas
crap.
whereas our stream on Friday, both players
to get as
are
well.
Not gonna
very
lie,
keen
I
on
don't
being
think we've been battle ready
So
Yeah.
in
slight difference.
18 years.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Always got to bring them there. Something new. I can't move it.
If only we were good enough
Okay,
to play
he's,
the meta.
is that that Rhino staging at the next
Gonna
sort
hug
of
that lovely
safest bit
building.
of cover behind those
Well,
containers?
no,
I think that's as good as it's going to get.
It's not really
No,
doing
I know,
anything.
but I can eject Marines out that gap.
It's not really doing anything.
Just
It's,
all
it's
the
creeping
bastard.
forward. Maybe there'll be an opportunity
Oh, look,
on
there's a
Jordan's
Rhino,
turn
and he's
2 to
placing the
bust
wall.
out a unit of legionaries
Yeah,
and
don't worry about
maybe take that expansion
This guy's in
objective of
a,
Josh's
this
in
guy
the top
won't
left.
advance.
And I think that's Cypher and some Legionaries with their dick in the wind over there.
A Cypher's not got his dick in the wind.
That's very much what Night Lords do to him.
Legionnaires That one.
Yeah,
The guy with
I
two
mean, the
guns.
whole mission
If you get, my
draws
my
towards
idea
that
is
play.
Josh has got very
Just
limited
holding a
range
home
firepower that
objective is
isn't
scoring you
anti-tank.
4 each
If he
turn.
pokes a ballistas out and kills like 3
Generally, going to try and
legionnaires,
retain
he
your
gives me a
opponents to
ballistas
4
for 3
primary
legionnaires. So I'll
on the
take it.
objectives
Just
anyway.
a
So
nerd
you
one.
don't have to be
Yeah,
aggressive.
true. The
In
Nurglings
fact,
is a
being
lot easier
aggressive
to
can
kill.
suddenly see your opponent scoring 16 primary points, which is the last thing you want. So
Yeah.
I do expect a cagey game, certainly at the start. Josh having turn 2 is particularly massive because he can almost bank on potentially scoring at least 12 primary points turn 5.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind he has the units left, of course, but he can afford to play late game now. Maybe even pick up 16 turn 4 and 5 if the board suits him. So Jordan has got a bit of work to do here.
He does. And unlike most Chaos Space Marine armies, this detachment, if you're playing it correctly, and I say correctly, you need to bring Raptors if you're playing Dread Talons. And if you're sinking X amount of hundreds of points into Raptors, you do sacrifice some of the harder hitting killing power by having that fun little bit of flexibility in battle shock manipulation.
So we've got
So
some
he's going to
shooting.
struggle to clear it. Ooh.
And what's this from?
So I'm shooting the first one's missed. I'm shooting the 2 brigands at the 5-man scouts in the middle, hoping to kill one because then they would have started their turn within 12 of.
Can the brigands see?
They have indirect habit launchers.
Oh,
They have a
indirect,
non-line of
okay,
sight
okay,
shooting.
Second
Looks like
one,
I'm going to be
same thing.
buying some brigands for my Dread Talons because I've just realised that. So they have non-line of sight. They have a bit of non-indirect fire on them. And being able to indirectly pick off a few infantry to start battle shocks rolling without needing to expose yourself in this detachment. That's a really smart play.
Yes, and I would say to be clear, it's D6 shots hitting on 4s.
It's not great, but
So
can be
it's
good.
not great. They can pick up the extra AP, however, if it's the closest unit. So they can still force you at -1 saves indirect, which is quite good if it's the closest eligible. So they've got their usage, but I think now we're seeing all indirect is certainly not what it used to be.
Question from the players.
Do we do our own scoring, or is it on the app?
You can do it yourself on the app. I'm tracking it live on the here. So
Perfect.
If you're done, do you want to set it up on the app, Jordan?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
So is that the end of your turn, Jordan?
Yes, I got 2 area denial and discarded mark for death.
We've got 2 on area denial.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Was he able to kill a scout with his indirect?
You do.
Were you able to take casualty on the indirect?
No, I did
No.
a wound to our scout, and I need to kill a whole model,
Ah, that's a shame.
which is unfortunate because I got 2 shots and 1 shot from my habit launchers.
Well, the lack of
That is-
AP and everything is.
You're so ungrateful.
I'm so ungrateful.
Turn 1 for the wolves.
Go for it, boss.
Casino
Hit
cannons
me.
be casino canoing.
With
So
that
Ben,
thumbstick.
So I
where do you
cast this
think?
every turn, just so I know? No
Oh.
battle
Goes
shocks,
with
yeah?
this.
No battle shocks. Joe, did you do your first IT fusion ability?
I don't know. I've seen both players be very aggressive, and I've seen both of them play a very passive tactical game.
I'd like to see in the chat
Think-
what everyone thinks the predicted scores will be, actually.
But I certainly am still edging towards a close Space Wolves win. I think the mission suits Space Wolves. They can afford to sit, score, and then push later game. But it could go either way.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, but I think there is a world where if Josh makes a mistake in terms of his target prioritization, or he leaves a gap big enough for the 11-man unit Raptors plus Lord squad to drop within 3, if
So-
the battle shocks ripple off that nicely, it could go the other way.
So we got recover assets and sabotage as the first 2 draws. So not great, but it's
That's
better getting it now
almost-
than turn 3 or 4, I'd say.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
is.
saying that, where he's positioned at the moment, that bottom of the Super L is technically outside. He can sit behind that and recover.
Yeah,
He's got that what looks like a scout unit sitting in, and he's also got the Thunder Cav unit, the big block sat in the middle. So he can certainly get the recover assets here. And sabotage, and Josh has to come out. I'm sorry, Jordan would have to come out and try and stop it. If he doesn't, he picks up 9 points. So
it is going to force it, isn't it?
sorry,
Will
60
Jo-
points.
will Josh be in a position? I think he's got enough units on the board that he can still commit forward and start grabbing onto the objectives he needs to, as well as doing this.
Yeah, you just have to remember though, in this mission, you, unless you're going to outscore your opponent and pick up more,
Yeah.
you're only going to score 4 on primary. You don't necessarily need to have 2 or 3 if you can negate your opponent to 1 as well. So he can just sit on his home objective very safely, know he's going to get the 4 on primary. As long as he stops Jordan from then picking up 8 on his turn, which he can do quite comfortably, he doesn't need to do anything here. Sit and score your 4 on primary for turn 2. Maybe try and pick up the Nurglings if he fancies it.
It looks like he might fancy it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one.
I don't think he should do it. I think that gives Jordan an opportunity to pull some Legionnaires out of that Rhino and give them a target.
I completely agree. I do wonder whether, again, always give the players the benefit of the doubt. Maybe Josh is under the impression he can still score the kill and kill more turn 1, because if it's going to score you 8 points, you do it, because that gives you a really good solid start.
Yeah.
For 4 points on a unit that isn't scoring primary, next turn, obviously there's 0 AC Nurglings, they can't actually put any more points on the board, unless he wants to pick up a scoring unit early to force Jordan to make some attacks. It does feel a little bit like just a 4-point trade. Push out, score the 4, potentially put Jordan in a position to pick up 8 on kill more next turn. But in Josh's defence, Jordan's going to have to come out and engage, and if Josh can then pick up those units that engage him, he's probably started to win the asset war.
Well, it's 4-dimensional chess. Everyone's going to be trading pieces up, and everyone's hoping to trade up. But I mean, at the end of the day, points are points. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. Both players have done the exact same thing with the Rhinos. It's not the safest staging position by any means, but it is a way of getting a little bit more movement ready to push onto your opponent's expansion objective if that is something that's on the cards. I don't think Jordan could get line of sight to that Rhino with either of his his brigand units. It would be awkward to drop a unit of Raptors with melter guns onto it. You're never really ever going to be safe from a deep striking unit of 10 Raptors with melters with a 3-inch drop on it. But it's whether he would want to even commit it to that, and I don't think he would.
Yeah, do we know? Do we have a list of what's in reserves for Jordan?
Yeah, Jordan's got some obliterators and some Raptors. 2 units of 5 Raptors in reserve.
Okay.
Now the obliterators offer him something quite interesting, because that's an additional angle of indirect fire. So they do have a once per game ability where they just open a rift above their heads, fire their guns, and their guns just land on something within 24 inches. So you can deploy those obliterators relatively safely that first turn, and just rip something to shreds. Now they've got something that's good at taking out 1 wound infantry. I think it's D6 plus 3 shots, AP 1 damage sustained, which is great. There's a marine body killing version of it where they have D6 blast shots, but they're 2 damage each at AP 2, which is great for dealing with things like maybe wolf cav, maybe those not grey hunters, sorry, the blood claws coming out of that rhino. But there is also a flat damage for D3 melter gun that they've got attached to them as well. If you could find a way to pop that rhino, those obliterators could use their second profile and just shred that unit of blood claws, but I don't see how he pops that rhino turn 2.
I would just like to say to chat, actually, if anyone wants to ask questions of the players while they're playing, we don't want to interrupt the competitive game, but if there's any super chats you want to make, we can always do that. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching. We are a new channel, I would say, a couple of months now, but we're getting there. I think everything we get goes into the channel, goes, every penny we get goes back into reinvesting in the channel, making it a little bit better. This is about upgrading our local scene, upgrading our players, getting WTC ready, which is why we're doing the WTC layout. So yeah, please help support, and thanks for watching.
They're not super tanky.
They're cipherable.
Are they? Maybe 4 of them run that.
So just trying to gauge when to move out now.
Yeah, it's always overheating. That doesn't overheat.
Cool. So
I think
I'm just going to go
Ben's hit the nail on the head. Do those objectives in positions where maybe you can bait your opponent into trying to stop you. Force Jordan to come out and
And what's a scout?
Yeah, Dread Talons don't do well when they're caught out in the
Anything.
open. Unlike Space Marines, for some reason they decided to give Armor of Contempt to only 2 detachments in this book rather than universally.
Yeah.
So they lack that bit of survivability that they can give themselves by negating a little bit of AP. There aren't really any defensive strats in the Dread Talons book. They've got quite a naughty one that allows them to charge something that's fallen back from combat with them, but it's kind of niche.
How are your
Most of the
blood
strats are
claws with
offensive
fighting
or
vehicles?
mobility based,
They
so
reroll hits and
once
roll
you're out in the open,
Fantastic. Mostly
you're
chainsaw and
kind of
harvest.
Yeah.
there,
And also they
and
reroll
it does
hits and
become
reroll
about
one
whether
hit
you've
charge.
traded well at that point to get your value.
Good job I don't have any of them.
So just to confirm, the Dreadnought is doing the sabotage.
Nope.
No,
course,
the
yes.
scouts are doing the sabotage.
We've got sabotage here.
Yeah,
We've got area denial here. No, area denial.
Cover on the
recover
front they
there.
have, I
And then
guess.
recover from the lieutenant.
and recover from the lieutenant. Who's just outside of the tipping point deployment.
It makes a lot of sense. I think if you're gonna pull double actions, then turn one's the one you want them. There can be quite annoying recover and sabotage because it stops your flow. But I think from Josh's perspective, I think you have to budget turn one to not score secondary. As you get more towards the top end of play, got to expect your opponent to counter it. So getting those out the way now is not necessarily a bad thing for him, and it gives him more free
Pulling bad
play
ones
later
out
game.
ultimately for late game.
Yeah.
You want units-
So you have to go around more if you want to charge me?
The
If I'm an inch off
Rhino.
wall? No. Oh no, we're playing WTC.
Yeah, the Rhino?
I meant the guys getting out.
Oh, no,
charging
they can get
scouts,
out this
but you can get the
Killing
max
stuff at-
engagement range for a wall.
Yes.
You're
Two
doing
that
stuff
for some
rather than
logic you can't
wasting
redraw,
ammo.
but you
Yeah.
can redraw for ones that you can score turn one. There's still some strange little issues with Prinexus, but
Nothing's perfect.
Right.
I just wanted to address some questions we've had in the chat. We've had Molyneux get us a couple of questions in. So, who we got for Friday's stream? I will be gracing the boards on Friday, so I'm playing up against Matt. So I will be bringing my Night Lords, but we were actually Alpha Legion the entire time. So I will be playing Deceptors versus Matt, who will be bringing Imperial Agents, and I think he's bringing the Imperialis Fleet detachment,
Rerolls?
which is probably
I'm like
the
toughness
more
to-
competitively viable of the
Strength five.
Imperial Agents detachment. So it should be quite an interesting one day.
And what are we shooting now?
yeah.
This is the Wolfen shooting the Nurglings in the
Okay,
middle of the board.
pistols.
Toughness
Just
three,
trying
I
to
think.
chip away at
I am
the
toughness three.
Nurglings, I think. That's the only thing he's got lines on.
3, 6, 7.
7.
Yeah, so while we watch the excitement of some pistols being shot, I think we have had a second question from our very own Rhino Reese. Do you think this game's a big swing in terms of first place for the league? I'm going to be controversial here, and I'm going to say I think the winner of this game may go on to win the league.
Ooh, big claim.
It is a big claim.
Got some great players messing around in that sort of 2-1-3-0 bracket coming into this round.
Absolutely, we are at the end of this rig. As we go into round 5, we are potentially only going to have 4 unbeaten players. This is effectively a quarter-final match tonight.
Oh yeah.
And I say that because I think with the ability to repurpose lists for round 5,
And then do this one.
the fact that while Jordan is playing Dread Talons at the moment, there is nothing in the rules that say he can't change detachment, as an example. So we'll see how committed he is to getting that trophy on the table as well, whether we see some adjustments there. I think Space Wolves are potentially a good counter for Imperial Guard at the moment. So, yeah, I think we could see one of these players here could go on to win.
We got our
Personally, I think
first super chat, by the way. Thanks, Mr. Bennett. Thank you. Apparently he played Josh. Josh beat him.
Thank you.
Apparently with CSM. So who to root for?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
You could root for CSM.
No, he said sorry.
I mean, you can
Josh
always
beat me, but who
you can
likes
always hope for
CSM?
the draw.
I'm a Night
Yeah,
Lord.
you can always hope for the draw, which basically kills both players' chances of winning the league.
Bad
So
words.
There you go,
always
Steve.
that.
Something to hope for, mate. If you put a big enough super chat in there, we might just let them call an intentional draw for the round if you want.
CP reroll.
But yeah, to go back to the point that Ben was making
I
around
said, if you said
detachments,
I thought that, I wouldn't.
Jordan is not going to get out of Dread Talons. So we floated the idea at the start of the league that we'd both stick with it for the entirety of the league. And then he beat me in round 3 in a Dread Talons mirror match, and I couldn't face the shame, so I've swapped out. But I think he's going to stick with this throughout and try to sort of refine it as he goes. I've seen the list he's pulled together for week 5. It's pretty spicy, actually. I think it might be the best brew he's come up with so far.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say anything, obviously. I'm not going to reel anything.
Trying to adjust the glare on the see-through perspex screens on the camera. Sorry about that. The perspex screens are great because they allow you to put over objectives and they don't block anything. But yeah, they do have the downside. So if we can add a matte layer to that, it'd be really good.
4s now?
4s now.
Okay, there's a lot of shooting going on here from Space Wars.
This is melee.
This is melee.
Oh, he's gone into the Nurglings. Okay,
Poor melee.
I'm paying attention. I'm
I
not
can
2
roll
beers
all
in.
the 6s. I anticipate I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
There's a lot. Not these 2 players are usually teasing each other quite
I
a lot.
didn't see anything on this side. Was that all hits?
They're
I'll
concentrating.
take one out. Just
Sure. You're re-rolling anyway.
because I grabbed dice. And I saw 2 dice there. and I
How
was
many
don't think it's
Lurglings
gonna
has
be
he
the
still
deal
got in
for
that?
now.
Is there like 1 or 2 bases left? They're holding on.
and then I get.
Looks like 3, but that was just from the pistols. He hasn't. The attacks haven't gone through yet.
Oh dear.
2s.
Yeah.
Rerolling 1s.
Okay.
Oh, that's fighting talk.
Okay.
There's no way these Nurglings
Very
make
much
it, right?
not required.
Right.
Josh hopes they don't make it.
You damaged
Well,
it.
they're actually really annoying in melee because they actually pump out an aura of -1 to hit in melee, which is hilarious.
I think they may have forgotten the -1 to hit.
No, he's 4s with
Oh,
Sustain.
4s and
with
sustain.
oath of moment.
Okay.
And
Yeah, the
sustain.
sustained hits does kind
Oh,
of
your
balance the
oath
books.
target.
Yeah.
Legendary.
4 points.
Oh yeah,
Going to over 4 points.
that's something that I think some of the newer Space Marine players
Consolation
might want to pay
thing.
attention to as well when looking at this. In that
So I didn't go on to the center.
both, you're always tempted to put it on something big and scary, but
Actually,
you
that
need
one's
to just be
going well,
ruthlessly
'cause
pragmatic with
I'll
it.
take
If
it.
something needs to go away, even if it's a cheap unit of Nurglings,
No. I have
pop it on there,
fallback and a
guaranteed
noise
kill.
strat.
greed is the enemy of success when it comes to sort of
As
assigning
in I can fall back and
resources on
charge.
targets.
I
get it
can
done.
chase you when you're
A
running.
wolf and OC 0 or 1?
They are the angriest Nurglings you'll ever meet, Josh. They are
So
OC
right
0.
now,
0. Okay.
neither of us are holding anything.
So
Apart from
no
that-
one's.
Oh wait, sorry, I meant to move that on.
Oh,
No one's holding that middle objective.
That's what I meant to do.
Okay, just checking.
it's fine, don't worry, Jack.
Just wondering what the play was
Give me
there.
that camera back, it's fine.
It was just murder. The play was murder.
Murder.
Okay.
There is a world, however, they could get OC1.
Cool.
One of the sagas for the
I
Space
just
Wars
wanted to
Champions
ask
of
you
Rust
this,
attachment.
where I can
I believe it's if a character kills another
Just
character,
gave me that damage.
everything in the
No,
army
no,
gets
don't
+1
worry
OC for the rest of the game. So there is a world where they become superior.
about it.
Don't worry about it.
But it's
man.
very
It's
niche.
all good.
How depressing is it the first battle shock of the game will be mine?
Oh, that's so good.
Wow.
I guess I just go close to the wall, right?
You can't move further away from the objective.
Yeah, I know, but I can go over here. As long as I'm not putting 1 of an inch closer. Rich! God damn your magnets!
I'm praying to Nurgle for all it matters.
What do
A
you
lot of
think
that
about
prey
Josh's first movement phase?
Cool.
You did?
I think so.
That's the end of turn
I-
1 for
Oh,
Space
I
Wolves.
will up-E the Raptors.
And
They are
Jordan's
leaving.
taking the Raptors off.
There we go.
We didn't like
That
this
is a
game
smart
anyway.
play. Yeah, that 10-man squad with the Lord that allows them to uppy downy is
Well, you order
really
that,
handy
don't
from
you?
a tactical perspective. Gives them a lot of
You sure?
flexibility, but I think you're probably going to want to draw attention to the super chat that just came through.
Thank you, Notorious Nurgle. £5. You're an absolute legend. Thanks, Rich. We know who you are. You just wanted to say Nurgle for the win.
Love you, Rich.
Nurgle?
Jordan is actually using Rich's
Music
Chaos
every
Knights.
chaos plays this.
So the only 2 painted models. in the
Terrain as well.
I don't know,
We
there's
do have,
Nathan's
Richard
Obliterators
Strike as well tonight,
and
so thank
Nurglings
you
that
for
were
Oh, as
on the
always, of
board at
course.
some
Yeah,
point.
thanks,
Yeah,
Rich.
appreciate that,
to
Rick.
score.
Rich is an absolute
nothing.
staple of the club.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you're doing things.
Just you can never do enough for
Ah,
everyone.
yeah, hold
So
one.
you know,
'Cause I
everyone
did
thank
it.
Rich for
Yeah.
helping us
I get killed one
supporting
by
the channel,
You
the
do.
terrain and everything. So
So
Yeah, he's
we
also he's
will-
going to be supplying me with a Predator
Give
tank for
you
Friday as
kill
well, so
one.
appreciate you, Rich.
You're on 4.
I don't know what to do with this.
all right, that's enough. That's all £5 gets you.
And then I get Hold one,
Okay, so it looks like
and I get
we're,
2
we're
cards.
sort of
that are
wrapping
gonna
up
be
the
good.
Space Wolves turn. I think it's been
Mr.
relatively
Josh.
successful, right? Recover assets and sabotage
Keep
ticking
them
over
there.
nicely.
Keep
still
them there.
there. They're
That's
yours.
your secondary slot now,
You need
Josh.
to draw.
Yeah, so they can go into the one next to it.
That's why there's 2 slots.
It's been designed by the gods, this secondary
Well, it's
system.
what you get for having
Who
a
needs
full-
computers
space
when you
wolf
have a
on your turn,
camera
you know?
and pieces of
You
wood?
got Defend Your Stronghold, which is stickied, and also Cleanse.
Yay!
Oh.
Okay, so not the worst
Don't
pool
wanna
in the
cleanse
world.
anything.
Why not?
Defend.
Come Cleanse. Come
Oh,
Cleanse.
I owe you a battle
Yeah,
shock.
Ben, what do you think? What's the
Ready
does
for
he go
battle?
cagey again here? Like,
Because it's the.
I mean, I'll
it's
be
5
honest,
men and a lord.
I just
At
meant I
this
wasn't
point
ready.
for
Do I battle
Jordan,
shock still? Because the
I'd
unit
even
is weighted
maybe be
below
tempted
halfway.
to
The
redraw
unit
cleanse
isn't
at this
below
point,
Do
because I
you
think if he
start
gives
small?
up 2 units
But
for
I've got 3
cleanse,
left, and I'm not below.
Oh, no,
or
you-
even
you-
a
Okay.
unit
nice.
for cleanse, he puts Josh in a very strong
More
position
victory.
to pick up the 8 on kill more.
So I
Can they react? In
So
No.
is that because
It's
he'd have to
difficult.
commit?
Where's
Because he'd have to
what's
commit
the- if you
units,
kill a
even if they were like a
character thing?
Rhino
I
or
already have
Cypher, it puts
Oh,
them in a position
cool.
where they're
Now
essentially going to be
vehicles
threatened,
and
right?
survive.
So by doing
yeah,
that,
that's the problem.
Vehicles
It's
survive
defend is
control.
something he can just pick up 3, but at this point,
Okay.
at turn 2, having only scored
I'm
2
petting
on
up what you're
secondary
putting
turn
down.
1,
Thank you.
just
How
scoring
much?
the 3
Does
is
your
not
lieutenant have an
ideal.
invulnerable
I
surge?
think
He has
going
survival
first and
now.
having cleanse
Does he have invulnerable surge?
in turn 2
No,
of the
he also
current
has a
ball set is
6-inch
just
dragon.
not great for him. He
When
probably
I
can
deep
pick up
strike?
a single
Yeah,
cleanse
he's
on
already
his
landed, isn't he?
expansion objective at the bottom, towards the bottom
He's
right
also
there.
stealth
Is
on
it when
Poke
I
something
move,
out,
or-
dip on it, score
No,
the
it's just when you
points.
settle.
Let's
by
see.
secondary,
Yeah, cool.
then he picks up maybe
do that.
4 off a kill as well.
Let's see what they're thinking. What are you thinking, Jordan?
Oh dear.
Yeah, not ideal.
Not ideal. I think I'm just gonna have to kind of throw stuff at him, start causing light damage to bother him, and then bother him, and then just kind of spread shots and basically just hope he starts failing stuff. Is the plan.
Good.
That is the plan, I think. I think there's a couple of things I can do to get some kills. He's going to get kill more from me at the start, and I can't stop him doing that. By the nature of he's a lot killier than I am.
I do battle shock in my command phase, right? And then
Yes.
I can get control less than you at that point.
Yes. Well, not right now. You're only holding 1.
Oh no, you only get control more in your command phase, don't you?
Yeah. Well, you're not controlling more than me at the moment because you've only got 1.
What I mention is,
Oh, sure.
if a wolf had 1 OC, man.
That's a good point from Jordan. That I
Mm.
was slightly surprised
not?
that Josh didn't
Damage
step
Marines,
onto the his expansion
Don't worry about
objective
I actually don't know if they
in
can
his
kill
turn,
on
just to be able to try and
Yeah.
pick up the
I
potential
think I'm
8
fine. Don't worry about it.
in turn 2
do that.
primary, because there's not much.
Grenades.
Jordan has to commit a lot to get to it, and then he's got a
Yeah.
big heavy pack of
Fire
Thunder
them.
Cav ready to
We'll
just come
fire
out and
them.
deal with the problem and stay
It's
behind
the
cover.
same one.
Yeah.
So that was why. But I think Josh has been intentionally cagey here.
Okay.
So Raptors don't battle shock tanks.
They've played into each other a lot,
they
so
do
they,
when I
they
charge.
know what they're both capable
They
of.
have.
Yeah.
I think
that
he
does
was
help.
quite.
Well, the difference with
was
this game
certainly
is
quite
I'm
fortunate
aware
that
what
I think
Josh is capable of, and
Jordan
neither
had
of us
picked
are
up
capable,
something
are
like,
knowledgeable what I'm capable of.
no
That is the
prisoners
difference.
and
The Enigma.
overwhelming force.
That's how I'm going to beat him. He doesn't.
It
Even
would
I
have
don't
been
know what I'm going to do.
picking up that Wolven squad in the middle would have been nice for
Man,
him,
this
but
is-
Josh has certainly played it well. He's got away
Where's
with
my
that.
10-man Terminators?
Yeah, just bring 10-man terminators.
Yeah.
Not a lot of points on
No,
the
they'd be
board at the
alright.
moment for
I
Jordan.
mean, yeah, that'll be fine.
No, there's not. I'm just wondering, does
I do have the weirdest plan in the
did
world.
Jordan secure his expansion
weird.
objective, meaning he picked up 8 at the
It's.
start?
I can
of
tell
his
it's
turn?
a 3-inch deep strike. I
Or
wrap
did he
this one
leave
in a
that
line here.
abandoned
Yeah.
as well?
I get shot by ballistas. Not
As
great.
far as I know,
Okay,
there's nothing
then
on
stuff.
there, but there could
They're
be
going to
something
move up
hiding
here.
behind it.
The
you're quite
rhino
right.
is kind of chilling,
there might be
doing
like a
its own
squad
thing.
Remember, I had
of
the blood
5
surge.
legionaries just
Yeah,
chilling
I'm not
out.
shit. Cool.
And we do need to score
Um,
Jordan's primary, actually, don't
Charge
we?
range out of
Oh
that.
yes, did we score your primary, Jordan?
I did, so I hold 1.
Hold on.
Josh got kill last
So
round
go
as
see a
well.
bit of primary.
If you
We
didn't
do,
catch that.
because Josh got a kill, and he's still doing his action.
He
Yep.
is.
I am currently looking at a tablet where you can input all this yourself, and it'll come up on the screen. That is probably going to come up maybe Friday, maybe not. Depends how
Okay.
quickly I can get that turned around.
A few more
iPad
super
2.
chats should see that come to fruition.
12-inch loan up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Another
like
50
hands
quid
now.
from Steve, and we'll make sure that this ends a draw.
You must-
Such a tease.
You must owe me a beer or something.
What, sorry?
You have to be 9 away from them as well. Oh, you go 3 damage to your throat. Okay, sure.
No, I meant for getting out of the rhino.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about noise marines getting out and shooting him.
One guy will be able to?
I have advance and shoot.
Oh, okay.
Assault.
I should make sure you show the rhino do it then. Show my rhino do it instead.
I don't know if I'll kill him is the problem.
Yeah,
Plus, people watching.
with a 5-up gun.
People watching in the
It's also
bottom
stealth with
corner.
one
There's
thing.
10 raptors that are off the table right now. They're not actually deployed there.
I'm not that
There's
silly.
a great place to put them right here.
No, shut up. It's such a bad idea, but I think it's going to be fun.
We like fun.
Yeah, sure. Screw it.
Jordan's
Jordan
going for the
filling
fun
us
play.
with, yeah, he's filling us with the hope and expectation. All I heard was we're going to do some stuff and hope the battle shock tests fail. And
And we're
as a
going to
Dread
make
Talon
sure
player,
9-inch
that
reactor
is
can just have blood
not a
cells,
great
right?
plan.
Yeah. So as long
Holy shit!
Sometimes it works.
Holy shit! They're
sometimes
getting
they do
out.
No, I'm
They're
charging.
going out.
What?
He's getting out of the rhinos. What's his
Oh,
Wolfgang?
oh my god. He's going for
These
it.
are the bravest
He's gone
legionnaires
full send.
I've ever seen.
I mean,
Right, it's a legionary
Brave.
squad with a lord. Now, do not underestimate the power of a legionary squad with a lord. It has 2 power
Assaulting
fists
me
baked
with your
into it.
words.
It's got a good amount of damage to attacks. The Chaos Lord generally has a demon hammer,
Okay.
which has 5 attacks,
This
AP
rhino
2,
is
2
gonna
damage,
kill.
dev wounds. But once per game, he can do something called a chance for glory, or as I like to call it, best day ever, where he gets +1 attack, +1 strength,
Rhino's gonna
+1
advance.
AP, and +1 damage for a turn. So,
Dude.
if he throws that fire and forget missile into a unit of
What's your
Wolfcav,
rhino's
maybe
better
it does a
for
chunk.
I mean,
It
I
could.
wish.
It's going to suck.
7.
looks like a 6-inch charge from here, so it's not guaranteed. He has got 4 CP, Jordan.
I am a very
Yeah, he's
CP
been
man.
absolutely banking up. CP,
Commanding, some would
so
say.
Because those bases are 6 inches wide, so it should be.
yes. It's just on
The
the 6.
pivots.
yeah, Ben, I don't know what you think about this. It looks like it's gone from
Don't worry
cagey
about
to absolute Hail Mary on turn 2.
That's what getting 2
Yeah,
shit secondaries will do.
It's
That's
if you can get that unit
Brilliant.
into the Thundercav,
Ah.
bear in mind it effectively halves their damage because they only get the +1 damage on the charge.
Can you give me
So
the
if he
charge
can
from your
tie
right?
up that
don't
Thundercav
think you're getting
unit
there
in
just
combat
yet.
for a couple of turns
27.
and start picking up bases, he massively starts to neuter Josh's hammer.
Is that
So-
a joke? Is that a pet-based joke?
It's not a bad it's not a bad
I'm glad you got there in the end, Josh. I'm glad someone got it.
I was like, hammer? I don't get it. Oh, the other thing.
I don't count as charging.
Yeah,
You count the
Thundercav are a
charging?
great
No,
unit, but when
it
they're
goes
pumping
into
out
the
1
defender.
damage,
It goes into the other
it's
bracket. So neither
obviously
is count
it's a
charging.
huge
But also you only get
impact.
back +1
So
damage.
I think it's brave from Jordan, but
Okay.
I think
that's actually
Jordan knows
funny
if
you
he just
charge.
sits
Okay.
and lets
I mean, my
Josh
lords have damage
position,
too anyway,
stage,
those
and
two
come
areas
at him,
That's true.
then he says goodbye to his
Right.
army.
Still moving.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's whether does he have the
Call
punch to
me
push this
magical.
through. If there was a second legionary squad ready to run into that Thundercav
Imagine an
unit,
army moving.
I would feel relatively secure that that Thundercav unit just disappears. But it looks like he's only throwing the 1 squad at the moment,
Go do
and
that,
that
then.
alone is not going to be enough to kill.
Oh,
What are we going to do about this wolfen?
yeah.
Panic indiscriminately.
Oh,
That's
hang
what we're
on
gonna do
now,
about
he's
those
jumping out
wolves,
of the
Josh.
rhino from the other side,
Am I wolfing gonna get battle?
and
Maybe.
I think that's Noise Marines?
Cool.
Oh, yeah, because there's 2
mean-
squads in that rhino. I mean, this is. Yep.
Look,
He's
you may
gone.
It's
even.
Rhino Hammer.
I mean, I don't know what Jordan's plan is
One less
here.
rhino
There
to
is
worry
obviously
about.
that little scout squad in front
you're
of those
fine, it's the
Thundercav
best
as
rhino.
well.
Because
So
It's coming out.
he may
Bit of
even
mountain.
go into the scout squad, pick them
Three
up
pivot.
for a,
2 inches.
and then consolidate into the Thundercav, take the 1 damage.
God,
hit,
that's rhino.
keep
I
them
think
there for a turn.
Maybe I think he sees what he's doing. So he's jumped. So basically, he's decided that rhino is going to be a cleansed machine. So he's just edged it onto
That's
the
how the board
objective.
feels very.
Both units are out.
I mean, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, I think he's
Come
just
on.
got to throw everything. That unit of raptors is that went
I've got a plan.
up into
Stupid plan.
deep
Plan.
strike
We want plans.
last turn. It's in a position now where it can drop in within 3.
Can you give me a
If he
Thundercat
drops
charging?
that in a position where he has line of sight to those Thundercats, or maybe he's thinking he could hit the Rhino, and then the Obliterators are also a deep strike option at this point too. He could just throw everything into this in terms of deep strike, shooting, stratagems.
That's
all
fine.
of it.
There looks
Cultists
like
are gonna
there's
do
enough.
the Macarena to work out where Logan's not going.
Can he drop
Don't
in
get
the
that.
Blitz, get
You
line
should
of sight
watch.
on the Thunder
You
Cav
think?
and
You also have
the
to
Lone
control it, not just be
Lieutenant?
on it. By
He doesn't need line of
Well,
sight.
I think he can kill 10 cultists.
He
They
does
have
if
a
he
one-
wants.
I'm optimistic
he does
about
if he
his
doesn't want to hit
chances.
on
I'm not.
fours.
The fact
That
that
is the
the fact-
downside, but
the fact that you're BMing your
if he can find a way to
I am.
battle shock
He is
those wolf
shit apart
cavalry,
from the foul.
he can get
He's
free
actually
rerolling
terrible.
hits and wounds if they're
Literally.
battle shocked as part
God
of
damn.
strategy.
I hate him.
But
Guys,
yeah,
kills guys,
fours-
he howls, he
fours
dies.
with
Sorry,
sustained
Dr.
hits
Pass.
He howls.
kind of makes it
I saw him die
threes,
to
right?
Pathfinders once,
Yeah,
which is
he died to-
incredibly
he dies
embarrassing.
to-
Yeah, I
just
presume
random
we'll see some
shit.
Warp Talons come onto the bottom objective. Deep strike them in there because
Quite
then
daring, actually.
Josh has got to try and push
Well, he
two
just keeps
objectives
failing.
then to stop Jordan picking up the 8 on primary.
But you just can't drop him, Jordan, even when he got price tagged.
But it looks like
Um,
Jordan's
yeah,
going
still
for
moving,
it. So brave
I
decision,
think.
but if it
No,
works, if he can
no,
pick
no,
up
no.
that Thundercav
No, no.
unit, that's a big hit, Josh.
Pick up is a strong word. Dent, maybe.
Wait, if you can just go pick up my Thunder Calf.
It depends what he does. If he can bring the
Someone's
Warp Talons
high.
in and get the 9-inch charge, if he can bring the Obliterators in and get line of sight and shoot them. We're talking about going it with everything, even the kitchen sink.
Yeah, I think you.
I think
Yeah,
it's
it's a good
fantastic.
point. I mean, I would be tempted to do it. But you know how aggressive I am.
Go,
He's
get
moved
you.
the
That's
Brigand
why I'm-
Squad as well.
Get him
This
right.
is why I'm curious because
Oh, I can see you.
to go this
I need to move
aggressive
you around a
with
little
only
bit,
these
yeah.
units,
I mean, you
Not
can
quite
see it through the
sure.
gap anyway.
I feel like Jordan's got something up his sleeve.
At least I hope he does.
So stupid, what I'm going to do.
Go charge me.
No, do you pass sabotage or recover if you're battle shocked?
Yeah. You can't start it if you're battle shocked, but you can
Lost.
complete it if you
Sorry,
then
if I
become
knew you
battle
were
shocked.
doing that.
No, I wasn't doing that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just in my
Honestly, if I knew that, I might have just.
Yeah, it's come up a lot when I play NIDS. I'm always trying to battle shock people's action units, and it's not a thing.
Although his it
Damn.
does mean that his combi lieutenant can't
I forgot
actually
you're a
do
battle
his
shock
once
mid
per
play.
game reactive move because that would
so
fail.
good to see a
Good one
kindred
by
spirit
most
out of
standards.
that.
Would it?
I need to look up Blitz.
Yes, because you can't make a move and it
Good point.
counts as making a normal
Good,
move.
good, call, good talk.
So you could stage those. No, because you can't drop within. Oh, you can. Oh.
But he could drop within 3 of the. He could drop within 3 of the with the talons. Put the Blitz 9 away and get line of sight on the back of that.
I
cav
can't see
unit.
you.
So
We have a loser.
Jordan has some options here. We really could go aggressive.
I just felt bad.
Problem is,
No, 'cause they're here.
it's very role
Guys are
dependent. I
there,
know it's
Josh.
Go Wolfen.
but it
Yeah,
is
go
very
indeed.
dependent whether that plays out.
This will cost me 2 because
Absolutely.
Bjorn.
But Josh can only retaliate and go into 1, maybe
Yeah,
2
well.
Like you did
units.
in the
So
why?
the position of that second Thunder
No,
Cav
but
unit
when
up
I
at the top left
land-
of the
Oh,
board
yeah.
there, yes,
The
they've
same
got big
thing as
movement,
when you
but
do it on,
they're not
Pathfinder.
going to reach the Blitz, for example, if you put
I
them
thought you
9
would've
inches
known
down
that.
the bottom.
Yeah.
That's true.
You presume
Let's see
too
what
much.
Jordan does. He's definitely got something up his sleeve here. This is a.
Origin things.
It's an interesting one.
Oh, hey
The
guys.
backswing
Oh, hey,
could be
Mark.
terrible. if it
Hi,
goes
Mark.
wrong.
I mean, I
Give me a
would
three.
personally be. I have to be careful. I'm in the room, but I would personally be focusing on cock blocking massively. But it's.
I think that might be what he's trying to do here. I think he's trying to put a 5-man Raptor squad in
that
to
a
trigger a
bit,
battle
like
shot.
one?
So it looks like
No.
what he's doing.
No.
Sad.
That looks
Why
like
do you think I'm
a
not touching
5-man
it?
Raptor squad with the Screaming Descent, I think,
can
with his
fit in that
stratagem,
gap.
so he can drop within 3, immediately trigger a battle shock on a mounted or
worry about
infantry
it.
unit, which means it actually
Perfectly
works on
normal
Thundercav,
thing
which
to
is a
do.
rare niche for that
yeah.
actually working on something else.
So yeah. So
Yeah,
you
Blood
don't
Surge.
If
yeah.
that battle shock test comes off,
Although
the Obliterators can get
these
free
guys
rerolls to
take a
hit
battle
the
shock.
wound. Oh, he's making a back.
Actually,
unit
no,
do
we'll do it to these
Okay,
guys.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's a good point. There
That's-
is a blood surge here, but it's
-2.
It's not a
on the
shooting
Raptor.
yet. It's not shooting.
but only in shooting. Yeah. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
limited
so-
by what you can do there.
7.
Fail.
Battle shock fail?
No, on a space marine.
Yeah, -2, baby.
Oh, is it
One for the
-2?
detachment,
Yes.
one for the Raptors. Let's go.
Fair.
First battle shock. We need a battle shock counter on screen
Guess what
right now,
happened?
Josh. I want to see a little Night Lord mask in the corner, and I want to see that bad
No,
boy
it doesn't
ticking up.
matter.
I don't
That
need it. Sure.
is massive.
Okay.
Every strat
brigand.
is now
I forgot to move
online.
him.
That means
Oh, well.
infantry units
Well,
firing at that unit of Thundercav can
Right,
get
just
full
shove into
rerolls
the
to
corner
hit
of the
and wounds,
building.
which
Oh,
means
yeah,
the
yeah.
obliterators now become
The
quite
other
dirty.
raptors are not coming down. The other deep strikes
His
aren't coming down.
melee units
got
can
10
get
man,
plus
a
1
5 man,
AP in
and
that,
a
and
blitz.
ultimately just
Yes,
flat out
so
negating armor of
first
contempt
thing I'm gonna
as
do
well.
These two melter guns are gonna rock
The
this.
first thing that
dreadnought
needed to line up has lined up.
Yes.
Can they battle shot? Can they blood surge into combat though?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I'm not
I don't
shooting.
think it's
It's a normal blood surge once per game.
Nice.
I'm doing more of a
Bam, bam, bam.
shoot everything else around it, and I'm throwing a chaos suit. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to combo charge and shoot literally everything to start causing battle shocks literally everywhere.
I have
Okay.
cover, right?
Yeah.
Do I just armor content? You go to AP2, I get a 4
Scare
up.
the shit out of them, that's the plan.
Well, you know, I might
Give
as well
me a
start using it before I get battle shocked.
Give me this.
I'm
Can't use
surprised
it.
now he's gone this aggressive. He's not
So just to
aggressive, but
clarify,
maybe he wants something
The
to
two
counterpunch.
melters are going here.
The Blitz
Yeah.
can still come in.
plasma pistol.
So
And the
the,
two normal
you
pistols.
declare that the
are going-
Raptors are
the
dropping
plasma
in.
pistol are going to be on.
They then immediately force a battle shock. He
Then the two
could then
bolt
choose to
pistols
bring the
go into there.
obliterators in response to
I'm
that
going for
battle shock
sustain.
going off because it happens as they land.
I will.
We've had a super chat from Steve Bennett. It's simply battle shock.
Get him!
I will. Armor contempt dreadnought just
Oh,
We
he's
come
gone for
off.
armor contempt on the dread.
So this is the dot pack.
On the what?
On the dread.
That's a good start.
Yeah, boy. Do you have a reroll on it?
No.
Okay, fantastic.
So I gotta take
So
one.
it looks like
Nah,
one raptor has
fantastic.
wounded itself with its own dark pact, as is tradition.
Two melter guns at the dreadnought.
Oh
Here come
shit.
melters.
Neither.
And they
Oh.
both miss. Let's go. More damage to yourself.
Oh, it would have been so good, John.
The plasma
Oh,
pistol.
and he rolled the save to mock him. And he failed them
Overcharging
both.
of Bjorn. Not overcharging.
Don't overcharge. It doesn't matter, John.
Night Lords even fail their
I
own
miss him
leadership tests.
At least you gotta get the scouts, right?
Wow,
the two bolt pistols at the scout.
Jordan's dice so far.
Oh my god.
This is incredible. I think that's
Okay.
6 1s and 2s, 7 1s and 2s, and 8 dice.
Oh,
What is going on?
Can you blood those grenades?
oh, it's all falling apart.
Because you're not being shot.
I think it's when I'm talking.
No, it's not shooting attack.
Oh.
Right,
some-
your dice tray is cursed.
Blood surge.
I think Jordan's accidentally picked up his battle shock test dice that he loans to people. That's the problem.
I don't really know.
Oh my god, that is a
Question on
that is
grenade.
not okay.
Grenade, would it trigger blood surge? I wouldn't think so.
It doesn't count
It
as
doesn't,
shooting.
doesn't count as an ability, so no, it doesn't.
It just
So
says
it's
after
before the unit
in your opponent's
shoots,
shooting phase,
you
not
deal
a
X amount of
shot,
damage.
after
It's not
enemy has
technically a
finished
shooting
making
attack.
its attacks.
It's not an attack or a shooting attack.
Oh, we're going to shoot these guys at here first.
Yeah, so they don't
At
get it.
your-
Interesting.
That's fine, don't worry. We're going to shoot the noise marines
Yeah,
at
same
the
as lovely tank commander's ability. If whoever
yep,
plays Josh
beam
next
siren.
round, grenade it to death and it can't shoot
Boop,
you.
boop.
Good tip, that one.
I can't.
That's the one.
Did he just roll it right?
Wins. If you want.
There's a 4. That's slightly better than a 1.
Take that, you.
These
Damage?
dice
One.
are rolling.
Honestly,
Cool.
your tray is cursed.
You can't claim the tray doesn't help the dice roll. They do roll
I will
around a
literally-
lot.
I will be
Give it
bringing
some
my own
oomph.
dice goblin tray for the stream on Friday after
oh,
watching
not
this,
that.
man.
It's
I
got
can't
it.
take
Tell
these
me.
risks.
We're good.
Cool.
Sustained.
Sustain.
Threes, because I am a
Ooh, a
chaos
couple
man.
of 6s in
And
there.
two
I
sustains.
think he's going to get some
Hits.
sustains out of that, right?
Fours.
Two there.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, that's what I just threw back in, right?
No, it was
Oh,
another two.
another two. Sure, I'll take it out. Then fours, because you are a
Wolfen.
wolfman. Cool. No wounds.
Oh,
my
yo,
god.
this is.
What is going
siren
on?
I
of
feel
the-
physically.
Ah!
I can't
hit you
believe
twice.
this. Jordan doesn't need this, and he's took a risky, aggressive
two
move,
wounds,
and
AP2.
everything's
It's like 2
bounced.
damage.
It's not even like the dice have gone
It's from
slightly
the big
statistically
gun.
askew. The dice have just gone, do you know what?
One
No.
pass, one fail.
2 damage. I'll kill a guy. No, I won't. No.
Oh my god.
2 6s on feel no pain. Feels good.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You're
Josh,
a bad
Josh is using the new hot
Iron
dice.
and
Dark Pact.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
mean,
throw
Jordan's got the
uh,
Baron of Dice Night Lords
I'm
dice
using
and
the
they've
grey
just turned on
crystal
it.
symbol.
las cannon here at the dreadnought.
Sad.
We're gonna throw.
Nobody's armored, just so you know.
It's fine.
I mean, in case you want to do it at a Wolfen.
Yeah, Jordan
no.
wasn't expecting to rock the world with that.
I'm
flurry
going
of
to last
attacks,
cannon him.
but To do,
Not
I'm
trying
to
to
do
make
nothing.
Sharks. No, it's not the only way to
Oh, so
do it.
disgusting.
I'm gonna throw. I think it's 2
Remember, you
bolt,
have to grenade
Please
please shoot.
3 bolt pistols. Yeah, I'm gonna grenade here. I
Cool.
think. Oh, do I want to just grenade the scouts? Because I
Yeah,
can't
spread
see
that
the
damage
cat.
out,
Oh, I'll
mate.
grenade the Thundercav. Sure, why not?
Yeah. Just a bit 7.
Sure.
Please give
Hang
it.
on.
This needs.
2
If
CP.
this spikes, it kind of makes up for it a little bit.
Oh, you already battle shot.
Your Raptors battle shot me.
You son of a gun. How dare you? Take 2 mortals.
Hell yeah.
Take that, you.
I will.
Some mortals.
Cock.
Oh,
Can't
bum.
even roll average on grenades.
Dot pack
Yeah,
here.
this is.
We're going to last cannon here.
Can you give me a proper dot?
So watch him fail the dark.
don't- I
Watch him.
think the
watch
only
him
thing I
fail the
forgot
dark
tonight-
pass, though.
Is my battle shock tokens.
That'll happen as well.
Which is amazingly funny for me.
Yeah.
So last cannon here. Bolt pistols there. There's
Can we
3
all
bolt
can the bolt
pistols.
pistols see?
Yeah, because you're in the building. It's true line of
Yeah,
sight,
but
right?
it's through here, right? Because I saw this edge.
It's true line of sight because you're in the
Oh
building.
yeah. So it's still like here though, right?
Yeah. So it's this one guy's bolt pistol. Can you see? So last
So
cannon.
Jordan's
3 bolt
doing
pistols.
The smart
It's a
thing
heavy
here,
bolt
he's
with a
splitting the
Yeah.
he's splitting the shots up
It's a
because
hell last
he's
kind of
not
job.
going to
I'm on
kill,
6 now, Jordan.
but
2
he's
plasma
just trying to
pistols.
get
Nice and wide
things
rolling.
under starting strength.
No,
So at the
gotcha.
start of Josh's turn,
Last
they all
cannon,
have to
dot
take
back.
a battle shock test at -1.
Last cannon.
They're all close enough
Six.
to the Raptors
Cool.
as well.
Oh,
They will be minus
God,
two.
the last
Jordan,
cannon roll the
change your
one.
That
dice.
only,
2
that only
plasma
works if he
pistols,
hits,
guys.
though, which is kind of
One.
problematic.
This is just insane. The amount of ones
1.
and 2s.
AP.
I don't feel
whatever.
good about this.
Goes through.
Cool. Will I kill a guy? Yes. Got one.
It's Josh's turn to fail
Got
the
him.
thing.
Bolt pistols.
Got him.
Or am I putting my dead? I'm going to put it over
Are
here.
these GW Night Lord dice?
No.
Firing a dice.
1 bolt pistol in.
They're just
We got it.
consistently ones and 2s.
The scout, that was.
Oh,
The bolt pistol.
It's like watching Admiral in the last
We got
stream.
one.
time to battle shock.
Next, we're going to shoot 2 plasma pistols at this wolfing unit. Not overcharging.
Not overcharging.
No, I need the power fists.
Yeah, he'd overcharge those plasma pistols and kill himself.
1 wound.
That wounds. There we are. A6.
Very damage.
And he fails. Okay.
Of course.
And he failed up it. Jesus.
I think it's all my
Now.
shooting.
Those noise marines are in danger.
Those noise marines are fine. They're charging them. They got a power fist in there.
They're not bad. They have a power
Yeah.
fist.
It'll be
We
fine.
discussed this.
It'll be fine.
It's on a 4 up though.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Not sure
So
they've
charge
got the
it.
output to do with
I've not
all
taken
of
this,
if
it's
they
not
go in
4.
there.
No, that may. There is a unit of legionaries
you wanna
or
shoot
noise
some
marines hidden up
rhino at me?
behind the building
Yeah,
up
it's
the top
Quincy.
right.
No,
Maybe he throws that
You
into.
can,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
that-
only see the
No, he
cavalry.
He advanced as well.
Yeah,
Yes, you can only see
the
cavalry.
problem here
Yeah, but he
is
advanced.
that if he does now have to put multiple
so-
of those wolverine,
Potion of scout.
watch Josh go and pull overwhelming force and secure hostile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do just.
Oh,
And
Cypher.
just pick up
Oh,
a
yeah.
10 without any trouble.
Don't
Plus the
back
8
Cypher.
for kill more.
Let's go.
That could really
Oh,
flip
he
the
passes.
game.
He's
So
a hero.
he's in quite a precarious
Champion.
position.
I
now.
Promise he wouldn't pass.
And as I mentioned earlier, there are
He hit
no
you 5
defensive
times with the
traps.
plasma pistol.
Hell yeah.
Plasma pistol,
I'll pick
5
up the
shots.
slack.
Let's go.
Oh,
Cypher.
it's lethal actually because he's sustained
Okay,
and
John Wick is in
lethal.
play.
It's the same normally.
Sustained and lethal.
So 2 lethal.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's an absolute bad man.
4 wounds from Cypher's pistol.
And they fortunately wound on 2s.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Is that overcharge, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if
If you
this is
3-2
like
damage
I'm
apart.
an Uber pistol of destiny and all that shit, right?
No, so it's
Damage 2.
Okay, so this could pick up most of them.
Dies 2.
It's
Dies
gonna.
3.
Dies. Nice.
Oh, Cypher the hero.
Cypher did what?
Beware,
Then bolt
yeah,
pistols.
beware, Cypher. He is the master of gun
I think he's
feud.
at
Yeah, who
81
needs
bolt
Chosen and
pistols? Give me a
Rhinos
roll.
and Thundercav and all these
Give me a
units when
roll.
one Cypher on his own with a plasma pistol
Try
can
and
delete a
sustain that
unit?
lethal, 'cause I'm Cypher.
Yeah, I haven't actually got him on my list for the game on Friday against Matt.
Thanks,
and
Huey.
I already regret it.
Huey's offered to burn your dice for you, I think.
Nice.
For the
One
love of
wound.
Gork
Yeah.
and Mork.
Take that.
They need a Viking funeral. They need to be put on a boat,
Cypher,
set on
no.
fire,
I
and
mean,
pushed
pick
out
up the
to sea.
slack. I think I would have killed them maybe. if
Yeah,
they
probably.
didn't.
Charges then.
Okay,
Yours
so it
is
looks like
annoyingly
is there one
yes,
Wolfen left in that
over a
objective?
7,
I
so I
feel
want
like
to
the,
charge
I feel like the
literally
noise
all of
marines
them.
can punch that guy
Wow.
to death.
And I can heroic.
Yeah, he needs to pick up the 4 points. He's got to do
But I'm
it.
going to charge the
Means
scout.
Josh has got to come out and kill something
With-
as well.
Oh, he's multi-charging.
Cool.
I need a 6
Oh.
on both.
Big 6 on the charge here. Oh, fuck off.
Balls.
No, cost me 1. I'm a cast off.
Sake.
Oh, it costs you 1 CP, which I have 1.
You have a lot of...
Reroll that.
You had...
Surely
because I
five
used-
makes
you had
it,
six.
no?
here we go.
Scouts.
Oh.
I counted it.
Yeah,
God.
that's fair. I didn't.
I can't watch.
I can go home now.
They failed.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What a world.
Now,
Okay,
Don't love it.
that's.
this might sound dramatic, but I actually think that,
Those
as you
ones
said,
are
that
for the-
could be the
this one.
game.
I think that could be. That could impact the game.
Yeah, that will sound
Oh
dramatic
my
to
god.
people on the chat.
It's got to be a 3.
but
That's an easy 3-inch
Yeah,
charge.
it is.
Sorry, that was.
What you did.
You rolled a 3 on the charge for the noise marines just to add insult to injury. Fuck
Yeah,
me.
that really has left Jordan exposed now because Josh can push
Because
forward.
I
and
thought there
pick
was going to be a lot more wolfing.
4 or 5 units.
I mean, there was
this
at one
turn.
point.
Yeah.
I've never.
He'll take a
Right,
track back.
so
but
we're
that's
gonna
really left
swing
Jordan
at
in a
you.
spot of bother.
I've never
Jordan
seen a
has
bounce
shown
like that.
him
I'm going
literally
to,
everything.
Top back for.
Like he went for it this turn.
Sustain.
It was brave.
We get it.
Whether it was the right or wrong call.
The heroes.
Oh, there's a 12-inch charge right there.
It's twice.
Oh, that was hits. That sucks. It's.
1 minute.
I don't know,
4.
man. It's. I just feel bad.
6.
Got him.
Ah, he got him.
Fight on deck.
Yeah, no one likes to see a game.
Cocked
Yeah.
like a bitch.
It's
Fight on deck.
decided by dice roll.
Heroes of men.
And that's the shame because
I
Jordan's
got
been
a
aggressive
kill.
and pushed. If he gets the charges in,
Yeah.
unfortunately, rolling 2-5, failing a 6-inch charge twice.
Defenders, I'm doing right
I
now.
actually wanted you to make that shot.
He did manage to get a
Savage.
kill though.
I wanted to make the charge.
That's
too.
a thing.
I would
Yeah.
have. I wrote with Bjorn as well.
I don't. Yeah, because then the Lord would have fought Bjorn.
It's
I-
cold
you get
comfort.
real wounds.
I think at this
You get
point.
real hits
So
all
Jordan,
wounds.
what have you got in reserve right now?
I've got
Oh,
a 5-man
God, it's not
raptor, a
enough.
10-man raptor,
Still,
2 obliterators, and in a rhino I've got 5 legionnaires with another Lord.
Okay, so he has still got some units in.
Oh yeah, there's like
in-
still
There's
more
a
than
lot of
half his armor.
stuff. But because I didn't do damage here, they're not taking battle shock this turn,
No.
which is most not good, no. So yeah, I'm gonna get kill, and I'm gonna get 1 cleanse.
Cleanse.
And
You're in
one
the
cleanse.
process of doing defend.
The rhinos were cleansing, was it in
It
the
is,
middle?
is there nothing on the bottom
Oh, do you
objective?
want to do any indirect?
Yeah, there's nothing on that
Oh,
bottom
sure, don't
objective,
mind.
right, Jordan?
What's that?
There's nothing on the bottom objective.
That one up there?
Yeah,
No, because there's blood claw death waiting across the board.
sure.
I'll just throw it at the.
Scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll
Cool.
have brought some Walktowns in
We're
just to
doing
sit
some
on that
indirect
objective
if you
that
got in the
turn.
shooter space.
Oh, he forgot to do something direct in the shooting phase.
Because I'm a bad. Oh no, one only
I
indirect,
don't
one
feel like that
advanced.
helps.
Okay.
So just 3 wins.
No, it's the end of the turn. Anyway, we're going to go into Wolves turn 2 after this.
Go on one wound again.
So
He scored some points, which is great, but I think he
one
took-
kill.
He did a brave thing. He took a line that I personally
Potential
probably
hold
would have been a
and
bit too
6 for
cagey to
Josh.
pull off.
Because he gets
He
gets
battle
both
shocked the
of them.
Thunderwolf cavalry, potentially could go in
I
with
need to move. I need
all the offensive
You need-
strats that this detachment can
I don't
sometimes
think you'll need a
make
dead
happen,
pile.
depending
I
on
think
battle
I'll need a
shock.
dead pile.
I'm
And
gonna
for less than average rolls not to come up is
Yeah.
just,
So you get control.
well, repeatedly not
You'll
come
get
up
more.
is just very unfortunate.
Nope.
Hmm.
We'll have to just see how he responds to whatever
Control.
happens next.
Going into turn 2 for the Wolves. Just bring that up. What secondaries do you have there, Josh?
No draw.
What should be
That's
overwhelming
John's
draws?
file.
Take mine, please.
Bam.
We have coming in engage and overwhelming force.
Fantastic.
Called it. Absolutely called it. Oh, this is
Beautiful.
painful.
Take a battle shock.
I mean,
with your scouts.
It could have been worse. He could have had something like no
Actually, I
prisoners
don't,
or
yeah, screw it.
Yeah. Is it the
taking
end of
the
your command
objective,
phase?
etc.
No.
So overwhelming.
Why is it not the end of your
going to be
command
5
Well,
points.
still
I
got
can't see
Stats
how.
maybe to do and.
I think Reese is right. Can we just give him some
might
fate
also
dice?
pass my battle shot.
Just for a bit.
That would be insult to him.
Yeah.
Miracle
Just a-
dice are better.
Yeah, just give him some miracle dice or fate
I mean,
dice or something.
Sorry, against CP.
For Jordan's saving grace, it is only like a 2-point game at the moment. I think Josh has picked up only 4 on primary this turn. He's only got the 1 objective, from what I can see. So
I haven't given Josh's primary yet, so that's going to be.
So yeah, it's
Right.
2
Putting
points.
the games off the
Excuse me, I'm
cards.
yawning.
Try
It's
and
2
be
points in
entertaining.
favour of
Working on that
Josh
one.
before he scores his
Honestly,
second
mine
Reese's
is 8.
turn. Overwhelming force
Not great.
is
Nah.
You have to give me stuff. You can deep
Wow.
strike, like yeah,
I
howling.
do
actually,
load, but-
Yeah, then he dies to a
the
brigand.
wolf cav can't get past that line of raptors
That's when I'll
that
draw
he's used to
assassinate.
block
My
off
pre-arranged plan.
Well,
excuse me,
Just
block off
everyone
the point.
else is
Not to the north.
Unless they go the other way around. Yeah, they have to go south.
they can,
Yeah,
yeah.
go over
I
the
think
line.
they'll have the the movement.
hold.
He
So you can
potentially could
advance
try
over
and
line.
shoot away that Raptor
They
unit.
could do
He's
it,
got the 2
maybe,
ballista dreads.
Just say it.
I
Bum.
mean,
How do I
the
kill?
benefit
every
Josh
unit
has is he can
right
now
I don't
push,
think it's that
knowing that if he
difficult.
picks up 2 units on that objective,
Difficult a lot.
he's gonna get kill
like
more
4
and
units.
overwhelming force, so he's gonna pick up 13 points without having to really overcommit. And going into turn 3, that
got another unit
15-point
of
lead
3-inch scout
is quite
bots.
significant
I do
already
have
at that stage,
the
especially when
10-man
Jordan's only going to pick up 4 on primary.
Rapid
I mean,
Ingress
we're at the
system.
point where it doesn't
Jordan
matter.
has
I meant
yet to
rapid
commit his
ingress.
guns. The brigands are at the back, but they're in a position to reveal themselves next
I mean, if
turn.
it's rapid ingress,
Combine that with
Obvious.
obliterators, and the fact that that 10-man Raptor squad is yet to commit
That's
as well.
shooting
There is a
charge.
second push he can make, which would have been
There's 2
fantastic
brigands
to
that
follow
way.
up with his first assault.
Yeah.
But now it's more like
then,
damage control
nine
rather than
ingress
following up on the
here.
first punch.
Definitely.
Don't worry about it.
So actually, Logan going over here stops you
Hang
getting
on, has he got a unit on that objective?
and hold more and
No.
Oh, right.
gets me engaged.
No, both
So
players were very cagey
That's
turn
why I
1
mentioned
and
it.
chose
Yeah.
not to.
He's like, will he just
not
let me
to
rapid
move
ingress
on
for
to it.
free?
I think in
Odd.
hindsight,
If you
because
rapid
you know
ingress
you've
the
got to
10
score,
raptors.
you've got to
Yeah,
pick up
you-
3
Yeah,
to
and
score
then
the
just chill.
war.
Or 5 men.
Probably was a
And then
sensible
if I don't like
decision,
them
but if
being
Jordan
there,
had
you
have
can kill
committed
me,
to
I
that
can
bottom
just bring them back to
objective,
space.
he
And it's
puts
funny, 'cause he's a Chaos Lord.
Josh in quite a
Yeah.
bind where he's got to try and deny him.
Yeah,
Remember that
it could
part
be
of the game
easily
where I
it could
hoped-
easily have been
that was
done
a
with
good
a
part of the
5-man
game.
unit of legionaries or a
I'll
Raptor
be
squad,
fine.
but
I'll
No,
tell you.
yeah,
it'll
we'll
be
just have to see how
I'm
that pans
gonna
out.
see what I can do. Hit me.
I don't need to OFAM. I don't need to OFAM.
I think Josh is going to go for it this turn.
There's no reason not to, right?
I'm going to OF.
Choosing
I mean,
his oath.
Jordan was clever in the way
I
that
feel
he
like I can kill it
screened
all, but it'll just
the
do one
Cav
thing.
squads. It was a good
and
move.
that'll
Probably
annoy me.
bleed stops the bleed in this turn.
Do I OF your rhinos? How far is this one?
He's still gonna, in terms of the
Advance in
asset
there.
trading situation, he's gonna be on the lower end of the deficit here.
In charge.
Yeah, those cavalry look like looks like he's measuring them up to swing around to the
What kills that?
bottom end and come up
Shooting?
into that middle objective.
Yeah, I mean, they do have to go round, and looking at where those Cav are, it's probably still going to leave them. I'd expect at least a 6-inch charge into the Rhino. So it's not, as we've seen from Jordan, it's
Hey,
not
he may
guaranteed.
miss it. He may miss it.
So
I don't think the dice gods have decided that is how it's going to go.
Give it a go.
I feel like if there was any justice, he would fail like a 3-inch charge with double ones twice.
There's
The only
justice
way
here.
that balances it out.
The dice gods have chosen their champion,
Yeah.
and it's not Jordan.
Unfortunate- Yeah, and it's the guy who brought like
Just
12
raptors.
wolf cav to a fight.
Take that, you.
they would have failed normally.
Oh, is that a battle shock fail? No, it's a battle shock.
They're just scared.
Take that.
Yeah,
Battle
battle
shock
shock. Yeah.
Oh, things are starting to get scared. Okay,
Yeah,
that's 2.
Just little guys.
There's some little guys.
That's not really all few scared guys.
Well, the
Oh,
Thunder
is it
Cav
literally-
unfortunately
just-
auto pass, don't they?
No, because
Yeah,
they
for the full
they
strength,
didn't
yeah.
take any wounds.
They just went battle shocked in my turn, then unbattle shocked in my turn. Sorry,
Yeah, that's
battle shocked in
unfortunate.
Jordan's turn, then unbattle shocked in my turn.
Captain King mentioning that Jordan has failed many rerollable 5-inch charges in his time.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, never want him playing cow. Make every one of them.
Just move them 8
I want to drop kick someone with a riptide.
towards this unit if you can. What's that
Good, he's
flavor
already
range?
thinking about
You
his
wanna be
Tau
at
army
top.
as a result of that turn.
Oh, woe is me. Where is my Tau?
Yeah, this is retaliation card, right?
I have to kill that and that, and that gets me overwhelming. Is it just
So where do you see this? So where do you see this one going, Ben? Just full commitment, push it, see if Jordan can respond.
Easy, so I advance these.
I mean, there are
Nearly
the
10 of
Warp
Talon.
Talons to come in. They can do some
Nearly 10 of
damage. You
Fallen
said
over.
there's the
That's fine.
He's a bit
Brigands
drunk.
that can push forward, but
So I want to make that charge, and then
I feel in this
I
mission with the
can
position Jordan's in,
Overwatch
15-point
you
lead if he can
with
get
the
the
noise
kill more
marines
and
to
the
hit you
overwhelming
closest to
is
battle
a pretty
that's why I did
strong
my thing now.
lead
Yeah.
to pick up the slim
So
win.
I'll
Well,
send
And he can just
you
keep wearing
advance
Jordan
the
down
my
at that point.
free
So
for advances. Well, I roll my
He also has the
advances.
benefit of going
Technically,
second.
you
to
choose
clean
the
up
order it
too.
happens. Right?
He's popping an advancing charge on the walls.
So that's a +1, so that's 4.
Have you paid for the events and charge yet?
I now pay for it
Yeah.
before he moves.
And you were that at 12 cipher when you started. You were.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, so he's paid the CP for advancing charge,
Cool.
taking him down to 2 CP. What's
To
that?
have a
3 on my
structure
lord.
to let you advance and charge. What is that now? That is a
It's for free.
4-inch charge into the noise marines. if that.
No, they're 2.
Oh.
And just so everyone knows,
Judging by
all my
the
straps
diameter of
cost
that
1.
objective.
Yeah.
Not
See,
when
now
you're
one of the
inside.
things you can say about Age of Sigmar
Yeah, it
is
costs
that
2
you can
on this.
fail a charge on double ones.
Ah.
They will give you that.
No,
40k, you can just get
I did
yourself
tell
in
you,
there.
fellow.
Yeah, so I mean, again, I'm not massively
the
familiar with
lieutenant.
Space Wolves, but I thought for Thundercav, they only got the advance and charge if you've
Time
completed
to abandon
the
home, Jordan.
saga.
That's what I like to hear.
You have to.
Now, I may be wrong with that.
I don't know. I could ask. Can they advance and charge? Is that a strat?
My strat says after I roll my advance, I can use a strat to gain advance and charge.
Do you have to have completed a saga for it?
Yes, but I get 1 free saga at the start of the game.
Ah, there you go.
One
That's
apiece.
answering Ben's question.
He
Yes, which
he
saga
read
did
one
he
of the stories
complete? Was
before
my
the
So he
question.
hasn't completed a
It's
saga.
not very obvious.
Oh, which saga did you complete, Josh? Sorry. that's the
He
question.
starts with one.
Warrior Born? I
Warrior
don't really
Born.
know the names.
Warriorborn. There you go, Ben.
He's a
I think
warrior.
we're trying to track the game.
sustained hits one.
He's a warrior.
He's got the
Yeah,
sustained hit.
so yeah, he chose the sustained hits saga at the start of the game. You can choose one of 3. You do have access to 4
Yes,
as
sir.
champions of Rust, but you can only get one of them
Don't
if
get
you
his
complete
melter
the
rating
saga,
on me.
not by choosing it at the
You
start
won't
of the
get
game.
his +1 AP
So you have a
because
choice
they could be
between
close.
sustained hits in melee,
I have to deal with it.
Nah, don't worry
a
about
6
it.
of feel no
Beyond
pain,
this, we go on with throwing.
or a lethal hits in melee. By choosing the Saga of the Warriorborn, it does a little bit of interaction with the stratagems, making one of the stratagems a
Just
little
an
bit
inch.
beefier
Yeah,
if you
just an
either
inch.
completed it or chosen it, which will then
I'm not very
obviously,
good at one
as
inch.
he said, he's allowed to advance and charge for a CP. So it's quite a strong.
I'm speaking from
Yes,
Uh,
yeah.
saga.
No, I know.
Please.
You have to kill a character,
can
don't
just
you, to
manage it.
complete the
Yep,
saga of the
that's what I want.
Warriorborn?
Just about
So
no.
I wasn't.
One
Yes,
guy
it is.
or
It's one
as many as
a
possible?
character kills a character for
So it's just the one
Warriorborn.
guy
It's
that won't be
very
this guy.
challenging.
If you
So
want
sometimes
to.
picking that one
Yeah,
through
for one guy.
just makes the most sense.
It is now just a model, but I
Back
wasn't
here
sure. I
on the
didn't
side
realise he
of
killed a
the train, right?
character. Hence my
So you what?
question. I wasn't sure what character he'd killed to be able to trigger
Yeah, got him.
the advance and charge.
No,
That
he
was my
hasn't, but
question.
you get a free one, apparently.
Yeah, he's picked
So
this the free one.
so at the start of the game, he gets to pick one of his
Yes,
sagas.
that does make sense.
he
I've
automatically
never played in
completes
Space
it.
Wolves, I think, properly. I've never played Josh before, but we never really got into the sagas.
It's because I think he's been.
Well, it's because the sagas didn't really
and
work.
a
I think it's a
Stormlight fan.
recent change that
But now
allowed them to
sagas have
pick
been
one at the
pretty
start
good.
of the game.
Champions is really good.
Champions-
Yes, yeah. Well, it is a recent change to make them a bit
Yeah,
more
true.
aggressive because they could
But
be
you've been,
stuck
like,
without a
thrown
saga
those
completion all game,
I think.
which
I'm gonna do
basically
it
meant they had
so
no
this
detachment.
dreadnought is
Yeah, they were basically
like an
just
inch
over the
away from
moment.
your
nothing
guy with
else.
the wolf there.
Okay.
Just bringing the wolves out, moving the dreadnought back a little bit. This is what I
So
thought was
just to
interesting about that
warn you,
deployment is that dreadnought
you
was going to
charge a
cock block those
raptor,
wolves.
In the fight phase,
I battle shock.
you battle shock.
Yes,
Right,
they're
the
still going to be able
charge
to
phase,
get
one
out
of the
and
others.
into that unit of
If you
raptors, though.
Start the
and
combat
Yeah,
in the
there's
fight.
no
raptors are not. Yeah, the unit of raptors is not particularly fighty. Warp Talon's very good at shredding things. You know,
So what you're
strength
saying is
5,
they'll be battle
twin
shocked
link,
and you'll get your
AB2.
rerolls.
Raptors,
I like
they've either got
that.
chain swords or a
That's why
special
we're here
weapon
to
like a
die.
melter or a plasma gun, so they are going to struggle in melee against that Wolf Cav unit.
See that
There's
right?
not, it wouldn't
Yeah,
be
I
worth
think-
interrupting.
Thundercav that can advance, shoot, and
Just on the
charge
side,
with
yeah,
sustained
yeah.
hits is +1
Oh,
damage on the
yeah,
charge
yeah.
as well. There's a reason
on.
why they were
My-
well, the points were adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
My draw tool is broken, which is frustrating because I was going to point out a certain strat for heroic intervention here.
Advance.
I don't know if you guys can see my mouse,
I
the
can.
commentators, and you can
You can see the
elaborate.
mouse.
Can you see my mouse on my
Is that the
screen?
phase or-
I'm good.
Afraid
Oh,
you're
sure.
not. You're going to have to show us the
Oh.
interpretive dance.
Unfortunately, I can't
Like
dance.
17 with
It
pivots.
involves
So
the
what,
center, and it involves sequencing of charging. That's all I'm going to say.
Are you saying that there
I know
may or
that
may not be an
is,
opportunity for heroic
that's
intervention
heroic.
somewhere?
And get out of trouble on one side of the table, I would say, but we'll see.
Is it if you charge it? I'm going to take a wild guess, and you can just sort of yes or no me. This is the weirdest game of charades I've ever played. So that unit of Wolf Cav, because you have to base if you roll high enough. If they roll like a 6 or a 7,
She was 20
they're going to
for
have to get around the back of the Noise Marines, which will then allow the Legionnaire
So you're just
squad that's
checking
left kind of
melter
with its
range
dick
for
in
your
the
guys
wind a
because you
little
don't want
bit.
to give me
A heroic
4
intervention
melters on your
opportunity to
front.
pull it
No,
away
no,
from
no,
the
no.
Wolfen
I'd
on the
appreciate it.
objective. Josh, did I get that right?
Or vice versa.
Staying out of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
There we go, we'll take it.
Yeah.
You do have
Right,
to
right,
base, but
yeah.
you can block it with
Yeah.
your own models. So if he just puts that first
What we
Thundercav
thinking,
base to the left, the rest
Yeah.
of the cav then can't go forward
Shoot.
and they can go where they want. So he could actually then swing them
driving off
around
the
into a
battle.
rhino. He could. He's only going to get a couple in to attack those noise marines.
Actually, I think
Best
I'll
case
just
scenario.
drive it up over here.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to
Go for
commit
it.
18 inches.
enough
Yeah,
of
you
them
can.
that may then trigger the heroic intervention
wanna
opportunity to
shoot my-
guarantee the death of those noise marines.
I just don't think there's enough
I
models
mean-
going to get into that combat to wipe out.
To be honest, I don't know if he does want to kill them, because if he
Deep strikes.
if you swing into the rhino, pick up the rhino for the overwhelming force kill.
Because he also.
Consolidate, go into the noise marines as well, do some damage to them. If you don't kill them, all of a sudden the brigands now can't shoot your thunder cable
Deep strikes only.
unless if you
Yeah.
make sure that those noise marines are surrounded and can't fall back. So he could be quite crafty here and use those noise marines almost as shooting protection, which really nullifies what Jordan has left on the board.
I think you kill
We'll
him.
have to see if he's maybe
I
put two and
probably
two
do.
together on that one. Or whether he's just gone, oh my god, I can charge literally everything, and he succumbs to his bloodlust.
But unfortunately, because he's chewed through all his CP, it's either heroic or intervention or
So I'm
rapid
gonna-
ingress.
Rapid ingress for free.
There's also.
Oh, he's
For
rapid ingress.
Jordan,
Oh, it's got Chaos Lord for rapid ingress. Okay.
You use the Chaos Lord build.
yeah, the
that one.
Chaos Lord in the
this
10 man
phrase.
unit can
Yeah,
rapid
I
ingress free.
did. It's going to cost me. I think it's more important.
That's really good.
Also, I would like to point out there is a.
The Chaos Lord in the 10 man unit
Big vet.
is
For
surprisingly useful.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
And with 1 CP, it's not going to happen. And he's using it as CP.
Oh, okay. So you've got a Vect there, have you?
Yes, he
It's on
does.
Beyond.
On Bjorn's got Vect,
He's got-
has he?
Oh, Bjorn's got
Bjorn
Vex.
is
He
the
does,
single
yeah.
ones I could
That's
add
why
to
he's
that.
ridiculously broken.
That's insane. I didn't know that.
He's dirt cheap. He's got a plasma gun, a las cannon
will
attached to his
die.
hand.
Into
He's
this.
good in a
Don't
fight.
worry about it.
He's half
Don't
incoming
you
damage.
dare.
He has a 4-up invulnerable save. He has a 5-up
This
feel
is
no
just-
pain, and he's a Vect for 160 points.
It's just petty
That's
now.
insane.
Fair
about
It's
and
just being
balanced.
petty. Just being
Have you
petty
met?
to Bjorn.
Have you met Night Lords? Petty is what.
But he
we
does
are.
look stupid standing next to other dreadnoughts because he's
So,
like third
what
their
I need
size,
to
so
do
it's funny.
Is
to look
can
at.
you? There's a world where you wrap the rhino.
You'd think nowadays
you
they'd
come out
upgrade
there
him to a
over
Redemptor
into it,
or
but I don't
something.
think you can get 4
They've got the
inches from
tech
your
now,
base
Space
instead.
Wolves.
I
They could
can't
give him
go
a nice
like-
dreadnought, but
True.
no.
Yeah, it's just like he's just like
Not gonna be in
playing the
line of
short
sight of
king
anyone that
card
matters.
next to all these other dreadnoughts
Yeah,
that are
they
like
don't
twice
matter.
his size, and he can still
Well,
out survive
shooting
and
that
out
matters,
damage them.
right?
Oh.
Cool.
This.
Yes.
At your. Cypher's lineup, right?
Yes.
Cool. At the Rhino. 2 labs.
Things are being rolled.
Just want my rerolls because you're full health, bitch.
That's why I dart pat myself, right?
Double hit.
Threes.
God, yeah,
Yep.
they can reroll things.
Full health. Yeah.
Maybe 2 then, right?
Yeah, so me and Ben were querying like the Ballistus Dreads
We
seem
take
a
'em.
bit odd
Yeah.
for what else could be done in that slot, but that consistency they can get where they're basically full rerolls without you needing to oath
6,
something. As
7.
a pair, they can bring down most.
Got
of
3,
them.
three
I
or 4.
didn't want to kill it, but I have to shoot my other missiles.
Oh no.
If he's missed, I'm not going to reroll. Cool. I'll also miss that. I
Okay.
don't want to kill you.
Choosing not to reroll?
Strength 10.
Doesn't want to kill.
Intentionally?
What are you shooting at,
A
Josh?
rhino. AP.
Which rhino?
Seven passes. He's trying.
Okay.
He's trying
If
to
my
hit.
I see,
lord
yeah.
kills the Rhino, I gain my saga.
Do you want to explain that one for the
Yeah,
benefit
another
of
saga.
the chat
what
there,
kills?
Josh and
My
Jeff?
lord.
Definitely not me.
Any of these 2 heroes?
Oh, he wants the Lord to kill the Rhino so he can get a Saga. He just wants to wound it.
That's greedy,
And then
but I
he made
love
me
it.
shit myself.
Where to next, friend?
The saga he'll be able to access on that one will give him
Do I
lethal hits
hold
and
one
sustained hits now in
because
melee.
he dies next to it?
So if a character
lot of reroll.
kills a vehicle or monster, the entire army gets lethal hits. On top of that, because oh wait, there's more. There is a saga that triggers with it. So he has a stratagem called Go to the Throat.
Let's do
It gives you AP +1 in melee. If you've completed the saga where you kill a vehicle, you also get Lance on top of that for that strat. It just gets worse.
Ouch.
The ballistas.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, if a unit's not below half strength,
Go for it.
I get real hits. So he stars real hits against you. That's insane. 2 lads. Actually, no, 2 rockets.
I
Don't
know
crack
what this
profile.
is.
Who's this into?
This is into. So this Brutalis is shooting my 3-man
Okay.
Legionnaire Lord.
Yeah.
Any hits?
2 hits. And 2 wounds.
AP
Both of them wound equal
2,
2, I
no
think.
cover.
1 lives. D6 damage.
Yes.
May not kill a guy.
Oh, he does.
Oh yeah, that guy's dead. Yeah.
Laser.
Takes a rocket to the
24 from
chops.
Where you originally were.
Sure.
Nothing but bits.
Stormballer.
He's not getting his gene
Yeah.
seed recovered. There's nothing left of that guy.
2 or 1 Stormballer? I think it's 2. It might be rapid fire 2. Yeah, it's 2 shots rapid fire 2. Twin linked? What? What?
So yeah, I think they're twin linked.
Okay.
As well, aren't they?
It,
It's
I
a
mean,
twin linked Stormballer.
isn't everything twin linked? He does.
No, because I missed that alarm.
Oh. 2 hit.
I don't think the last ones are either. This is the only
Close.
twin link thing, yes. 2. OAP.
Fine.
Ah, sad.
I'll take that last
so
kind of like a champ,
Jordan-
Sergeant.
Jordan is starting to roll saves.
Oh,
now.
please only hit
Yeah,
one.
when it doesn't necessarily matter.
No,
But
2s.
Yeah. It makes
The
it
hero
worse.
that
Is
lives.
that a wound or is it?
Yeah, you got a 6 and then a 1.
Cool.
So you're fine. AP 3.
AP 3.
He's fine.
oh,
Oh!
Where'd the chest go?
Have it!
Can Beyond see your Chaos Lord? I'm going to guess yes.
Yeah, you can see.
Cool. I'll shoot
Oh,
my
no.
wolfen at you. Measure 12 from the wolfen's wings. It's like 3,
Uh,
2.
this one can't see.
I know that one can't see. I'm
So
just
it's 3.
3 for range. Yeah.
got strangest bloody pistols. D6 pistols and mental.
Grenade pistols.
They're not.
Grenade.
Auto frag launchers. That's
Yeah,
14.
Who strapped a grenade launcher to a werewolf?
Who doesn't?
I mean, some
Are you
absolute
insane?
genius.
That's a lot.
They're good, but they could be better.
Yeah. They can't. They don't seem to be able to fire guns with their hands. I know. We'll just link up a
Okay, that's
vest that
awkward.
shoots
No
grenades
idea.
directly to their brains that fires when
I
they're
don't
angry.
care. Go back cover.
That'll work. That seems
They
sick.
do nothing to the sergeant. He is a man.
Oh,
He's
they've done
just
nothing.
a small town man.
That's beyond within 12. It looks big.
No.
Okay, it's the grenades
Beyond
battle.
You las cannon that sergeant, you.
I'm going to have to.
Yeah, I mean the space wolf shooting is not
That
been
makes me
particularly
sad.
effective.
Doesn't
here,
make me
but,
sad. It makes me very
don't
happy.
bring space
I
wolves
expected
to
to kill
shoot
them all.
stuff. So
We are halfway
I don't
through the
think
game,
so.
gents.
Okay.
Okay. Bjorn is going to.
That's like bringing Tau for their melee prowess, right? It's not really
And
the
las
main
cannon
event.
there, right?
3.
At this unit.
Yep. AP 1. Damage 1.
1.
Cool. Las. Hits. Wounds.
Hits on 2s
Last
because
cannon?
Bjorn does Bjorn
Oh, and the
things.
sergeant.
Yeah. Okay.
Sergeant
fine.
took another 6 up last cannon to the head and lived.
Sure.
Just bounces off.
Die.
Cool. Charges.
Yeah, I bet you'd rather have completed that charge, though.
I know, but
Oh, don't say it, Josh. Bloody hell.
good.
Take the victories.
Shot.
Okay, they go where they want.
Fucking hell.
That's a charge.
The dice have chosen their champion.
The one gap.
That's definitely a charge.
yeah, get the
He's
11
just
out of
a
the way.
small
We can only
town
go 1
marine.
inch though, so
He's
Yeah,
definitely got a
he doesn't have a
concussion.
2-inch charge in the bottom end of the board, though. I don't, unless the dice jumps out of the tray, he can't physically fail that.
Okay. Bjorn coming in.
I'm wondering if, by Josh's commitment forward now, is he going to open up any gaps in his backfield
I have no CP.
for some
Nope.
deep strikes in Jordan's turn?
I'm going to charge both.
Okay. The rhino and the
Yeah.
sure.
there's
have
definitely
plus
some
1 to
gaps at the
this
back
Sure.
there. In Josh's
Cool. Make it.
DZ from the looks
I
of it,
want
because
you.
that tipping point
If
line is
the
12
gap.
inches.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You can see there's
Mm,
nothing in the
doesn't
back
look
corner,
like
so
it.
there's definitely a 9-inch gap
You
there
good?
for Jordan to come in. Maybe
Go
put
where
some
you want.
shots into the back of that Thunder Cave
Right
unit.
under my base.
It might force him to
I
turn
don't
around. If he drops the
think so.
10-man unit in, there's
don't
an
think you can go
opportunity
underneath my
for
model.
4 melter guns
Just
with
because you
sustained
over
hits,
your base. I was wondering.
grenades, plasma pistols. They could do a decent amount of work. The problem you'd have then is if he does do the 3-inch
I don't think the second.
they
one.
are ineligible for charge, so he can't then.
I think I'm
blunt
actually
the
in a good
damage.
position to do a lot
They
of
are,
damage
but if he
to them,
brings
so-
that 10-man in,
especially with that
9
Chaos Lord
inches away
living
and
because of
starts
the Hero
shooting them,
Sergeant.
he
Yeah.
probably is looking at a 10-inch charge anyway. If Josh pulls away the
Pulls
back.
correctly.
So you wouldn't expect the charge. I'd probably want the 9 inches, not the 3, if I was bringing them into Thundercav. But you're right, it makes that unit turn around and go the wrong way.
Could be helpful.
And there is only a Ballista Shred on his home objective now.
Well, maybe that's where he goes with it, you know.
Jordan was just saying, if people didn't hear it there, he does think he's still in a good position to do a lot of damage next turn, even if he is losing all these playing pieces.
I mean, from the looks of the board, I'm pretty sure Jordan can 3-inch deep strike onto Josh's home.
Yes,
he
because
can. Yeah. Oh, actually, no. This
and take
lieutenant. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but he can get in the middle 3 inches away with 2 Marines there, I'd expect, and it have the OC to at least deny him the points.
I doubt he'll make it.
Here we go.
And he's got a turn to pick up another one as well. So
now,
we'll see.
Ooh, no, Jordan's got no CP left.
Has he not got the CP for the He's not got anything for a heroic intervention. Shame.
So I was holding it for the rapid ingress instead, which I think is
so
more
no
important.
intervention, no interrupt.
So I'm gonna lose.
Is that 10-man unit of raptors sat behind the middle building there?
Yes.
Did you bring them in with a rapid ingress? Okay, so he does have a 12-inch move, shoot and charge out of a big unit.
Yeah. It doesn't look like Josh has got anything for engage this turn. Is that what's down on the bottom objective?
That is Logan Grim.
Logan's there. Okay,
yeah, Logan's dropped in. I think you don't want to throw like Logan gives that. Is it re-rolling charges and stuff like that? He brings on the turn he drops in.
Yeah.
Something like that. So like you're not going to be getting the most out of that this turn, but just having a single model that can deep strike in to grab you an objective is always handy.
It stopped the rapid ingress onto that objective so that Jordan could potentially have got the hold more next turn as well. So it was quite a good move.
Yeah, agreed.
And it got engaged, so there's multiple good uses.
Oh, I'm looking at this, and I don't think Jordan's that shafted actually.
We're about to find out.
Yeah.
I think the problem is can the Brigands do the work into
that
a
is exactly that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at them thinking, can they tip this?
Yeah, they can shoot those Thundercav and pick up 5 or 6, or they can shoot the Thundercav and pick up nothing. And that's the risk. This is where I think Josh wants those maybe those Noise Marines to survive.
It's big combat
Those
going
Noise
on.
Marines. Those Noise Marines are able to fall back and charge, you see. So you might get out of there.
If he can cut the unit on the top, I think he maybe can just consolidate onto the back of that objective.
So this is Bjorn and
the
Thundercav into that first cock blocking Raptors unit here.
Oh, I mean, I don't know why they're rolling this.
I don't know either.
You could just pick this up. But then again, maybe there's a saga to be had here because Bjorn's a character. I'll double check.
That's not ideal. And then he'll fall it onto that. That is so weird. Does he have to not go towards the unit he's fighting? They all die. No, I have to go towards closer. So. And then he fights me.
No, there's not going to be a saga trigger off this kill.
That was not good. I mean, you're at P, what, 2 or 1?
Oh, might not pick up the unit. Depends what happens here.
11. This isn't all my attacks.
Oh, it isn't all your attacks. Okay, Christ.
Notorious Nurgle chipping in there saying that he'll answer my question about how much damage those brigands will do. The answer appears to be not enough.
So if you want to compile in the 3, then fight me.
It depends. If he goes into melter range, he picks up 4 Thundercav. If Josh fails the save, they don't have invons.
This is huge here.
So
Bjorn's piled in. Yeah.
Piled in.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
That changes the arithmetic.
They might have got away with the Wolfen on their own.
I think so
But
too. But he has fucked his roll a little bit.
It's a little fucked.
Yeah, I am.
Little fucked. Oh, you oathed the unit. Shit.
I thought you oathed the Rhino.
This unit. He changed his mind on the
no, he did change it.
He did. Oh shit. Oh no. Poor
God
unit.
damn.
5 at AP 2, I think.
A few lots.
You kill 4.
God.
What?
He needed that not
It's
to happen.
okay. It's okay. There's a Chaos Lord still in the unit, and if he lives to swing at Bjorn, he can kill him in one go. Now, I know this because my solo Chaos Lord one-shot Bjorn from full health on Thursday. It can be done.
You can't quite get onto the objective.
That's the prioritized enemies, right? Yeah, that's why I'm being a bit compared to the Lord there.
Hmm.
That's a shame that
Yeah.
we still had a. I felt like there was a good swing back coming there, but that changes it.
It
Because
does.
I think those raptors need to soak up the wounds from the wolfen.
Yeah, they're just not going to get away with that now. If the Chaos Lord survives the Wolfen, he could kill Bjorn feasibly, and that would help a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Bjorn is 6 attacks, hits on 2s. He's going to be wounded on 2s, on the invuln, flat 3 damage. So
Bjorn's already
could
been.
survive
It's just the Wolfen now to go into the Chaos Lord squad.
Did Bjorn not just pile straight into there instead, so he's still eligible?
He's already fought.
Yeah, he's just fought.
Okay.
He missed like half of his attacks, which was probably why there's still at least 2 blokes left.
Makes sense.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Math is hard.
This is horrible. Not that I'm rooting for anyone, but I am rooting for the underdog right now.
I was literally thinking the exact same thing. Like, I wanted to come into this impartial, even though as a fellow Night Lords player, I need to kind of be back in Jordan here. But now I'm just like, come on, man, you can do something here.
So how many?
Oh.
I need to know.
4. You just roll these dice.
No, I'm not touching your dice.
Are they 2 damage each?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
19.
me.
19.
Okay, that's one
Yeah,
dead
it's not
Chaos
good.
Lord.
It's all the same size.
It's not
good.
Oh,
There's all -1.
so 18. I wanted to roll the guy for it.
You can slow roll them. 19 dice. You've only got like an hour left, but...
So the guy's dead and the Lord's taken 4. Yeah. He's very dead.
Cool, good talk.
That whole Bjorn thing.
The chances of Bjorn getting in there was slim, though.
Perfect Bjorn charge is all good. I couldn't have planned for it.
No, it's good.
No.
Measure 4. To that unit.
You're within 4. Pile into me, Josh.
I mean, you'd have to expand your thing. You have no real hits and you only roll 1 to wound. I've got a 4 up in them.
Do I have to use my thing?
You don't have to. But to kill me, you would.
And they said combat shenanigans were dead in 10th. This is great.
Oh, there's
And
plenty of
I just
people
make a
as
line across there. That rhino.
Come on, brother.
Yeah, I think when you leave your whole army out in the open from failing charges, that lots of shenanigans are available to you.
You have a 4
Yeah.
second
Charge.
but you're within Bjorn's range.
But
so
it'll cost me 1.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
still
not
hold
reward.
what I said originally.
But then you
I
can't
don't
do
think there's
the
much
real,
hope left for Jordan,
No, but
unfortunately.
it's fine.
It's such a shame when that happens.
yeah.
He came up with a bold strategy that didn't require a whole lot to come off, and could have been made it a really interesting game. And it's not for us to say that something like that. It's very easy to spit your toys out of a pram when something doesn't go for you early and be like, oh, well, the game's basically
I
over.
mean, that would have been close.
But in this
Some guys
instance,
are going to die.
it's genuinely tipped the scale in such a significant way that it's going to be.
Yeah, it was huge because it keeps that Thundercav stuck behind the building. It keeps the second unit stuck at the top. Jordan's got a lot of. He can bring the Talons in to do some damage, and now he's in a position
4 guys
where
on the Legion.
maybe he has to commit the Talons to try and deal with a Thundercav unit.
One's a
But
character.
even
So 3 guys.
with their shooting, he's probably going
Go
to
for
take like a 10-inch charge and hope it comes off. Now it could happen, but even then,
You won't get an extra
Josh has
guy.
the counter punch to pick up
Go
his
for it, bud.
remaining units. So
Wolf
I
Warlord on
think
your right.
Jordan probably has to just now try and defend, pick up the 4 on primary each turn from holding 1, try and pop out, get the kill each turn, and maybe try and edge out 6 to 8 points here. If I was Jordan now, I'd be thinking 8 points is probably achievable.
And
I think so. It's less fun for Jordan to play in a way that will get him those 6 to 8 points, but it's
cool.
doable.
Him on there.
Because of that charge, there is a massive
Good
gap
talk.
in the backfield.
Wow.
for some
Good
deep
talk,
strike
brother.
shenanigans, though.
I see, dice.
Oh, hang on. Did someone just
Where
flub
you are.
all?
Hey, my
All the
5-man
attacks got
Marines are the tankiest things.
Not all of them. I don't know why. Why is
good.
you're only rolling 4? What was that?
That was the character. So
That
this
was my
guy here is a character. This power. So Josh, just so his opponents are 100% sure,
What's
all
it?
Marines look alike. He has little
Anything
bands around
with
his characters.
A
So
band on them, yeah.
What is it? A lieutenant?
so-
Lieutenant,
yeah. So if
Oh,
you-
that's your
Oh, there's
lieutenant.
a-
yes,
Okay.
there's a
Yeah.
lieutenant here,
Yeah.
and a.
Wants the characters for the
So the
starters.
lieutenant went into the noise Marines and missed every attack.
Sure, sure.
These are the normal guys.
Sure.
Please. Okay. 1 sustained. Two freeze. Reroll 1s. Take 6, 8 AP 1s, please.
You killed 2.
Cool. 1,
Oh.
2,
He's got the rest of the unit.
3.
Oh.
That was so he does the guys, then he does the
Wolves.
wolves.
It's a 2.
Yeah.
Or 2.
Yeah. 4 palmers, brother. 4s for these guys, right?
Yeah.
It's like having a bike that's
You
good
get
at
2
melee.
sustain though. Or the mounts get sustained.
Yep, they do.
Your mounts get sustained.
Yeah,
Because
even-
they're not
even-
mounts,
even-
they're just added on
Even
extra
the
attacks.
horse you rode it on gets
They
sustained.
have the
hits
Adeptus
on the charge.
Astartes keyword, mate.
What is really the difference between a space wolf and the wolf he rides into town on?
Clothes. Even
3,
then,
6, 7.
7
Some
goes
good
through,
rolling here,
and then the
Dex.
charge, that's 2 damage.
You kill 3.
What's the unit?
They're not all dead.
No, they are. You killed 2.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Any
Two damage
Okay,
each.
so
precision?
the good news is he can no longer use them as an
what's his
ablative
attack
shield
roll? He
to
shoots
block
with
the
pistol
shooting,
vanilla.
if you can call that.
So just
He
what
knows
happened.
gun fu.
So just what happened before.
Yeah, he knows gun fu.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I think Josh would have been
He
that
is
would have been
the
nice
John
for him. He
Wick
doesn't need the
first
points
man.
at this point, but I think he'll take the 13 in the bag.
Oh yeah.
I want to take a battle shot.
See if these brigands
I'm
can
going to anyway.
come and do some damage. Like I said, they have got the capability to just walk out, get into melter range, pick up 4 of the wolf, and straight off the bat.
Jordan gets to attack back now. Jordan gets to attack
With my
back.
castle, he's just working
With
on
what?
doing his thunder cab over.
He's
and
got
everything.
one
Do you want to think about that while I
Marine.
attack you with the castle?
one marine up there.
Are you
I
popping?
was thinking about piling in.
Our best day ever for Nathan. So we'll do
Do it, it's free
the
combat
castle
right now.
first.
Get involved.
So,
Five,
but it isn't within an inch,
6,
so it can't activate it.
6.
'Cause it didn't charge that unit.
Sorry,
Oh,
everyone.
sorry.
I can't see whose
Yes,
hands
putting
those
young
are on
castle.
the screens. Looking at what
Josh's.
that
Five
model
attacks with
below
this
the
there,
middle
so it's going to be
objective.
3s.
Ah, the Joshes, that makes sense.
I
I think
hit
he was debating
2.
piling into the.
Oh my god, Jordan just rolled
Forgot
4
to
ones
start back.
on his clapback.
I passed the dot back.
Ah.
Fuck's
3s.
And he has piled into him.
one
So
wound. 3 wounds.
there you go, Nathan. That answers the question. I was wondering whether Josh was going to do that, and he has now piled into
No sustain.
what I
4 ones
believe
to
might
hit,
be
brother.
Cypher. So now
Do you not stop
he
it?
has that
Yeah.
shooting protection unless Jordan falls back.
So it's 3 damage on 2 of them.
First
He
guy.
is able to fall back and
Dice.
charge,
Second guy.
but or just fall back in general, but still.
Nice. Cool.
Uh,
I'll just do the other guy. Hit you once.
Can't believe he fucked that. He should have killed.
Would?
Realistically, he could
Yeah.
have killed that unit. Chaos Lord.
I got 4 of them then.
Yeah,
right,
true.
guys, we're just gonna end the stream
also
here.
missed
It's
4
all over.
lines.
No,
Got
it's
4
not. I think-
ones on the
isn't-
attack. It's just...
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
it.
Cypher.
No, there's definitely an
Uh,
opportunity
okay.
here for Jordan to get some punch back, but it
Fine,
is going to be a little bit.
Plasma. Hits you 3 times.
Let's see how much. What happens here.
1 wound. 4.
I'll be interested to see what happens in Jordan's turn for sure. That'll be really good.
3 misses from Cypher.
And a dot.
1 lethal. And 1 sustained.
Yeah.
3 wounds.
Don't think even Cypher's going to pick up a wolf
1
here.
lethal as well.
AP.
What?
Not when you roll 3 ones. 50% ones in all your attacks.
That is all but 1 safe.
Cypher also hits on 2s to add insult. There.
Didn't even kill 1.
Nope.
Fantastic.
Didn't even kill a wolf.
Just rolled so many ones.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's going to be at some point in the league. It's not that
Can we
big of a
just
deal.
ask if Josh is okay with like just picking up 1 unit of wolf and then
You
just
good?
taking it
Are
off
they
the
going?
board to balance the game
No.
out a bit?
I do, and I think a few people in chat have said it. The only thing that can save Jordan now
So you can't.
is if
blood
Josh
search
gets the
this
Eldar
like that,
dice
right?
out of the cupboard.
No.
Yeah.
and
Give
lets Jordan
people
use them.
what
I
they
think
want.
Yeah.
that's
And I
probably
get
the only thing at this point.
I've got a score up here, gents. Sorry to interrupt. So what did you get, Josh?
Control 1, kill
Kill more.
So hang on, I'll put you on 16 for primary.
I should be on 20.
No.
So I got kill in the first turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4. And then
then
hold
Oh,
for
yeah,
a
no,
minute.
you're right. Sorry.
And then your secondaries
Ah,
engage, little engage
little engage.
for 2,
And
Big force.
big overforce.
5. Is it 4 overwhelming now?
No, it's
5,
5.
isn't it?
No, it's
3 and 2.
3 for each unit,
Yeah.
up to a maximum of 5.
Okay. And then we go into Jordan's turn.
We do.
3.
Jordan will get the 4 for hold, so
Yeah. Jordan does get 4 for
keeps him
hold.
honest.
I do indeed.
I am on 4 CP, John.
And actually, do you know what? It wasn't the
Something will
worst thing in the
happen
world,
with
that
CP,
Chaos
you
Lord
must.
not picking up that squad.
Just
How
How so?
the closest person.
Because now
Okay.
he can
You
expect
can
to,
be an inch away from the wall. I can't
his
believe
turn.
it.
Yes, that
Not
squad gets to activate
That's
first.
amazing.
Potentially, he can now just pick up that squad. It's an easy 3-man unit to kill. You can
Yeah,
fall
some
back with
forwards,
the
yeah.
Chaos Lord, move a Brigand, and pick it up. It at least gives him 4 points.
So that, like,
I
fullback
think if
side
he
to
killed
here.
that squad in
They can-
Josh's turn,
Yeah, they can chase you around. Sure.
he's then got to try and find
When
a
you want to,
unit
yeah,
he can kill
closest.
reliably in this
So
turn,
I get
and there's
4.
not.
Do you have new cards?
the way
please? I
things
get
have
4
gone-
points. I get defend.
Any battle shocks?
It's not
Yes,
guaranteed.
back.
Jordan does get defend.
Yes. We feel
Hey.
cool. That's Chaos Lord Battle Shock.
Double one
Chaos
to
Lord's battle
start.
shots. Nice.
Oh my god, he's failing his own battle
Because-
shots.
It's fine.
You're supposed to make them fail,
Double
Jordan.
one.
John, you'll be really happy to get.
Watch him fall back now and kill
Okay.
himself because he's
And
got to
you
do a
got behind
desperate
enemy
escape.
lines.
Assassinate would have been nice.
Behind enemy lines and bring it down for Jordan. Chaos Space Marines,
Right,
I should
now-
say. For people who
Okay,
don't
so
know who
that-
the players are playing.
Right, behind enemy
I don't
lines
know
is
who I
an
am.
absolute cakewalk with a 3-inch deep strike in the pocket.
It's a waste.
No, it's not. If he drops the
I'll be back.
big old unit
this turn.
right in behind those wolf cav and shoots them in the butt,
They're on
it'll
the
force him
table.
to turn around. There is another unit of raptors,
Yeah, there is, but
and the unit of obliterators in play as well potentially. That in between the two buildings in the middle, there's probably space for the obliterators to drop in and do some non-line of sight shooting.
yeah. I think there's probably space in the bottom corner actually.
Yeah. There's a dreadnought in it.
No, I don't think that's 9 away.
I mean, if you can get a 3-inch
Blast.
angle on that with the obliterators into that ballistic dreadnought on the objective.
Obliterators can't
My,
drop within 3. It is limited to raptors.
Oh, it is only the Raptors.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. See how good this
So-
detachment is?
No, no.
It's a tough time to make it work.
Stuff.
Yeah, I don't
There's
think
room.
the Blitz getting knocked
guy
behind.
I think there is.
To see the dreadnought,
Mm.
you can definitely get onto the Thundercav. If you can get onto that Blisters with the Blitz and
Hello.
then bring the Warp Tannons onto
I
that
am
home
a
objective,
brigand.
he can keep
Hello,
Josh down to 4
Bjorn.
primary and hold, which I think he's got to do this
not
turn.
like the melters.
Can't give him a
Hello,
8
Bjorn.
primary.
Bjorn's gonna smoke.
Here goes nothing.
Please
It will cost me
please
2.
hit.
That is sad.
What do
Okay.
brigands hit on?
At 2s.
Not
Oh
one, they
god,
don't hit on ones.
Ones?
They don't have ones.
Okay,
No.
Ones,
shit, okay.
hopefully.
No, bring it on 2s, baby.
No, so Brigands
like
are,
them.
as I said, they're a real,
I may not
real
even,
tasty unit. They hit on 2s. They've
They
got
cost me
Melter
2
4 spears. He's got the Havoc launchers on them.
Afternoon, gents.
And more importantly, they get +1
mind
AP
us.
on the closest
Where is it
eligible
going?
With
unit.
the Horus Heresy.
So-
Chain cannons go to AP2.
Oh,
Yeah, chain can now.
Jordan's blowing his
However-
load here and getting them out now. They
Good.
look-
I'm always nearly finished.
He's got naff all else to do. If he's what's he waiting for? You know, it's got to be.
Just
now,
well,
or he's just gonna
no, I
get
know.
bled.
Except for Bloodclaw unit in a rhino.
I mean, yeah, he can shoot that Thundercab with the Brigands at -4, -5 AP.
Oh,
Um,
disgusting.
so he just picks them up. 2s and
What's
2s.
he doing now?
Thundercab dead. So he can
Nothing
reliably
at
pick
all.
up 4 if he puts the shooting in there.
He's gonna react
Bring
to
the
myself.
Blitz down
I
potentially
can't,
to
but
pick
I
up
want
the
to.
second unit.
Well, I don't want you to.
Maybe he can do some big damage this turn.
So he's deep striking 3 there.
No, this is
No?
is the Rhino
Oh, second
ejecting
unit of the
the
Rhino.
12
I always
Marines.
forget that you can put
He's
2
really
units,
blowing
5
his
in.
all. Oh wait, there's more.
Going for it.
Well, he's going to hold Josh to 4 for holding objectives, but not necessarily 4 for killing.
Bullets don't want to go out. Because you'll charge them and get closer to me.
Hmm?
Oh, the colours will come out.
I think they've done their job.
They have. Hello there.
They guarded the home.
Hello, friends. We're just your friendly neighbourhood.
Oh wow, he's throwing even the cultists are coming up to play.
Scary Santa's not here.
I don't know what he's doing with that. They have a T-shirt save and the
No, well,
strength melee attack.
they're not going to do anything back there. There's nothing in reserve, right?
Yeah. I think Jordan's dropped. I think Josh
strikes.
dropped everything, and he's going to drop. So maybe they can go and sticky another objective later on if they can
Have
find
you left
one.
me 9 behind your ballista
I think
for
I
the,
have.
for the obliterators,
unfortunately.
brother?
I think you have.
Because I have to be holding and trying to shoot out of it.
I hope these
Ooh, maybe
obliterators do something.
Ah.
I told you. Like,
I hope these obliterators.
Yeah, you're fine.
Don't think he's
Squeeze my
going to
little
get the
cheeks
squad
right
in.
there.
Alright.
You can. There's only 2-man squads.
Oh, it's only, he's not. He's got
Twos or
2 and not 3 man.
Right, I need these guys to do well because they're my obliterators and
They're-
they think that's special. They're very good at killing
So
dreadnoughts.
if these don't kill the dreadnought, it's Nathan's fault. You heard it here first. They're definitely. They're very unlikely to kill.
This whole game's Nathan's fault.
Yeah, they are now. So the reason
No,
people have turned off
This
obliterators.
game is a car journey of
You hear that? It's your fault,
horrendous
all this, Nathan.
proportions.
It's interesting this because
Gotta come in.
one of our other players who was doing
Because
well
I'm
at
not
the
going to
top,
hold
who
them for
Nathan's
Ingress
actually
because you'll
played
make
on
it cost
Friday,
10,000.
Can't.
has also accused
Not
Nathan
doing
of
Ingress. Not
sabotaging
Yeah, I'll probably
the
go
list. So I
back.
wonder if there's some skullduggery going on here with Nathan, and he's
You get behind. as well.
subtly recommending these
Can
suggestions
I-
and inadvertently
is there a
taking the
world
competition
where I
out of the
can be
running.
out of
So it's
9?
interesting.
It hasn't really helped me. I lost to Jordan last time, and I'm about to play into Matt, and he's going to kick my ass. as well.
I don't know. I don't know why he's not giving me worse advice. I feel. Should I be insulted?
You've not asked.
Maybe.
In fairness, Matt didn't
Like,
ask
yeah.
either. I just took his phone off him, looked at the codex, and
Oh,
went,
so
this
you get
looks
one
good.
milter.
Well, I think the problem with Guard at the moment is you can suggest anything
They
in the
don't get the
codex and
milter
it can
either,
be
do they? 'Cause they
effective
go
because
overnight
they're
one.
just
Yeah.
everything seems to have a role at the moment.
Do I want to fall back? Oh,
They're difficult to pilot, but when you pilot
Cypher,
them
does he
well,
want to?
they can be very, very
Well,
strong.
I took
So-
them at the start of the league thinking, well, I've got these models. I've never really played them. They're not
Oh, yeah.
strong.
I'm planning to shoot.
And then I don't know.
Then
The
the
meta just
Aqualon.
the meta just flipped.
Absolutely. I mean, it's
Okay.
gone full on
No,
heavy
that's a fun
armor
idea.
Cool.
now.
We like ideas.
It's interesting how it's changed so much.
We're going to stay in melee with you. Because you can't blood search me in melee.
If you're not playing 3 units of Tempestus Aquilons, mate, that's my
Rhino.
advice to you. There you go.
I'm not because
All
I'm
of
not a monster.
all of
But
them.
I am using 1 unit of 10 because I've bought the
I'm
models.
going to shoot you, Josh.
I haven't assembled them yet.
Yeah, I think
We're going to
it's
start off with that.
it's going to be very
first
interesting for
release.
round 5 as
Which
to whether or
is
not we'll
the
see
guys at the
whether
back.
Actually,
GW
pretty
bring
good.
in their World Championship
Oh,
FAQs or not. Obviously, they have changed the Aquilons now, so they can't come
That's the
in.
whole army shot.
Why can't
They can't come in with the abilities on a rapid ingress. They have to come in their movement phase.
Two
So
flush.
Which is fair. I was never.
Slight
I would never
element.
would have played it as that
Who's shooting
anyway.
at
so.
Obliterators into that guy.
Yeah, there was a way that they could.
Here we go,
there was
it's
a
the
way to
Oblitz.
find
It's the
ways
Oblitz,
to free
gents.
it.
Smoking.
Okay, come on, boys, let's go.
I'm getting the
Have
secret.
faith, this dreadnought is
You
dead.
can't shoot me here, right?
First of all, if he
No.
gets sustained hits
Doesn't
off as
combat.
well, it seems
The
like
Cypher can. He's got pistols.
Oh, he's ciphering. Okay.
Beyond going to die to all the
Oh, so he's not
Go.
shooting at those wolves there with
No,
the
they're in combat with
brigands.
Cypher.
You can't fall back.
He can, but if I shoot 1 unit at him, he'll blood surge into one of my units.
Yeah.
So I don't see the
Ooh.
point. I would rather shoot everything around the wolves than charge the whole army into them and hope they die.
That's smart. It's a
Okay.
plan.
Okay.
I'm just wondering.
It is indeed planned.
Come on, mate.
So this is a blitz into that. Right?
Yes, sir.
I'll armor. Bjorn won't live.
Your armor.
He's contempting.
No. Well,
Smoke.
yeah, I'll armor because I'm in cover anyway.
So your smoke or armor?
No, it's contempting.
Okay.
Contempting that blisters in the bottom left corner for people who are
It's
watching.
going to be 3 shots.
3 shots.
Balls. Lower end of the
It
spectrum.
is
Twice.
I didn't realise
2
that.
hits.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
3.
What a
Wow, okay.
disaster.
Toughness.
Big.
1 wound.
Oh,
Oh, everything's
Failed.
gone to shit.
I can't believe this.
Takes 4.
Oh.
Is that it from them?
Yeah, they're flat 4 each, and I got 1 wound.
Go on. 8 wounds.
Ah.
Don't wait, I'll charge you though.
See-
I've got power fists.
See, now, Obliterators
Don't
used to
think I
be
will.
a staple of every CSM army,
Malchus.
right up until they made a
They
subtle
have
change to them. So they didn't increase their points.
4 attacks each, just
They are 24-inch range on all of their gun profiles, apart from the melters now. So you used
right.
to be able to drop in within 9
It's a beyond.
inches
Yep,
with standard
I'm
deep
not
strike,
gonna do anything.
and
I
their melter
completely
ability would
want to say.
trigger. So their
I'm
melter
going
guns
to-
would be a flat 6 damage melter, D3 shots per guy with sustained hits. That's not a thing anymore. They've now made the melter profile range 18, so you cannot get to within melter range off the drop. So they are less punchy. Oh, that's just unfortunate.
Oh god.
3 hit. 2 wounds.
This is the indirect from the brigand into the scouts in that building, and
They're
he's
fine.
putting everything
They don't
else.
do shit.
I think he's putting most of everything else into Bjorn. Everything.
Yeah, so Bjorn does not like melter guns apparently because he can't half the melter damage.
Oh god.
More like dragging those nuts over Bjorn.
2 hits. I can't watch this.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
It's melter 4. If he fails it,
No.
Oh my god!
oh my god!
Oh no, he did go. One went through. He doesn't have an invuln. Okay, he
Yeah,
doesn't have an
doesn't
invuln. No, he's got no invuln. He only takes 6 damage though, and he's got feel no pain. Ah.
Yeah, so he halves the damage, but he can't half the melter.
Yeah, you can't
damage,
half
if
the
that
melter.
makes
No,
sense.
no.
So 4 is happening, and then whatever then Jordan rolls gets halved.
I believe you're my closest eligible target. No. They're not eligible.
They're in combat. Yeah.
You are my closest eligible. So I get +1 AP.
Ooh, so he's got 2 AP.
And this is strength 6 and 5s.
Okay, and these devs or no? They're not assault cannons.
No, it's normal.
4
AP is the end of the cover.
cover.
Oh no, cover, yeah. AP 2. 1, 2.
4 ups.
AP damage 1. Yeah. Nope. Okay.
Even when he does get damage through, the feel no pains just pop off.
No.
Bjorn is a very solid, stocky little boy. He does not go away.
Have it into the scouts. Get him.
Yeah, Fiend, I agree. The next Chaos detachment that I'm flitting to in this league is Veterans of the Long War, and having the ability to have baked in Oath of Moment on top of the sustained and lethal hits ability is pretty stinking, but yeah, Jordan could really do with some of those rerolls right now.
I can see you.
Hmm.
No, I don't think you do. You went over this, bro. Biggest angle.
What's he thinking here? He's trying to find some extra shooting angles here.
Yeah, I think putting that chain cannon elsewhere is ineffective, so he may as well try and pick up that unit.
Yeah, agreed.
5 wounds.
Fortunately, even now he's still not rolling particularly well.
No, it doesn't look that way. Unfortunately as well, that's the one downside with Brigands, I think, compared to the other CSM vehicle choices. Because they're allies, they don't actually benefit from the Dark Pact rule. At least my understanding is that you can't Dark Pact a Brigand, no. You can with some allied units because of the cult troops rule, like Marines and stuff.
Oh, Loken just died to a melter gun. 10 wounds. That would be nice into the
That's a
dead-
kill.
is-
It is a kill. But he definitely needs to pick up a couple more here just to put the pressure back on Josh.
I think I'll do what I need to do. Plasma from Cypher hits you 4 times.
Oh, here we go.
Lethals as well. No, because I didn't know that.
Cypher is so badly damaged, she's decided not to Dark Pact, which is probably a safe bet.
Bolt pistols first. My army does have lethal hits now as well. I should have done bolt pistols. You have like a wounded guy. My fault. 4s.
One down.
Pistols. And I hit missiles.
Oh dear.
These are 5s. He does 2. AP. 1. Aha, we win. plasma pistols here into these guys. Yep. Not overcharging. That's fine. Plasmas.
I'd have overcharged here.
They're hitting. Yeah, the rate he's rolling ones, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pistol. Yeah. Plasma pistol. Fine. Cool.
I mean, this would be lovely if he could. Oh no, forget it. If he could have picked them up with plasma pistols and then charged into Bjorn, he would have been laughing. But of course,
That's
Josh
not how math
just
works.
rolls the 5 and 6s for the feel no pains as usual.
Bjorn, we're going to
What can men do against such reckless wolves?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what the command points total's looking like, but I'm assuming as well that Josh is going to have an interrupt on deck if he needs it, right?
Cypher is very much within 12 of most things, though.
Second one hit you.
Oh.
It's a vect off this match at the moment.
Yes, they're both vects are within 12 inches of each other, which causes a vect-based singularity.
I mean,
Oh, fuck me. Just blew himself up with a plasma gun.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's just insane. The consistent ones we're seeing from Jordan. At least Josh has finally found some stuff.
How many wounds is left on that dreadnought?
3.
We needed him to be dead. He should be dead, really. That's unfortunate because he would have lost the Vect.
Oh, yeah.
He should definitely be dead.
Hey, if I armored him today, he would just.
Well, it was that 5 and 6 feel no pain he rolled turn before, otherwise it was dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's hit 4 feel no pains on Beyond so far.
Raw dogging. Raw dogging it. We're going to dart that then. Yep.
Okay, he doesn't kill himself in the Dark Pact. Small mercies.
Melters.
This should do it.
One lethal. 2 hit.
Bloody hope so.
Oh, melters.
1 wound.
1 wound.
This should do it.
And a lethal.
9. That's 1 wound total. 89. It's strength 8.
So it's 4s.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, I was going to say. Ooh, 2
Do
melters
melter
beyond. Yeah, he
That's
is.
it.
There we go. That's got to be it.
That gets him.
Yes, so that's...
Well, let's wait till Josh rolls the feel no pains first.
Oh,
because
God, please.
God.
This has been silly so far.
Just.
Barely.
That's big because now he loses the Vect. He needs.
Oh, thank God. I thought he was going to pop as well and kill all the stuff around it.
It has given Jordan 2 kills as well. So if he can now pick up that 3-man, pick up the 2 soft units at the top here, maybe I don't fight as the Blitz haven't fired into the Dread yet, have they?
Yes,
They
they have.
have,
They just
but
did
they failed.
absolutely nothing.
Oh, I missed that. So Jordan could pick up at least 4 units here, which is going to make it difficult for Josh to
Yeah.
smash back.
Because he only has 4 units left, so it'll be hard for him to.
Oh, bloody hell.
No, it's exaggeration, but you know what I mean.
It's not far off, though. That's the problem.
It's not, but the Brigands are a potential problem for Josh to deal with because they can reliably kill the Thunder Cav in melter range. So
this is the noise marines into the scouts. Oh fuck me! Literally like 60% fail on 3+.
Not ideal. It's worth noting as well, Ben, that he has picked up the Saga for lethal hits and sustained hits. So if you can get into melee with the Brigands with any unit of Wolf Cav, it's not going to be great.
yeah, it's not, but he can only realistically, if Jordan spaces his units out, those Thunder Cav can only kill a unit in 1 unit in combat. So Jordan can get some good charges here, get something to try and cock block the Thunder Cav potentially.
The damage output of this Chaos Army is really good, actually. I think if he'd got average rolls, I think Josh would have been in trouble.
If he'd connected in that first turn,
we'd have a very different game on our hands right now.
A different game.
Yeah, well, this is one of the things that me and Jordan were talking about when we were brewing Dread Talons over the last couple of months. It's that you can't adequately rely on the battle shock happening to boost your damage, but standard things like legionaries, they're just good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
in this
they're
situation,
strong.
it's not gone great. It's not gone great, but they're still punching up because they always are, they just can, which is really helpful.
Yeah, I mean we're seeing Chaos do very well in teams, especially at the moment. Again, they seem to keep coming back to the forefront.
It's just that it's that sort of it's the consistency that the Dark Pact abilities can provide, as well with then whatever particular flavor of shenanigans you've chosen with detachments. You can find a way to make Chaos Space Marines fulfill a role, which is useful for teams.
I'm going to charge.
He's charging more stuff.
Big charge phase here.
Yeah, this needs to connect.
Silence in the arena.
Yeah, just try to see what's listening. Listening to see what happens.
Yeah, they love it. We're going to go for...
Maybe I should have put search there, actually. My bad.
We're going to go for the Raptors. Are going to go into your Thundercav.
Which?
This
Looks
is
like a big block going in.
Good job, fellas.
this
You
is-
close enough, so it's fine.
Yep.
Tried to fail it.
So you never want your charges to be really more than a 7. Because then you're just playing with fire.
Now Josh has enough CP to interrupt. So
Does he with Cypher in the room?
he does. What I was going to
Yes,
say
he's
is
got
if
3, yeah.
I'm curious if
And then later.
if Jordan is actually going to attempt the warp cannon charge into the top Thundercav pack, because if he does,
Oh,
Josh can interrupt
Battle
for 2
shock
CP
these.
over there.
It's up wins to
Yeah.
Noise Marines.
He's got a battle shot the cav for taking
this-
wounds.
This is a big battle shock test.
Because that would have been
would
the
obviously
Chaos
stop
Lord
the
actually
interrupts
charging
as
you
well.
instead. No, he doesn't
Yeah,
want
that's
to
one of
because
the
there's an
things this
interrupt and
detachment
he'll
can
die.
bring. And yes, Rich, you are right. I think
charging me.
a lot of Chaos lists
No,
now
I'm
are
damage
running
one.
4x5
This guy's got
legionaries.
like
They're
Dead
just
Master, man.
they're more point
No, he is,
efficient
4 attacks,
than chosen,
damage
but there
2.
are instances where chosen do have
Three
their
hit.
merits. So, for example,
Tuesday.
one of the
Yes,
lists
is he a
that
lord?
won some
He's
recent
a
large
lieutenant.
events
Yeah.
is
Oh, my
house
using
brother's lethal
Fabius
as well.
Bile.
Okay,
With
get
a
on
10-man
twos.
unit
But
because he gives them
10?
an additional pip
Okay.
of toughness and
This one
can
ended up
blank
on
a
Hammer,
that's
damage
true.
once per turn.
He has a
Like,
power
sorry,
fist,
an
which you can
attack's
see.
worth of damage once per turn.
That's
So there are instances where maybe you drop some legionaries,
So you
but
used to have
usually it's for
the
very
top
specific
Could charge a
challenges. But
rhino
yeah,
into
if you
it.
buy
Me
2
too.
legionnaire
No.
boxes to start your
wish.
CSM army,
If only
you
one of them
can't
was
go
dead,
too
Josh.
far
Yeah, I
wrong, to
know.
be honest.
That's why we went there.
They'll charge backwards into them.
Like in my game on Friday, I'll
what
be
else do
running
they do?
30 legionaries.
Or,
Oh, wait.
Which
Yeah.
is
Hang on,
not
before
good.
you roll.
go for it.
Because this didn't affect anything.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been 6 there.
Some confusion going on.
Currently, yeah.
I will say what I'd
I
probably
wouldn't
do
have done that, but yeah.
I mean, I don't think you had
Say
it.
after
quietly
this.
so they
I wouldn't have
Well,
really
I
taken
can't.
context to.
Yeah, but I can like.
I would, okay, I'll try to say very quietly.
Yeah, but then what?
I would, I would charge the wolf and I think, just to go first.
True. you
Keep
don't
some
want
player pieces on the table.
that. I'll go backwards. Cool.
Yeah, he's going. Okay.
Cool.
Is he doing the thing?
Yeah. Okay, he's doing it. That was.
Welcome to the ASMR stream.
Yeah, sorry. You're important and people love you.
The obliterators are going to charge you ballistas.
Oh, here's the big
Oh
one.
my-
Big 10
They have
inches.
they've got damage 4.
Double
They
6.
do that.
No.
Come on.
Oh.
Ah, they have damage 4 power
Think
fists.
it's
They
fun.
can do.
Oh,
Actually,
he's
is it-
going for the fucking
Yeah.
reroll.
You can give plus 1 AP
Balls
there for
deep.
free.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Do
I
it,
don't.
so.
I don't
I
think
don't
he's
need
going
to
to
use plus
charge
1
the
AP
top
if you feel
Thundercav
back,
yet
yeah.
because Josh just interrupts and picks up the.
I mean, no, that's when you do use plus
What?
That's when you do use plus 1.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
mean.
no damage.
If you're back.
They have 4 power fist attacks, each at strength damage. They do 2 damage. They could have probably bodied that.
This
red
brigand is going to charge them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
YOLO.
that ballistas I don't think
I'm
will
a
kill
brigand.
both of those blitz.
I'm going in,
Shooting
boss.
activation.
No, so they are toughness
Okay,
7,
these fools.
2 up save,
Oh, interesting.
and they have a 5 up invuln, so they're pretty
Because
hefty.
he doesn't need better
Now
jump.
that,
And I don't
considering the
want
fact
him
the
to
brigand
get
has
overly
0
forced to kill
combat,
him
Already had it.
objective. Oh well.
I'm
we
guessing
can
it's
all
purely for
take
the
my
tank shot.
objective, Right.
Or for the OC.
Combat.
Well,
Right.
No,
it's not going to get to the
So-
objective, so it must be
No,
for
it's
attack
not
shot,
Battleship,
sure.
yeah.
Can I auto pass
it
it?
might be
Nope.
to
It's because
stop
auto
a
passes in your
counter charge
command
from the
phase,
south.
Joshua.
-2.
Please fail.
8. 8.
Oh
8,
my god.
8.
Yeah.
Oh god, big heroic.
Because then they couldn't have interrupted. I go for free and just
So,
literally kill more.
There's something I want to draw everyone's attention to because I've only just remembered, but it's
Oh.
still there.
I choose the order, right?
Josh
Yeah.
has
So
a
I
rhino
will
with
attack you with the
10
raptors.
Yes.
blood claws and Ulrich the Slayer still
I have-
uncommitted at the
I
bottom
don't
of
have
the
any
pitch.
Yes.
interrupts.
Uh,
So that'll cost me.
That's why I'm wondering if that's why he's put that brigand there.
Can interrupt that.
yeah,
Mhm.
I've only just clocked that again. It's been so quiet down there.
So, Mr. Jord,
Mr. Me.
Well,
I feel-
you go first.
like-
right?
No, he's waiting. I'm waiting for him to do strats and stuff.
Okay.
It's 1 CP because you're a captain, right?
and it's refreshed onto your turn.
Sure.
So it's every battle
So your
round.
armor of contempting.
Yeah.
Okay, my chaos lord for free will give. Oh, I can't because you're not battle shocked.
Oh yeah, so I won't armor contempt.
I'm
you're-
still AP 1,
Oh yeah, now I will.
so I'm very
Oh.
dead now.
Oh shit.
Dot pat with him.
And
They
I
pass.
didn't quite
Cool.
catch that.
Where you
in
going
the
for?
So
last bit on the
basically,
pitch.
he needs the wolf to be battle shocked, apparently, in order to. Oh my. Fuck
get
my
extra AP
life.
on it,
You just
yeah.
rolled 3 ones on the attack.
No, you got one.
Oh, like one
Again,
extra.
You got one
again.
3 wins for
It's
Parvis.
just consistently ones.
AP. 2
Jordan needs to
in puns, right?
look
Yeah.
into the
He
maxims
kills
of
a
the Night
whole guy
Lord's
and a half.
combat
Oh, guy and
strategy.
a bit.
And
Yep.
tactical
guessing
cowardice, I
it's
think,
two.
is the best option here. He should take all of his models and leave.
Then the raptor
That's probably the
sergeant.
safest bet here.
He hits
Just not
once.
on.
Oh my god.
Doesn't wound you.
Oh,
clubbed it all
shut
again.
up.
And what? Hey guys.
Chain swords.
That's ridiculous.
I shan't be using your dice tray on Friday, mate. I'll bring my own and I'll put
I
it
think
on
we
the
should go
camera.
lethal here. She wouldn't be on 5s.
The problem is,
Uh,
Josh is rolling 5s
yeah,
and 6s
zero, right?
I know
consistently,
because the
so it
path
isn't
is
the
in
tray.
kill people.
I
There's
feel like
Yeah,
definitely
you can do something. You can like the eye.
some issues with these dice.
I don't think I kill you this turn though.
No, but I think I definitely die
He
next
needed
turn.
to kill.
definitely-
He needed to wipe that squad this turn.
Don't
And
worry, I got one.
Oh my
stain.
god.
There's 50%
One
ones and twos
sustain.
as usual.
And but I only picked up one sustained hit as well.
Fuck off.
I feel bad now. Everyone's against me. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
because no offense, but
Yeah.
he's rolled like
Yeah,
50%
yeah.
ones and
I know.
twos like all game.
I wound you once.
Oh my god.
What was that about 50% ones and twos?
No,
you
fine.
pass because you've got a contempt.
I've got to give Jordan absolute props here. Maintaining this level of
Here come the
sportsmanship and
Melagons, Josh.
composure, I would have lost my shit by now. Like I would have imploded at this point. Whether I would be
There's
rocking
nothing
back
to
and
us.
forth, crying and laughing in the
Okay.
corner of the room by this stage.
There it
of
is
the game.
again. 50% ones and twos.
No,
Take
no
them all out.
sustained.
Look at that.
Okay.
Mate,
I
get
mean,
rid of those dice.
It's every
No, it's- I
dice
do-
roll. There
Every
we go
single
again.
roll there, not a single roll.
1, 1, 1, 2,
right.
3.
I don't think you can.
I can't anymore. So I armored.
Oh, sure.
That's
'Cause
8
I'm
rolls
excited
in a
to
row.
go, right?
It's been
Yeah,
at least 50%.
Cypher.
And you didn't charge it.
twos.
Cypher.
I would have
It's,
interrupted here.
it's a statistical anomaly at the moment. Like this.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Like the great thing about statistics is with a large
Oh, no,
enough
yeah.
sample size, the numbers always even out.
And I
The
attacked.
problem is
Well, I'll do this.
is
unit
that
on these
Jordan
guys
is
first.
losing
not
assets,
gonna best
so the
ever,
ability
because
to
I'd like
roll
to
enough
think they
dice
kill
to
you.
balance out
hope.
the stats is
Not bad.
diminishing
This is staying.
fast.
I pass. Cool.
Remember the guy died from that unit.
Yeah, the sergeant did. Parfist from the normal guy. Hit you 3 times.
Yeah.
I can't believe they bounced so hard.
Strength 8. So
Yeah,
2.
I think there's a teachable moment here for people who are
Two.
watching this that
Yeah.
maybe aren't
Damage.
2 each.
as familiar with the game as others. Is that
Second one.
even if you play,
Lives, one.
you can make all of the correct
Then I've
decisions.
got-
Just in
I'm not saying you're guaranteed to win the
Support
game
of
if you
a
make all the right decisions right, but if you play the game that's in front of you, you make informed decisions, and you make the right ones based on the state of play,
No.
sometimes the
Then
dice
I've
will
got
just
2
shit in your
chainswords.
mouth, and you have to accept that.
Oh, I think that's a famous quote. I think Plato said that.
It's Socrates, but yes.
Oh, right. Sorry. I always get them mixed up.
Yeah, sometimes the dice just take a shit in your mouth, Plato.
Oh, sorry.
It's
2, 3.
Yeah.
There it is.
5s. Yeah.
I'm trying to draw a teachable moment
Look at
out of
that.
what is just fun.
Look at those dice again.
3 wounds.
3 out of 11 dice were not 1s and 2s.
Okay. The Chaos Lord. If you can't.
Yeah,
get
I think
one more,
Barry's got a right
I'm
call
very
here. What you
disappointed
need
in
is a second dice bag, so that when the dice start to tip,
Oh,
you can
okay.
just swap them out. Just second set of dice,
I would've-
retire the old set, shame
He
box.
devs 1 and he does a wound.
I mean, again, 50% 1s again. Every time. I mean, it's.
Cool. Do a
Jordan,
I
those,
don't know how.
those
still
dice need to
persisted
be
with-
destroyed.
four,
Like,
five,
literally.
no.
Thank
I'll take
God.
It's a bad roll as well. We finally.
Thank God.
Not that that combat matters terribly, but
Let's not walk towards that objective.
I
'cause,
mean,
you
that
know,
is the third unit
don't wanna be
Jordan's
on it
picked up,
right
I
now.
believe. So he is
I
at
shall be on
least
it, because then
He's doing well.
trying to limit Josh's scoring here.
yeah.
He's
But
just going to have nothing left. That's the problem.
Yeah, there is a unit of 10 angry blood claws
now it's
led
a
by a
Oblivion
very
kicking in the
angry
head,
man
right?
in that rhino that's just going to sweep
these
up
guys.
the survivors in the middle.
They'll drop that for sustain.
Yeah, I think Josh can probably
They'll
pick
drop
up
that for sustained.
Most of the army.
we have to reroll
12
twice,
and
right?
They get a banner.
16 on
We
primary
rerolls
next
all
two
the time.
turns. Yeah, I mean, he can even afford
still
just to
fail.
cheekily leave a unit up
And they lose a
to
wound.
kill it for 8 points in turn 5.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And then
Harvest.
keep the score. I mean,
Hits you 4 times.
Jordan is going to pick up,
Jeez,
what, 7
noise marines have
on,
had enough
on
today.
secondaries here?
Uh,
So,
4 wounds from Harvest.
yeah, it's hard not to get carried away. You're right, Ben. You've got to look at the
Yeah.
game for us. There's still points going on the table. It just
It's-
would have been
yeah.
nice to clear up that centre.
yeah,
I mean-
Jordan is fortunate that Josh isn't now going to pick up
Math-wise.
15 on taking hold.
Sorry,
or,
hang on.
Or a huge score on primary.
We've done math on this. When they get the reroll hit and reroll wound, do all my shooting and all their combat, they only kill half my unit.
No, I kill 5.
Kill 5, sorry.
But that's if I take plasmas, which is I took melters because the one bad matchup
Okay.
for melters was him. I
Yeah,
was like, "Ah, bugger."
yeah, you kill half, but that means then he doesn't lose the entire squad back.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't anyway.
Um,
I just want one guy to live for my fallback charge.
Yeah.
Extra damage.
Teammate in the
What do you mean,
chat
fullback and charge?
made a very good point that this is not a great
I'm
advertisement
chasing
for
you,
Baron
brother.
dice.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll go 10.
But it is a great advertisement for the hot dice.
I think I'll
dice.
take-
Luckily, they're not
Charge.
sponsoring us, so
Anyway,
Not
I
yet.
got Brigand.
yeah. Well,
Not
screw
yet.
that. I don't know if I'm that good a salesman to sell those dice.
4. Brigand hits twice.
I think that's the
Six.
price you pay. You ask for Night Lord's dice, which specialise in battle shocks. You end up with
Cool.
dice that specialise in rolling
In
battle
rolling
shocks.
as low as possible, yeah.
Are we ready to score up then?
no, I get.
He hasn't fought me back yet.
Must we do
That's
that?
alive, Josh. That's why we haven't
So
scored.
Wolf's going. I'm going to
He's gonna look
AFK
like
for a
that.
second. You're in
Sure.
charge.
Anything nice to hit?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
I'll go power fist.
Don't put us in
Do you have a
charge.
4 of them then?
Yes.
I'll go power fist.
Yeah, I mean, the scores-wise, Jordan picks up 7 here on
This is
secondaries,
I'm sustained.
which
Yeah.
actually means going into Josh's turn
Okay.
3,
Three.
he's only actually 3
Three
points behind. So pretty
What's Josh going to pick up? He's going to pick up hold
Okay.
1. He's not
He's
going to
only,
hold
yeah, he's
more.
only,
Well,
only going to
I
get
don't-
4, which
I
pushes him
know,
to a
I know,
7
I
point
know.
lead. Depending
my
what
Rubber
secondaries
Hammer
he
guy into your.
pulls,
How
because
many duds are they? Like, I feel like marked for death. I don't think that. I think marked for death is now scoreable for Josh at this point. There's not 3 units
I mean,
that are hidden.
It's 3 deaths.
what Josh
Okay.
doesn't want,
They do
he
Mega
doesn't
Lasso, just in case
particularly
you're
want
watching it.
homers, he
And
doesn't
then
want
one
behind
blade.
enemy lines, he doesn't want cleanse, he
Oh, I
doesn't
real
want.
ones as well. Yeah.
There's a lot of objectives in there
I've
that he
never
really
death.
doesn't want to see come
4
out.
death.
Yeah, anything that makes
you're
him
saying
not
that
pick
death
stuff
4
else.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, saying that, there is also assassinate.
I'm wounded you
there,
once
there
for
is
4
also
attacks.
Storm hostile. There is, as you said, there's mark for death. There are just as many can score easily as
Particularly
you
fair
can't.
this game.
Well,
Don't
joke's
wanna put
on
my
Josh
finger
because
on
he's
it.
killed most of Jordan's characters
Thank
already.
God Josh
So,
wasn't here for
aha.
that. I'll show you.
assassinate not so
Protect
easy
me.
now.
And then
That
Um,
Chaos
as
Lord
well.
sat there on his own is probably a juicy-looking target for a ballista dread.
Yeah, I was saying he's screened him pretty well from melee, but there are ballistas. Well, one ballista dread has to turn around and attempt to deal with the unit of obliterators right on it. The other one could quite easily pop out and just
Damage
take a shot.
one.
Yeah.
So you got 4 up.
Yeah, it's depending on Jordan on what
Killed the
Josh
guy in half.
pulls. Jordan probably goes
Yeah,
into his
he's
turn
damage one.
4 somewhere between 7 to 12 points behind, which is
And then
not
one guy on your
massively bad place to
No.
be considering the way the game has gone.
The question then, though, is does he have the assets to be able to stymie
think he's
Josh's scoring
That'll be 1 wound.
and also pad his own
Some
points
bandits,
total out to
2
keep it close?
His turn.
If you want.
Yeah. If Jordan can
He
pick
takes
up
it.
another
Take the damage.
16
Cool.
on primary,
Ow.
we're talking about 4 for
And then the
holding, 4 for
wolves.
killing, maybe
Yeah.
sneak the extra kill in this battle round. I think Josh has got to kill
On your fly
at least
guys.
3 units.
Hitting on 4.
He's got to kill. Yeah, it's 3 to stop and 4 to beat it.
my
So
which
Chaos Lord probably dies.
I wonder, did
I think that regardless of assassinate or not, the Ballista's Dread pops out and takes a shot at that.
They're fine.
There's probably a legionary squad that drops
right?
here.
Yeah. And you killed,
Yeah, I mean, Jordan's he's done what he can do.
Yeah.
Sustained and lethals that. And then, yeah. So
Whether he scores 4 for Kilmore or he denies Josh 4 for Kilmore,
So
it's still
what
a
you missed,
4-point
Josh,
swing, so he won't
is
be
a
too
4-attack
concerned.
Thunderhammer Captain. Dev wounded me 4 times and hit me and wounded me once and killed a guy.
Yeah.
He devs on 6s.
Yeah.
He deved me 4 times with 4 attacks.
Right.
Fine.
You're in dev a lot.
So that was a thing.
And,
Oh dear.
that's
Um,
combat.
Oh, do you mind if I just shoot my melt turret? Bag.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I was going to say, if there's anybody watching
Yeah.
who's knows somebody who knows about sound mixing and all that sort of stuff,
Maybe
Cover?
we'd
Yeah, go through.
it'd be really useful for us to as a
Thank you.
channel to grow in that respect. Cause,
Yeah, honestly, Josh, I thought you were about to ask if you knew someone who knew how to do an exorcism on some dice, but yeah,
that
it's
too.
panel stuff
No, I
too.
did do.
Panel stuff too.
I say
Useful.
Battle Shock now.
Is it worth reminding the lads that they are
Yeah.
35
Yeah.
minutes left?
I was going
on
to say,
the
there's
old
only
adjust?
35 minutes left, and
We
you're
won't- we
in
won't.
turn 2.
Turn 3.
3, halfway through turn 3.
Bottom of 3.
Sorry, did I forget to put wolves on turn 3?
You
I'm getting
left
my turn
as
3 now.
they haven't turned up yet. It hasn't got to turn 3 yet.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
about
you're-
to.
It's about to, yeah.
So
about
I
to be
got
Wolves
the
turn 3.
scoring. I got kill and I got bring it down for little
So you got a kill. So 1, 2, 3,
And-
4. You got little, bring it down,
and big engage.
and big engage.
And I
5
got raptors and
behind.
blitz behind him.
Yeah, that's really good. Behind enemy lines, I think only gives you 4 now.
Josh.
It gives
Yes,
you
sir.
2. You got small.
Three
for
for
behind.
No,
No,
big raptors
behind
and
is-
blitz.
4
behind
for
is-
behind,
Yeah, it's
You got
3
to-
for 1
Two
unit,
units behind
4 for 2 units.
Trust me, it's big.
Big.
Oh fuck! Sorry, everyone's interrupting me while I was putting that in.
It's fine.
What was that at the start? Oh my god. What was Jordan's primary at the start
So I
end
got-
of that turn?
I got hold 1
50.
It
and I got
was,
kill.
it was 6, so his secondary, did you say?
No,
Sorry.
I don't think it
Killed
was.
Logan, you killed scouts. That's it, right?
Yes.
You guys
can always
carry
check
on. We'll
back.
sort
Sure,
sort
sure.
sort it. Yeah, go back on.
Oh yeah. Kill 4.
Anyone
Yeah,
just
I'll-
tell
I'll-
us what it
What's
was.
your OC here?
So it was primary was
1, 2,
12,
3,
secondary
4,
was
5,
7 before we
6.
started. So
Yours is
7.
going to be
yeah, 7 on secondary. So he got big
'Cause I'll get
behind enemy lines
Ball
for
pass
3,
will
and
have
then
G1,
little bring it down for the 2. So he
yeah.
should be 12 on secondary, I think.
Big behind is 5, right?
So I hold 1 anyway.
True.
Big behind is
It's
4.
Oh, okay. So he
4
got
behind.
he got
2 for
6
bring it
total,
down,
so he should be on
4 for
13.
6 total.
Correct. Yeah, 13 for secondary and 16 for primary.
I mean, we've got
Okay.
hold 1, right?
Yeah.
George?
I haven't been
That's
doing
turn 3 for the
Jordan,
wolves.
So I'll backfill. Oh.
Josh needs 3
Oh,
kills to
I don't
prevent
think the winner is
a
going to be in
Kilmore for
contention.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Let's go.
And
Oh,
Josh
Wolves
needs
get
3
full
kills.
primary.
Josh needs 3 kills to prevent big kill.
4.
4 kill. 4 kills
killed
to
4.
prevent big. Okay.
It
Josh has
was
been counting it.
scouts. It was
Wolfen, Logan.
Wolfen,
Bjorn.
Logan, and
Josh
Bjorn.
gets +4 primary now for holding 1, right?
damn it. Oh,
Well, he's got to take a battle shock on that dreadnought. No.
Oh,
This
Ah,
one
no.
does.
yes, it is under starting strength.
Yep.
Dread Talon's
Ooh.
clutch.
I'm a
Come on.
scary.
Fail
Can I
that
make a
battle shock.
shock and then find out if I want to auto pass?
No, you have to do it before you roll.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, it
Is there
does.
any mass one?
Yeah.
Bad one's at -2.
That one's at -1 because you're not
Come
really
on.
I mean, that
This
one's.
is where.
You can just roll one of them and then
Oh,
auto
true.
pass the second.
So
Though.
this one?
Either way, it's still
Six.
4.
Well, one's at -2, one's at -1.
Passed.
That one, 8.
Dreadnought passes. Shit.
Oh my
They
god.
both pass.
This one.
Oh, this is the problem with the
One.
battle sharks.
Fine.
There you go. So he's got 4.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you hold the same as me.
And your secondaries, please, sir.
I know mine's. Damn.
Behind.
Well,
and
there we go.
cleanse.
Yeah.
So, while you
really want.
were out of the room for a second, Josh, we did have a brief conversation, and I think one of the scenarios we said was, what's the worst thing that could happen for Josh this turn? And it would be potentially getting cleansed and behind, because he's then got to give up his that unit in the Rhino to potentially go and do secondaries. So
Does
it's
he
not
take his
great
foot off
for
the gas?
Josh.
Does he take his foot off the gas, or to get the secondaries, or does he just go for the throat right now?
I think it makes his. I don't think he pushes to get 2 on cleanse and leaves the unit out the Rhino with those.
He's burning
brilliants there.
behind. He's burning behind.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Sensible.
cleanse the Rhino can do assassination. That was
That
one of the ones
was
that we were
That was
like,
the
is he
best
dead?
case scenario. Yeah, that ballistas maybe picks up the Chaos Lord.
There's a Chaos Lord on his lonesome who's taken some damage. Yeah, he's a headshot away from just. Yeah. He doesn't have to go out of his way for that assassinate. He wants to kill them anyway.
This is tense. This great game. I mean,
What you don't realise, as true Nightlord fashion, is we may be losing this game, but we went to your planet while you're here and we're just murdering people back there as well. We sent the Alpha Legion, we sent Nathan. He's doing it for me.
there you go. He's saying that we might be. I had the mics turned down a bit, unfortunately. But Jordan was saying that Night Lords might be losing this one, but they are back home on your home planet, ruining your family.
I sent Nathan specifically.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it. Go get him, Nathan.
This
is all an
interaction.
So okay.
Yeah, it's just clean up now.
He will.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to kill more than 4 units. I think that the
I've still
Oh,
got
that's
Chaos Lord
nice.
also.
There's a limit. The
Scrap.
ceiling is
6.
4 of his 5 remaining units.
I mean the benefit is because those Thunder Cav can't charge and they're in combat.
Blitz 1 OC each.
Jordan
Which
is at least going to get to fight with something.
I'm checking.
There.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I got you,
Yeah,
friendo.
Is that gonna
That too?
be enough?
Where's he going to get his double cleanse? That's the question.
I don't think he gets it.
I don't think he's going to try.
I
He's going to
think
try
at
and
best
kill
he pops
Maybe
the
at
unit
one
out the
point,
Rhino to cleanse on that
Oh,
bottom objective.
the battle shock.
Well, Josh has got a great score record. Josh has got a great score record, probably the best score record of the league so far. So he's going to probably want to look at maintaining that.
They are battle shots.
The one
There's a
unit
world
that's gonna
here
cleanse his
where
battle
by the
shock,
end of turn
unfortunately.
3, he just wipes out the remaining of Jordan's assets. And when you math
Because
out
this guy
what's
is
left in the game to score up, he just walks around and grabs what he needs.
It's pride versus
Can
logic.
the Look, Talons get out and cleanse.
I mean, they want to be over
Nah,
here.
they don't.
They do.
They don't. They're fine. Don't
Because I want to kill this.
worry. No, you don't.
Just going to see if I can bring up the actual league table
Bomb, bomb,
so people back home can see.
Bomb. Bomb.
It's still a close game.
Get out 3.
I mean, originally I think called it as a 12-8 to Josh. I think that's still a distinct possibility if Jordan can play this defensively and get some good secondaries. I still don't see Jordan getting a win from here.
1, 2.
I think that ship sailed after the top of his
What were you
turn
thinking,
charge, to
Chief?
be honest. Pulling a win out.
How are we doing
So-
on the clock,
so
boss?
We are running out of time.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go quick.
So
Yeah, it's 30 minutes left.
looking at the table while they're doing their moves here, so just getting those boys out of the Rhino. Ben Lane is currently top, having played all his games. After that's Bearded Steve played all his games, 3-1 loss. Then it's me, 3-0 loss with Aston Militarum. But then there's Josh Burns, who's currently playing Wolves now. Points differential, Josh is definitely top of the league on 53.
It doesn't matter. I forgot. It's fine.
So who
No, no,
probably
you go, you
he's
go.
only 7 ahead of me on that, so he's got to think about that. If it comes
Oh
down
my
to
God.
those points
Yes,
differentials.
where are you going?
It definitely needs a score here. I think what I would say about the league table,
All this you're going to randomly
it's
fire.
until the round is, we'll
That's
see
the
some significant changes
that's the guy
once
that's
the
still
round
running
is
it.
complete. Once the remaining winners obviously potentially sneak back to that
Yeah.
that 4-0. And
There
that's
are also
obviously
some 2-1 players who haven't played their fourth game that aren't on the thing
Shoot me.
there either.
True.
So there are a few people like that haven't played their round 4 game too.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
but
could still jump out with it.
that's right. I don't
yeah,
think-
the points differential is the important
shoot the
element,
blitz.
though.
That is rather rude. I am full health.
You can't quite see that on.
There you go. I put it
yeah,
up
on
on
the
there.
screen.
Yes.
Nice.
Reroll.
So yeah, you're looking 60 Ben Lane's ahead on that. That's you, the commentator, of course. He's come back fighting, as I knew he would after his early loss into a bad matchup.
It is best. Josh only needs 7 points from this game
I'll check all
to
the
tally
stats
up
for you.
One goes 5.
in terms of points
So one's
scored. So he's
definitely
not
gonna
too
die.
concerned there.
T7,
It really is.
5 wounds.
It's who can go
5
unbeaten in
saves,
this
so I
league
killed both
is
'cause I
going to
rolled a
eventually
4.
take the crown.
So you killed
If
one.
in fact we do have
Oh, no,
an
killed two.
unbeaten player, it becomes very interesting if the final game ends up being a 5-1 into a 5-0 player and takes the crown. Then it becomes very interesting. But I think Josh, the most important thing here for Josh is he gets the win, which keeps him in the running.
Fine, top save.
Or for Jordan as well. If Jordan picks up the win, it keeps him at 4-0, which is, because it's Swiss pairings, is the critical thing here. You can score as many points as you want,
7.
but unless you're in that top bracket each round, the championship is somewhat distant.
But the league's looking very healthy. 36 players in our local league. Regular players.
Sure.
I'm very happy how it's going. And this Friday is going to be the big one. It's going to be our commentator Nathan into Matthew Jones, who's commentated in the past. That'll be it, out of the box.
Indeed, we went into this round with 5 unbeaten players due to some draws earlier in the round. And the big question is whether we come out of this round with 4 unbeaten players, or whether Nathan can spring the win to deny Matt his unbeaten record, and we go into round 5 with just the 4. And then it becomes incredibly interesting because we then go into the last round maybe with 2 unbeaten players playing for the championship, and it becomes a really interesting last game.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll try and do my best. No promises. Matt's got a really interesting list, and Imperial Agents is a big unknown quantity for definitely for me, but probably for most players. Not a lot of people have given that codex a chance. And I think like those initial performance figures put people off of it initially. But I think there's a lot of hidden synergies and really good opportunities for list building in there. And that unfamiliarity is going to be a real hurdle that I'm going to have to try and.
Well, it's good. You know, this is
Yeah,
kind of our fun league, right? So a lot of people have tried some really weird lists, which is great to see. Is including Jordan here. He's really rocking some odd shit, but it's but no, but it's got some tricks, and that's the great thing. People trying different things and finding tricks they would not otherwise find. And yes, this is a fun league, but going into next year, we're at 36 now. It could be more next year. It's the biggest league in the country. We're really proud of the work Ben's put into this. The skill level has increased so much, and we're actually creating that grassroots movement in Wales where everyone's playing standard WTC now, and we're hoping that's going to pay off next year and the years to come.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the hope, is if we can continue to expand and increase the number of players in the league. The beauty of it is that 3-week cycle, so you can still play your friends, you can play at different clubs, there's all sort of opportunity there. But come along and participate and practice and join in, and then, as I said, get the opportunity to play against like-minded players.
I don't know how much our battleship matters, to be honest, George.
I know, but it's the
To
strange.
go to Nathan's earlier point, I think
It's the stuff of strat. If you
agents do have some tricks. I think the problem is they're
that's
effectively
2 each.
guardsmen
So,
without
one
tanks,
each, so like 2.
and that's where
I'll just
they're struggling to actually hit back meaningfully into any of the kind of meta
No, you
arms at the
don't.
moment. So they've certainly got bodies and they can certainly score points.
So let's see what's happening here. We've got a game on going here. I think that's the charge phase done.
Battle shock here.
So activate the battle shock. Oh, failed.
Oh, and again.
For free, give myself +1 AP.
I'm not doing that yet.
+1 AP strategy. Okay, so now that he's got some battle shocks within his own turn, you're able to use some of the Dread Talons. I was going to say good strats, but even the good strats are a bit meh. So getting +1 AP in melee, quite handy.
I'll give myself Lance and +1 AP.
Makes what is quite a good punchy unit in Legionnaires go even punchier. Those Power Fists are now AP3. Those Chainsword attacks are now hitting at AP2.
Yeah.
Let's not do that yet. We'll do this wolf unit into them. Sure.
Yeah, so interesting fight activation here, because the Brigand more than likely dies, but Jordan will get an opportunity to maybe kill some more Thundercav.
Twos.
It hasn't got the interrupt, so it doesn't really matter from Josh's side, I think.
Kill 4.
Yep.
Owie.
So quite an interesting point
Wolves are in
from Barry in chat. Do we think Jordan would pick a secret mission? I think maybe a month ago might have been consideration. I think as it stands now for Jordan, the fact it won't allow him to score any primary in turn 4, and he maybe can pick up an easy 8 from a kill on in turn 5, sorry, a kill and an objective probably means no, he doesn't do it, because I can't see where he gets the secret mission.
Well, the Chaos Lord with Jump Pack has the ability to uppy downy, but I'm pretty sure he's tied up in combat and or dead right now.
I think he goes for it.
Yeah, if he goes, that is the one that Dread Talons do surprisingly well. Having a Lord that can go up into Deep Strike in turn 4, and then Deep Strike 3 inches away on turn 5 means it's quite difficult to keep him off that home field objective.
Right, I'll do...
all he's got to do is put the Rhino and the Ballistas on that objective.
Either side of the wall, and he's pinned him, yeah.
He's not getting near it. And I also think, looking at the secrets, that's realistically the only one Jordan can pick. It's not difficult for Josh to end it, and it means Jordan gives up at least 8 points. So I can't see any reason for him, to be honest.
2 damage.
Fine.
Cool.
Brigand cares not.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, could he rapid ingress and then run on to the objective? I suppose you have to take it, don't you?
6.
Not just be on it, you have to hold
That's
it.
never a good sign.
Yeah, he needs the OC.
Well, if he brings 10 raptors, if he brings 10 raptors with him, he's fine. But I just don't think he has 10 raptors in that squad anymore.
Freeze. Sorry.
Reroll that.
Ooh.
It's Josh's turn to roll ones, and looks like he's borrowed the Night Lord's dice there. And
yeah, I was going to say there's a mixed bag here.
The 6s, man.
Get the 6s, yeah.
Well played, Jordan. I think the best move Jordan's made all game is get Josh to roll his dice.
That's another 6. So that's 2 there. That's a hit. That hits. So there's your hits.
We've got 20 minutes left on the chess clock, but the players are speeding up a bit as resources start to dwindle on the board.
5, so 6s down to 5s for the lance.
Yep.
Whoa. Holy moly.
Well then, Brigand.
Oh,
You might be in a spot of bother.
That's a thing, isn't it?
Reels?
Yeah.
Got twin linked.
No, he just gets full rerolls against vehicles.
And
Oh.
characters.
Okay.
It's Orc the Slayer. And he slays.
I forgot the character.
No, again, just look at those Night Lord dice again.
12,
1,
16,
1, 2.
22. And I haven't done Orc yet.
AP.
2.
Chainswords, AP2.
They're AP1 normal, and my strat gives me +1 AP as well.
Oh, okay. How many?
AP2 train swords here.
8, 12.
Yeah, that's right.
15,
The
22.
AP only really matters if he hits.
1 damage each.
Hey!
6 so
You
far.
only dropped a
And
couple.
then 10 of these.
6 so far.
5.
Oh. And 10 more.
Yeah.
Could live. And he does.
4. Cool. Ulrich.
Oh, and then Ulrich's. Okay.
Nah, I'll be fine.
How many moves you got left? 4. Cool. Reroll. I'm gonna reroll instant.
I'll get that. That's fine. Here you go.
That's cocked.
Cool. So 2 wounds automatically, and you've got...
Damage 2, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got 2 here. 5
Normally
saves.
do 5s down to 4s.
5 saves. AP. Oh, full
Full
rerolls.
rerolls of everything. All the time.
6 save.
Love those
6
full
saves,
rerolls.
AP 3.
Wow. AP 3.
I died.
1 dead.
I don't explode. And
Position myself to go here.
And that's picked up the brigand.
And the objective.
And they've consolidated back onto that objective,
Okay.
meaning that Josh is in a very good position to be able to just start scoring a hold more for the remainder of his turns.
Cool.
Yep.
You here.
Pat,
All right.
It's
It's time for the
it's
Raptors.
12,
stay.
yeah, it's 12 points of primary a
I
turn
get it
for
anyway.
Josh now.
Yeah, and kill a whole raptor.
Yay!
Raptor dies.
Yes, Lord. I
I
mean,
kill Chaos Lord, unit.
Yeah, I think
Brilliant.
realistically, Josh can probably
Yes,
push
Lord,
this
hit
to a
5 times,
14,
no
maybe a
sustain.
15 now from this position.
he
Again,
wins
will
you
depend on
only 2
secondaries.
attacks.
Jordan might pick up some
4s.
secondaries that he
Cool.
can score
Carrot,
relatively
sergeant.
easily.
Hits
Keep
you
him
3.
honest.
Wins you 3.
Kills a guy.
Kills that
I
guy.
don't think neither player's drawn containment
Then
yet,
2
as an
chainsaws.
example.
So, yeah. 2 chainsaws.
That's true. Containment is one of the better secondaries if you don't want to get stuck into people. But
1.
the concern I have is whether Jordan has the units in position
Yeah.
2
Lord.
or the units at all to be able to get those sort of secondaries and actually do something with them.
Okay. I mean, do you reroll once?
No.
Thank God.
Yeah, Jordan needs.
Unbelievable.
He's in recovery mode now. He needs to go into point
Okay.
scoring.
1, 2.
If he tries to commit and engage with Josh,
Fine.
he's not going to do the damage. He's just
He
going to
goes
get
from
picked up.
murdering 5 raptors
He's
to.
got the
No, no,
opportunity
this is
here
what
with
time
those
we
blitz, with
Oh.
those talons up in the top
yeah,
left, as an
yeah.
example. If he
And
does get
then-
something like contain, he
what
can
was
just sit and pick up the 6.
Got 1s. 2 wins, AP2.
Maybe he'd like to get contain and
1.
deploy at this point. That squad on the top objective could
And then
move
got
back into the
2.
deployment zone, and all of a sudden he's scoring 10 points on secondary in his turn
Yeah.
4. That would be massive, alongside his 4 for primary. Keeps it to a respectable score.
Yeah, and to answer your question, Barry,
Got 1s.
the battle line situation.
2, 4, 5.
Jordan did have a lot of legion.
First one, and then
I think
4
he
more.
might not have
1 go.
any
you want to do
left.
damage,
Yeah. 1.
No.
Like there's if there are any left at all, there's like a half strength squad lingering somewhere. So that secret mission probably would not have been an option either at this point.
6s.
No, it just made no sense to Jordan at this point. I think Josh is actually intentionally
4,
keeping a couple of units alive here.
So they can continue to score
Okay,
at
1.
least kill in the
So
next
it
2
doesn't
turns.
Yeah, it makes perfect. He wants to pick up that 16 from Kill and Kill More in turns 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So sensible decision.
Characters on the wound.
Cool. Damage 1.
Yeah.
The Lord lived.
Just about. Squeezing in.
The Lord has survived it.
He has. I don't know.
Are there any other assassination
has,
options
and-
available?
No, it does really hamper
Uh,
Josh's second. I mean, for this turn,
what
next
he's got?
turn, if he keeps
So Simon,
assassinating
should we
players,
score up?
he picks
I
up
got
9
assassin.
points.
So he didn't
I'd
get
be
any
surprised if he
turns.
discards
scored
them.
assassinate.
He did get assassinated
Oh,
though.
Get
Okay,
kill
guys, sorry.
Oh,
I
you
need to
got it.
interrupt you because I need to do this. So he did get assassinated, so it's
So you
just
got-
18.
A lord.
Did you
a
kill
rat,
more?
A unit and a brigand.
Yep.
So you got 4 to my 4. So we drew.
Yep.
On kills.
So Drew,
Drew.
did he pick up 1
Probably can do
cleanse
this
or
quite
not?
fast.
He got no cleanse.
No plans. I
Okay,
got plans
so-
for CP.
Could I?
And he's got it, CP for it.
So I do battle shocks first, then cards, right? Yep.
No, cards first.
Cards
then
first.
battle shocks.
Could I have some new
Battle
cards?
shocks is the second half of the command phase.
So,
Okay,
can
good night,
Jordan
Lord,
get
we know
the perfect draw
Marked.
here? Containment
Nope,
and
that's mine.
deploy.
I'll roll.
Green cards.
That
Sabotage.
keeps
Oh,
him.
the other one.
Sabotage.
Okay,
He's got it.
nice.
It's
That
okay.
One with force.
Okay.
so
Uh,
I don't know.
You can get everyone
Yeah,
force.
shock on the wounded guy.
yeah, sabotage
It's fine.
normally is a
Cast
pretty
Lord's
decent
unit on
pull,
foot.
but
They are
Too late in
fine.
the game, is it not?
And I think that's mainly battle.
Well,
Where can he
Jordan-
hide?
exactly. Josh
So
can
we're
just
gonna-
move back to that
they're
Thunder
fine.
Cav and pick up the
So
War
what we're gonna
Talons
do
if he
is-
chooses them.
I get one.
So can we score primary?
Yes. Just hold 1.
Let's hold 1.
I would be redrawing here if I was Jordan. I think he
I'm gonna show you,
needs to
so I
pick
do
up
not
some
get
good
that.
primary
Okay.
points here.
If you want me to keep it, I can.
Sabotage is just not going to cut it. When he
Uh,
could, if he auto
Right.
picks
Oh, battleship. That's
deploy,
behind you.
it's 4 points. If
Yes.
he picks containment,
He's
it's
still
6
on.
points.
Just chill. He's all on wound, by the way.
Sure. He's going to walk towards you.
So you keeping your secondaries?
Yes.
Okay.
You're walking towards me now.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Overwatch.
Yeah. Well, got the Overwatch out the way.
Oh yeah, I got to get CP in my turn as well.
So you don't roll to hit.
No. Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not gambled there because I can't see
2d6.
anything on the board
Oh,
that
right.
survives the sabotage. Like
No.
nothing.
It's not even like he could hide Cypher somewhere. Cypher's
Nine.
too close or already dead. I think he might already be dead.
4.
Okay.
Still winning on 5s though.
Yeah.
Maybe the Blitz
so what
can. No, I don't think they've got the movement to get into that terrain piece.
1.
But they can
I
sabotage
think
his
they
dig.
got a 4 or 5
Want
inch
me
move. They're
4
not
inches towards you.
particularly quick.
No. Yes. So.
No, I don't think they get it.
They have a
Yeah,
4 inch move.
I'm
They are
just gonna try and
slow as
get a
hell.
kill with what I can. So
Let's just get picked up by that
We're gonna-
Thundercav.
Yeah, I think I'm fast enough.
here one.
Depends what it does to the
Afraid the
noise
Chaos
marines.
Lord's going to fall back.
Yep.
And be able to charge.
Are there CSM models on Objective 4?
Yes, there's some
Barry
noise
asks.
marines there. Yeah.
Yeah, small unit of noisy boys.
Then I'm going to move.
Again, decent at shooting. Not so much in.
And I'm going to move.
Yeah, Jordan can
Oh,
definitely
I'm gonna
get a
show
kill here,
I wonder what that's
at
gonna do.
least.
And then these guys are going
He should
to
be able to pick up at
be
least
like 2
one
inches away from you
overwhelming,
on the
I'd
side of the
say.
wall. Cool.
Yeah,
Guess
that
this guy will do the
sabotage just
same,
kills
probably.
him.
There, if that's okay with you. Yep.
I think you get big sabotage.
So
Who's sabotaging, John?
the Raptors
I just can't see
can't
what
really get away.
can
So
do
I'll
it
fly over here.
that's going to survive if
You
Josh
hit
wants to push
sabotage,
for
right?
it.
Yeah, you have to
There.
touch it. With one guy.
No.
So they'll
Those
start
noise marines could
sabotaging.
run away
Yeah,
and
but
do it. Oh, hang on. Is he dropping in
Brave
his?
men.
Is
No,
he
he's-
dropping in a unit?
Everything's on. I should actually increase
He's got
the
the,
turn.
the big warp talon squad at the top
Wolverines
there, but
are
because they've got a
going
touch
to
in, that Ballista Dread can just step back and put some shooting
onto
into
here,
them. The
Just
Thundercav
take some
can
shots.
Will surge.
come down and
Yeah.
around.
Still have it on that unit.
I know.
On both.
You see, that's where that's the mistake he's
Cultists
made there.
will advance. I've used
I'd
the free
advance them around
to do the
to
fallback guy.
plug that gap.
Some cultists coming over here to do their thing.
Yeah.
Move the rest of them over in a sec.
Although I guess he technically doesn't. Thundercover 2 OC each.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah,
They are
pointless.
battle shock right now.
They are, yeah. And so then scouts.
Yes, sir.
Josh, conscious of the
So,
clock running
what I
down,
wanna do
is there a
first
math out situation
is
on this?
shoot my blood.
I think we have to.
or
Yeah.
they
We have to
or
math
they
it.
end the game.
I think we have to math it out in a minute.
Sure.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Just
Basically
do
got
some
10
quick-
minutes left.
That's fine. I'll do some quick shots, then we'll map it out. Blu-ray gets 3 shots. Cool.
I think, yeah, Barry, Noise Marines are battle line, but you would
hits.
need
Toughness.
They're only battle line in.
in
the-
Emperor's Children as well. They count as allies here.
That's
Yeah.
12.
Don't actually have the keyword by
Toughness 12
default.
ballistas.
Yeah, they're big.
Don't think
Yeah,
he's
they only
T12.
become battle line if you choose Emperor's
No,
Children.
T10.
So 2
12
wins.
wins.
2 wins.
And arguably, there is an argument to be made that you
3.
should probably play
Get cover.
Dread Talon as Emperor's Children. The only downside then is that you're locked
Uh,
into taking Lucius
do
as your
brigands
warlord,
into
and
your
I don't
dogs then.
think there's enough space for him.
Any of them hurt? Yep. So I'll shoot the Catling cannon first.
Catling cannon.
The Catling cannon.
Did an obliterator die?
And now he's walking forward doing his thing.
He's on a wound.
He just got 2 wounds.
No,
on the
oh,
ballistas and
obviously
he
did.
Passed both his saves.
He's on one
With his
wound.
melter gun.
Must have been the ballistas.
Metal gun's
Oh, yeah.
AP4.
AP3 his.
1, 1,
It's a
1,
flesh
2.
meta gun or whatever it's called.
Come on.
That's better. That's better.
And then 4s.
Richard, he had Nurglings. They were the
It's going
first
to
to go.
be 5.
They- They were used to block infiltration and score area denial, and then
So
were
you want us to close
immediately
that gap?
thwomped
In this
by a.
in this
unit of
matchup, they would have been very
That's,
useful to have sitting behind that wall, actually giving a -1 to hit aura.
Thermal spears.
Another Thundercav went down there.
Cool. Good talk.
Well done.
I mean, if
Spears.
if Jordan can
Have it.
get the sabotage and get 2 and overwhelming and pick up 11 on secondary,
Yeah,
This
one more
turn.
touch. There was 5 at the start.
the The 11-9 dream is on.
Do you want a blood surge into my rhino?
I might as well. Right?
Yep.
Like it does no harm.
No.
I'm gonna blood. Hoppa!
Josh is now running out of assets as well.
Hoppa. Hoppa.
Yeah.
Hoppa.
Your battle shock right now.
I mean, he's running cultists forward, which is a desperation move.
I'm wondering if they're coming forward purely for a grenade.
For
That might be, well, it'll be the most damage they do.
Well,
3 ones.
go for an 8.
The flamer. 3.
Where are them things gone?
Nothing.
Because actually,
The big
if you
gun.
grenade
Got
that
yeah.
Thundercav unit,
It passed.
and then you
Big
tank
gun,
shock
3
it with
hits.
the Rhino,
2 wounds on
and
the
then
big guy.
you melter
How
it
much
with
CP
the...
do you think he has?
AP?
Well, he must have at least
2
one.
damage.
And 6.
And then
You'd
got baby
hope so.
guns.
And I'm wondering if that's the reason why he didn't redraw an objective, is because what he's got in mind is to
Okay, strength 5. So.
pick up that
Get more
Thundercav
damage
unit.
out there. Yeah.
Fine.
Cool. Then we'll just get to
Battle shock? Fine.
quick rhino shooting.
Let's see what
Because I
happens.
can. Because you're on my vehicle.
Yep.
I can't shoot the Havoc, so I'll shoot the Combi Bolter. 1 hit. 1 death.
Okay. Down to.
And the other Bolter.
Reason the bolters aren't doing a lot.
Nothing.
No, well, it's.
Then we'll do some charges and then we'll talk it out. Because I'm,
Yeah, do a
pretty
charge and talk it out. Yeah.
'cause I'm pretty dead. These guys will both go in.
Yep.
See if I can get any on force. Chaos Lord on foot, Chaos Lord mounted.
Yep.
Yeah, they're both loving it.
Do you want to have a happy fun time on that one?
Nope. Okay, so we'll go with the Chaos. Do you have enough that you can't interrupt because you're battle shocked?
Yep.
So I will go with the Chaos Lord jetpack first, who's on a wound. He will not dart back.
Do it. Dark packed it.
He hits you 5 times.
Yeah, I would have done it.
He
There's
does
no reason not to at this point.
now he's
Then has Jordan got no CP now?
Kills that guy.
I don't think so.
Dart packed on the
So-
Legion squad.
Did they not have Thunder Hands, these Chaos Lords?
Yeah, they do have demon
not
hands.
Jetpack ones.
Not the jetpack ones.
Yeah, I can't get it.
Sad face.
Jetpack Lord has
Chaos Lord
power
foot
fist.
then. He hits you 5 times because of sustain.
Yep.
He does get.
Yeah, I
full
was
wounds,
expecting the Obliterator to charge the
He's going to dev you once.
Ballista's
and
Dread
defeat.
and the War Dog to move on
You
to the bottom
failed
objective to our OC
Oh, that.
You get a cop.
the unit there. So
Oh,
we seem to have
kill
gone
the
straight into this fight
No,
phase.
doesn't want, right?
Yeah, 1 goes through and then 1 death. 4 damage.
I missed
did
quite a few
four
important things there.
1
Yeah.
pass, 1 fail.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
1 death.
Oh, but it was that 6. I see. Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought you.
No, no, no,
did
no.
2
It's
6s.
fine.
Could have got him a couple more points here and there.
Then just
Yeah.
the guy on normal life.
Well, if the Obliterator charges the
Hits you
Dreadnought and
twice.
kills it, that's overwhelming force.
Does a wound, rerolling. Does 2.
These Chaos Lords are doing their average rolls now, and they're just picking up
2
because
wounds.
they can.
Full units.
No,
Yeah.
1 more wound to roll, Josh.
Oh.
2 wounds though.
Damage?
2. I kill the Thunder Cavs.
No, you don't.
Oh, I don't kill it. I already killed the
And I
Thunder Cavs. Scott.
will CP.
You
CP
won't die,
roll.
right?
No, not against
You can't. You're battle shocked.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take down to 1.
So you got the squad.
So I get just a Rhino bump.
So he gets kill. I'll add that on now.
I charged you, so
Yeah,
no.
so
Oh, yeah.
when Chaos Lords actually roll not
Yeah.
2s and 1s, they're pretty punchy.
So me
The lieutenant on the Rhino, I guess.
and the Lord.
Units still seem to be there.
Yeah.
I think that was just on the character. He used precision.
No, there's an 8-man.
Yeah.
There's 2 characters in there. There's only 2 left.
Yeah. So the unit's been picked up, but they split now into a Wolfguard Battle Leader and a Wolf Lord.
Oh, that's a Warlord, is it? Then?
Yeah, one lieutenant unit and
3
and like a
wounds
main-
at AP
main
2.
character.
Kill the guy. I'm on 1.
So did Jordan? Did he roll the charge on the Obliterator and we missed it?
And then
Or?
Lieutenant. Alright.
I don't know. Did you roll the charge on the Obliterator or no?
No, I forgot.
You forgot. Okay.
Just roll it.
Roll it because we were trying to fast play.
Yep.
He's in.
2
Yeah,
wounds
I was
on-
curious about the Brigand onto that bottom objective as well.
It's
Yeah.
A
Because
blip.
they're,
Yeah.
they're obviously
Just-
big scoring flips.
on the objective, I guess.
Cool. You can't
So,
take
mean-
wait there, because you're rushing and
Yeah,
it's our
sure.
fault. Were there any other charges going on?
No, that's
No.
Okay.
it. 2 hits. 1 win.
Kill me.
there's a reasonable chance that if the brigand did engage that unit of blood claws, it would die.
Well, your rhino can go.
The whole unit would
Yeah,
get
just-
re-rolling hits and wounds into it because it's a
I think
vehicle.
we can, after these
So
little
even with
rounds
the
of combats,
8
we can
OC,
talk out what's
there's a
going
good
on.
chance it just doesn't make it.
Uh,
Let me rephrase that. Re-rolling all hits,
Oh, wait,
re-rolling
that
all
was also
wounds,
the same.
sustained hits and lethal
Any AP?
hits
Another one.
they'd have against it. So
Don't think there's any-
the likelihood is it wouldn't pan out.
Just do your rhino eye check.
Kill that lieutenant. I hit on 4s, I imagine.
Nope.
2 hits. Kill that lieutenant. 2 wounds.
Threes.
Yeah, we can talk it out now. I think.
Cool. So where are we at?
I
but you might-
scored.
You
I'm
got
doing sabotage, and I scored
one on
3
everyone.
points on force.
And you got overwhelming.
One,
Yeah.
yeah, 1 kill on me,
No, and you got overwhelming. Yes, so that's
Yeah.
3 points. Yeah.
and I got a kill.
Yeah, I've
Side
added
kill.
that on already.
Cool.
Me?
Yeah. So
Storm
just
boss down.
we're
fixed
just
it.
talking it
Bits
out
and
now.
bobs.
We're just talking
So
now.
mark for death and storm.
What's
So
mark for death?
1, 2, 3. You can technically do it.
the anything, you'll get the points. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll score mark for death because regardless of what I pick, you'll kill it.
I'm honestly not sure what the advance is. I might charge over there.
Sure.
I wouldn't have been so cocky about
So if
that.
I get a 16, right, it'd be put me like over there.
Sure.
So I'd be on 3. So do you want me to roll that advance, see what it is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Would have been 2. I CP reroll it.
Sure.
5.
Sure.
15. I make sure we kill them.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you'll go.
15 inches.
15.
Yeah, you're like there.
And then a charge.
So I'm dead. Yeah.
Roll the charge.
I've
Do
got
it.
CP to reroll it. But yeah.
Yeah, you're right. No, it's good for a double 1.
Dreadnought will contest that objective. I hold this one. I hold that one. That one. I have 2. No, he doesn't take it anymore. What's your OC here?
2.
I'll auto pass that one. So I hold it.
Cool.
So-
hold one, hold more.
You hold one, hold them more for turn 4. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's extra 28. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll build that.
Primary would be 5 for mark for death.
Yeah.
And Storm Hostile for 4.
For 4.
What hostile did you storm? That's not mine. That's not mine. And that's not mine.
I haven't sent you that one, isn't it?
So you don't get storm.
No
No storm for
No
you.
storm because Jordan doesn't own anything.
Hey,
Can't
look,
steal from a man with
it's
nothing.
working.
Is it?
I do own an objective as well, I guess.
Yeah, you do.
So you can't get that.
Okay.
Can I string these out? Nah.
No.
Maybe I should.
Jordan.
On that.
Do we call it there or do we
I think
go
we can
into
call it
turn
that.
5
I think
and
we'll get.
extrapolate
We'll
math
give
out?
turn 5 for. I will. And then we can talk out turn 5 to find his league rank, definitely. But
Go
I think
for
we
it.
don't have to talk. We,
Sure. Okay, so do your cards for
Oh,
Jordan.
sure.
You have to extend.
Sabotage
Sabotage. You failed.
already had.
You failed it.
You had to pay a CP to remove it.
You would have.
Yeah,
No,
so draw.
I have nothing to sabotage with, so I'll CP to remove it and get something else.
But you just
Assassination.
didn't
Because
just have
they were
sabotage.
sabotaging and they died.
Yeah, so I
Before,
guess
Yeah, so
something.
you had to get rid of it. Yeah.
Assassin-
Assassination not going to happen.
No, well,
Uh,
kill him.
yeah.
With something.
Something will kill him, sure.
I imagine that
Um,
is dead. Something will kill him.
Yes, sir.
Because the
maybe-
annoys me is I'm not killing this turn.
okay,
No.
you're going to give him assassinate.
So
Okay.
just grenade.
Yeah.
Or
Fine.
whatever.
So I'll get.
Nothing on primary. Oh, yeah, and that would give you a kill.
Yes, so I'll get a kill and assassinate.
And
Yeah.
then Josh, 8
I
again
don't
on
think I'll get
primary.
extend.
I think I'll hold more.
Oh no. I
Didn't
will
give you
get
4
Josh.
for kill last
I'll get
time.
extend because the cultist will swarm onto the objective.
Cool. He'll get extend as well.
So I'll get extend as well.
Which is
Because I've got 10 cultists that'll bum rush an objective over here, so I'll storm extend battle
for
lines.
4. Got it.
Cool. That'll die at some point. I'll get defend
Yep.
and I'll get full area denial because that'll be dead in 2 turns.
Full denial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what was the other one?
Defense rockle.
1,
Which
2,
I cannot
3.
get. Just see if your dreadnought just kicks that obliterator.
I mean, I can just. I hold it anyway.
No, I know.
So.
Well, we have to talk out. Is that right for commentators? Are you happy with everything we've done there?
I think it's fair.
Yeah, I don't see any objections from my perspective.
most
Ben, would you land on that?
The
I don't
cultists
think
are
I
the last
scored
to die.
Josh for primary there in the last turn. So I'm going to add 8 on there
Yeah, I think.
for the holding.
And you'll get.
Yeah, he's not gonna. I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything left really for him to kill.
I
Is there at
think
that
so.
point?
And we end it there on 3 hours and 1 minute. 3 hours and 1 minute, so that's not too bad.
We'll allow it.
And the score is there. Bringing is 40, 50.
Did I get
3 to
4 points?
75.
If I got
53 to 75 in Josh's favour. So what's that in WTC points there, Ben?
Yeah, Ben's good at this bit.
5, I'll be the happiest man alive.
I think you did better than 5.
Have we lost Ben?
I think it's 4 or
How
5.
did we lose Ben?
I don't know. He's just going to be quiet.
Stats man Ben.
Can you
There
hear
it is.
me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
he's
you.
Yeah,
back.
I don't know if the stream keeps crashing. There was a few things there in the talk out I was trying to shout, but I think
didn't
it
get
was muting
hold
me
or
for some
kill more every
reason.
turn.
Just around the
Primary in this mission.
that
you're only
Thunderwolf
getting
cav, the
8
Dreadnought would
to-
have to have moved out the way for the Thunder cav to
Yeah,
get
but
past
you're
it.
getting
And
Yeah.
I don't think he gets more than maybe 2 or 3 in. So
So
that to me was quite debatable whether they kill those Talons for the 6. So that to a side, on that score, I think you've got it as 75.
53.
You do have a
48,
lot of dead
sitting
secondaries.
around 43,
53. Yeah.
Great.
So that would put it as a 14-6 to Josh, but was definitely a. Well, if the players are happy with that fight, I think
You
there
didn't
was
do
a couple
behind.
debatable things in the talk out there that
I agree.
I think time considering,
How are we looking overall, Chief?
maybe there's a couple of points more there than.
So Ben's arguing whether the walkout was fair. There could have been here or there. I agree. There's some movement, blah 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 blah. But undoubtedly, I think we all agree it's a Space Wolves victory.
Yeah, of course.
The margin is debatable, 2 points here or there, but it's certainly a 14-6 to Josh. So please shake each other's hands.
Take it, bud. Nicely done. Sir.
Well done to both of you. Honestly, that
Did you
was
microwave my dice before I
That
came?
was tough.
that was a tough game. So guys, how do you think that went? What were your highlights, Jordan?
My highlights, honestly, I know it sounds silly, but I actually kind of like games where just stuff goes wrong because you can obviously I didn't do the best at it all, but it's important to know some games the dice will just say you're not winning this game, and trying to get as much out of it as possible is important. I think the fact that kill more. If it was any other primary, Josh would have bodied me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just even take and hold, he would have capped me on like turn 3.
Yeah.
But just getting whatever you can. Like I obviously made quite a few mistakes. I'm trying to have a bit of fun with it. It's definitely not the most optimum build, even in this detachment. I'm sure we can talk about that, but I had a good fun with it. Brigands did okay. I think they're fine. I played them quite badly, but I think they're fine.
It's unfamiliarity
Yeah.
with what they do.
I think the first turn, keeping them back, you should have at least moved them further forward.
Yeah, true. I did forget to move one, which was like a.
That's pretty big because you actually sacrificed some primary stuff. But anyway, but so that said, Josh, what was your highlight?
My highlight.
Was it Dev wounding me 4 times
Yeah.
with 4
I think
attacks?
that was the highlight.
Ow.
Getting 4 attacks, Dev wounding him 4 times, and then wounding him with another
Which went
attack
through.
for 5 wounds. was
Bosh.
5 raptors. Those 5 raptors don't exist anymore. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you both conducted yourselves very well. Some spiky dice there on both sides that were, that's the game. That's not the point. You're good opponents. It was a tough game, but I'll just take some comments from the chat. So
Go
chat,
for
if
it.
you have any questions, I'll take them now. And also just let the commentators speak in my ear. Sorry you can't hear these players, but I'll relay it to you in a minute. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Ben, do you want to jump in first?
I think I should.
Yeah, can do. I think it's a shame we ran out of time because there was still maybe a couple of twists there at the end. Some big charges. I think it's always difficult trying to talk out almost the best part of 2 turns there, which is quite difficult. I still think that. I mean, I called it at 12-8 before the game. I think looking at points that maybe is more of 13-7 to Josh, but we'll sort that out at the end. We'll review the tape, as they say.
I saw an opportunity.
Yeah,
to
go on.
I think if Jordan had got those charges turn 1,
held back to do
I think
secondaries.
I still don't think he wins. I think it's a small loss, maybe an 11-9, 12-8 still, but
I was charging.
tough game. Well played by Josh.
And I finished. But
I think Josh probably
regardless-
could have moved in for the kill there a turn earlier and maybe took his foot off the gas. So either way, I think it reflects a pretty decent, solid win for Space Wolves there.
I'll just relay that to the players. So Ben thinks it was a very close fought game. He still thought it was always going to be a Space Wolves game, and even though it was pushing up with those Talons early, just completely failed. It probably would have been a tight victory to the Wolves anyway. but you'd have kept him on the back foot. Didn't think Josh was aggressive enough at the beginning. Potentially, that's one thing that's come up. But you can always watch the tape back. And
I'd say yes and no, because he did get two pretty safe, easy scoring actions.
that's the problem, isn't it? When you pull those two, it kind of ties your hands a little bit.
I'd say so. I think it was the right thing to do.
First turn on third, you don't want to be aggressive.
No, perhaps not. We can take that up with Ben.
Well,
And
I mean, if I'm aggressive, you just do the same thing, right?
yeah, but I think but yeah, it was in my opinion very good. So, oh sorry. So Nathan, any comments? So I didn't really represent Ben's comments very well.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree, Ben. It was a very close fought game, and it's one of those where it just pivoted on the roll of the dice. And I think, as Jordan recognised at the start of it, like Dread Talons is not a massively competitive detachment, and the list that he built was something that was away from what we kind of landed on a few weeks ago as kind of a solid sort of Dread Talons list. And I think despite that, he pushed on really well there and managed to milk as much out of it as he could. And still kept it incredibly close. The Brigands thing, I think the Brigands thing definitely needs more testing, though. I'd like to see a little bit more of that going forward, see where they go.
Nathan said, great, suboptimal list, well played. Brigands obviously thinks it's got legs, but didn't really play out that well in this case, because maybe unfamiliarity. But anyway, that's how it goes. I think ultimately what you both did here is represent good play, a very open play. I didn't see a single gotcha at all. It was fantastic. I didn't expect it. So well done to both of you. Thanks for playing on the stream. Yeah, you got viewers watching. So.
I just repeat that phrase.
Yeah, and that's great. I mean, the rules is written, WTC. You can tell your opponent at the start of the game, but you don't have to tell them again. So I'm just going to have a look here, see if there's any comments from the stream. Doesn't seem to be. Without further ado, I probably have to go because it's 10 o'clock and my wife wants to watch Bake Off. So
Way to sign off. It's Bake Off time.
thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, give these guys some love. They've been great. And